I got the juice like a snow cone. Ice in my veins and a cold flow. I'm getting cash overseas by the boatload. You wanna ride my wave? That's a no-go. Senoritas going loco. Make it bounce like a pogo. All my haters see rojo. They big mad cause they coming up short like Frodo. Activate the beast mode. I keep it hot, give your brain a heat stroke. You ain't a big shot, you some basic B-roll. The world is mine like my name's Pacino. Hey, it's Nico, I guess I'm back. Catch me in the fast lane on the right track. And my shorty is a 10 like a dime bag. Got me feeling like a milli, check the price tag. Got the party jumping like crisscross. Got the gold chain and the wristwatch. Pull up on the scene like a big shot. EDM and hip hop, ain't no time for pit stops. Got the party jumping like crisscross. Got the gold chain and the wristwatch. Pull up on the scene like a big shot. EDM and hip hop, cause my style. No time for daydreams. All my brothers get money, we call it gangrene. Just another day, but our focus still on the same thing. Us against everyone else, I recommend you change teams. Who the hottest in the city? We the top two. You said your music was litty, but that is not true. Just being honest, you should really just stop, fool. Matter of fact, empty no pockets, give me that watch too. My mind is wicked, that's why I spit it so hostile. Freaky girls in the crib, it's like I live in a brothel. All I spit is Leviticus, but I'm not an apostle. My nuts hang low, long and they colossal. Black trader black, she messiah to the misfits. Run circles, run these rappers to my shit splits. You a little late to the party, baby, I've been lit. If you ain't on the friend list, you better mind your business. Got the party jumping like crisscross. Got the gold chain and the wristwatch. Pull up on the scene like a big shot. EDM and hip hop, ain't no time for pit stops. Got the party jumping like crisscross. Got the gold chain and the wristwatch. Pull up on the scene like a big shot. EDM and hip hop, cause my style.
Hello everyone. Welcome to another live stream. कैसे हो सब? बहुत स्वागत है second stream of the day. Yes, we did loco. We did a good long loco stream. I hope you guys doing good. एक second रुको. So आज जैसे कि आप टाइटल एंड थंबनेल में देख पा रहे हैं, आज है हमारा वॉच पार्टी जी वर्सेस वाइटैलिटी VCT लॉक इन सूलो. तो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल थैंक यू सो मच राइट फॉर गिविंग द एक्सेस फॉर द वॉच पार्टी. आज होगा जी फाइटिंग. आई होप जी जीते और इंडिया का नाम और रोशन होए। गो। हेलो विशेष, हेक्यूर, व्हाट्सअप। जी जर्सी यार, मेरे को बहुत मन था कि मेरे पास अगर जी जर्सी होती तो मैं पहनता, बट अनफॉर्चुनेटली। ऋषि सर, अगर आज जी जीतती है तो एक जी जर्सी तो मैं भी डिजर्व करता हूँ। हेलो वैभव, व्हाट्सअप। कृष्णा हेज, व्हाट्सअप। भाई ये टी शर्ट सरोजनी नगर से लाया मैं, मतलब मैं नहीं लाया, मेरे लिए लाई गई ये टी शर्ट। हेलो मुस्कान, हेलो सेंसियो, रेहान, विकास, प्रवी, दिनेश, थैंक यू सैनमांस। हेलो नोवान, हे किलर, अचंते, व्हाट्सअप अभी। हेलो ट्रैजिक, हे फिनर। आज रॉसी भाई जो भूत बनाने वाले हैं तुम्हें पता नहीं है भाई, मगर खबर मिली है भूत बनाने वाला है आज। अनीम का 14। अरे टी शर्ट अच्छी है यार। हेलो अचल, ये चिराग। हेलो अभी, व्हाट्सअप ध्रुव। नारुतो तो बूजर था ये बेबे। हेलो केतन, हे मोहित, हे के प्लेस। हेलो अक्षर, हे मित्रान, हे राहुल। एंड गाइस, अ क्विक अपडेट, आई विल नॉट बी स्ट्रीमिंग फॉर 3 days। आई एम गोइंग ससुराल। या हे पार्थ। ठीक है, देते हैं। हेलो विश, हे लकी। हेलो योगेश, व्हाट्सअप। हेलो पंकज, क्या हाल है राहुल। हेलो योगेश, हेलो शुभम। फिर ब्रेक भाई, लास्ट ब्रेक कब लिया मैंने? हेलो, लास्ट ब्रेक कब लिया? रेगुलर तो स्ट्रीम हो रही है। हेलो हीना, ऋषिकेश जा रहे हैं हम, ये। हेलो आतिफ। बाय द वे डोंट वरी गाइस, हाईलाइट आएगी, एपिसोड आएगा यार। स्कूल चले हम, एपिसोड नंबर 4। सिर्फ 3 दिन यार। हेलो सुक्रांत, व्हाट्सअप। हेलो बेबी डॉल, हेलो रोस्ट, व्हाट्सअप। बट आज क्या लगता है गाइस, क्या लगता है? जी वर्सेस वाइटैलिटी, क्या लगता है? मतलब बहुत सारे चैट्स में एनालिटिक्स के 14s, क्या लगता है आपको? अभी वक्त है, मत दे गए। जी को जितवाना है, तुझे पता है ना, पर तू पनौती नहीं। ब्रिजेश भाई, मैं पनौती नहीं हूँ। आज प्रूफ होगा, आज होगा दूध का दूध और पानी का पानी, कौन है पनौती। और यार बहुत ही गंदा आ रहा है राइम में, मैं नहीं बोल सकता। ससुराल का ब्लॉग बनेगा, पता नहीं यार, ट्राई करेंगे व्लॉग। बट नहीं यार, फैमिली का मैं व्लॉग, ये फैमिली व्लॉग वाला मोटिव नहीं है मेरा, समझ रहे हो? फैमिली व्लॉग वाला मोटिव नहीं है अपना, मतलब अपना क्या, दोस्तों से ऐसे बोल सकते हैं यार कंटेंट दो 2 मिनट के लिए थोड़ा, मतलब फैमिली से थोड़ा भाई उनको वही से स्ट्रीम देखना नहीं बोल सकते। चेतन, थैंक यू फॉर द 100। मैं ट्राई किया था, बट उस चीज़ का जो आंसर आया वो एक तरीके से एक चप्पल से आया। तो राका भाई, जी फाइटिंग एंड हैशटैग वीएलटी का मेंबर इमोजी हो जाता तो टिल वीसीटी करेंगे यार। हाँ भाई, अच्छा आइडिया रे अभिलाष, एक्चुअली अ वेरी गुड आइडिया, करते हैं डेफिनेटली। एक्सलर और रोबो जा रहे हैं मूवी देखने, तो यस, ये सीन है। हार्ट विद जी बट वाइटैलिटी विल विन, दे हैव स्ट्रॉन्गर टीम। पर मेरा कद्दू डर है भाई, रॉसी भाई ऑप से भूत भरे हैं, समझ रहे हो ना तुम? फैमिली ब्लॉग से ही होगा, बट नहीं यार ऐसे नहीं। मैंने ब्लॉग चैनल किया क्योंकि मेरे को जब भी बहुत ज़्यादा इवेंट पे जाता था, तो आई वांट टू यूटिलाइज दैट टाइम एंड बी प्रोडक्टिव। एंड वही चीज़ डेली व्लॉग वाला मैंने पहले ही बोला था कि डेली व्लॉग नहीं, बट एक व्लॉग आने वाला है फ्राइडे को। व्लॉग एडिट हो चुका है फ्राइडे, दैट इज टुमारो। कल व्लॉग आएगा एक, ये हाँ एमएसजे देखूंगा यार, मैं देखूंगा डेफिनेटली। रॉसी भाई सुपरमेसी, रॉसी भाई डुअलिस्ट नहीं खेल रहे भाई, प्लेयर तो प्लेयर होवे, चाहे वो डुअलिस्ट होवे या कोई। नीलेश भाई, थैंक यू फॉर द रिस्पॉन्सर, वेलकम बैक। आओ शुरू करने से पहले थोड़े से मीम देख ले जाए बिफोर स्टार्टिंग एवरीथिंग। आई होप आप सभी ने जिसने भी ज्वाइन किया लाइक कर दिया होगा। याद दिला रहा हूँ, आपने लाइक नहीं किया, हाँ जी तो लाइक कर दिया, बिल्कुल फ्री है। और बहुत सारे लोग जो नए हैं वो सब्सक्राइब कर सकते हैं। कॉर्नर वाले सीट लिए गए रोबो रेगुलर, माफ करो ब्रिजेश भाई, थोड़े लीक्स कर सकते हैं हम लीक्स। लेट नाइट 11:30 बजे का शो है बाय द वे उनका दोनों का, तो ठीक है ठीक है भाई, क्या बोले। आओ strong and successful loser man, वो तो है। Drinking carbonated beverage like Coke and Pepsi leads to largest testicle and most testosterone in males. What?
Why you should always trust your dog's instincts.
No. It's okay, boy. He's spooked about something. Something's been following us. And I can just hear it. No, boy. Come on. It's okay. Come on. Come on, it's okay. Come on. No, boy. No.
ओ भाई साहब, शिट यार, रेना के साथ फोटो नहीं खिंचा पाया। देन वो रेना थोड़ा डबल अल्ट पे थी क्या? भाई साहब अगर मेरे साथ ऐसा हो ना, मैं तो आत्मा रूह से निकल जाएगी भाई। ओ ये तो एक ही चीज हो गई, रूह बॉडी से निकल जाएगी भाई, बिल्कुल पट से।
1 2 3
एक मिनट।
उड़ गया टायर।
ओनीचा का मतलब क्या होता है? हेलो ब्रो। ओनीचा।
हेलो नमस्ते दुष्यंत भाई, थैंक यू फॉर 3 euros। कौन सी मूवी वो देखने जा रहे हैं? एंट एंड द स्पाइडरमैन, क्या है एंट करके ना, ओए मार्वल वाली एंट्स, एंटमैन वाली। फ्रेंड रिक्वेस्ट। Imagine the outrage if a man does it to us, Max. बैक स्टैचू ऑफ अ वुमन, दरिंदा हफ्सी टर्की मोल। भाई इस पे केस नहीं हुआ अभी तक? चांद भाई थैंक यू फॉर अ मंथ। एंटमैन एंड द क्वांट, वही वाली एंटमैन एंड द। हेलो विशाल, थैंक यू फॉर 2 months। थैंक्स फॉर फिक्सिंग माय मेंटल एबिलिटी सर। भाई वही चीज थी आज, मैं वही आज एक चीज डिस्कस कर रहे थे हम गाइस, एक्चुअली डिस्कस कर रहे थे। क्या था वो? आज वी वर डिस्कसिंग दिस ओनली। क्या लोको पे? हाँ ये रहा। Guys, if Sidemen was made in सरोज नगर, तो ये लड़का आता है बिल्डिंग चश्मे लगा के, जिसको आज इसकी दिहाड़ी नहीं मिलने वाली बिकॉज ये यहाँ पे आया है, इसको बुलाया गया है पहन के, बादल वाली जैकेट पहन के। तो ये कहता है आई एक्चुअली वॉन्ट टू टेस्ट हाउ बिग माई हैंड्स आर, ठीक है, वांट टू कंपेयर माई हैंड साइजेस। उसके बाद लड़की कहती है कि आई हैव ऑलरेडी हर्ड दिस पिकअप लाइन्स लॉट ऑफ टाइम्स बिकॉज वी एज बॉयज आर, अपने में पता है यूनिटी नहीं है बिल्कुल, एकदम देखा नहीं कि बिल्कुल आरपी को कॉन्टेक्स्ट ही ले लो, लड़की देखी नहीं भागे चले, हाय व्हाट्स योर नेम्स, ऐसा। तो ये बोलती है इसके लेफ्ट जाने के लिए, ठीक है। उसके बाद ये साइडमैन का सबसे कैप्टन एक्सेंट मारते हुए उधर बोलता है। अब ये बोलती है कि आई फॉरगॉट व्हाट इज योर पिकअप लाइन, ठीक है, हैंड्स, ठीक है। अब ये लड़का बोलता है भाई लेजिट मेरे घर के पीछे वाली मार्केट में पनवाड़ी सेम है, ऐसी शक्ल है, सेम सेम ऐसी वो चेन पहनता है बिल्कुल सेम। तो इसने बोला कि ही वॉन्ट्स टू कंपेयर योर हैंड साइजेस टू द टी शर्ट जो पहनी है, ठीक है। तो उसे यस बोल दिया इसने, ठीक है, यही चीज यस बोल दी। अगर ये इंग्लिश में बोला तो बड़ी कूल यस है, अगर ये कोई हिंदी में बोल देता तो फिर ये वो है व्हाट इज दिस। मतलब इंग्लिश में बोले तो कूल है भाई, हिंदी में बोलते तो भाई हाँ टर्की ये वो क्या बोल दिया, ये वो जेल करो आ जाते हैशटैग जेल करो भाई साहब। भाई वो भी तो इंग्लिश में सेम ही बोला, गलत तो गलत है, चाहे हिंदी में चाहे इंग्लिश में। आईचो स्पीड श्योरली लव्स इंडिया। बात तो सही बोला स्काई वॉकर, बात तो है, उत्कर्ष भाई की बात तो है। इसीलिए पहले रोनाल्डो को मैसेज कर रहा था आईसो स्पीड। देखो आईसो स्पीड मेरे को तब तक सही लगा जब तक उसकी मेरे को बेस्ट जो वीआर स्ट्रीम्स लगी, जो उसने वीआर स्ट्रीम्स करी और बाकी स्ट्रीम्स करी। उसके बाद उसने रोनाल्डो वाला सू ही करा, वो ठीक है। पहले रोनाल्डो को पूरा जूस किया उसने, प्रॉपर मैचेस वैचेस गया, डाई हार्ट फैन बोला, डायट ये बोला। फिर उसके बाद उसे लगा भाई इंडिया से भी तो ऑडियंस देख रही है मेरे को, इंडिया में फेमस हो रहा हूँ एनालिटिक्स में, तो इंडिया भी है यूनाइटेड स्टेट्स के नीचे ज्योग्राफी में। फिर उसके बाद उसने विराट कोहली को मैसेज किया, विराट भाई अपने पूरे सख्त दिल्ली के, उन्होंने कद्दू रिप्लाई नहीं किया उसको। अब वो इंडिया का तुनक उसे लग रहा है भाई, हमें नहीं पता क्या, हम बावले हैं क्या। कीबोर्ड वॉरियर थैंक यू फॉर द रिस्पॉन्सर। हेलो स्टार्ट हो गया क्या?
नहीं बस आई डोंट वांट टू मिस एनीथिंग, इसलिए मैं देख रहा हूँ।
क्या कहाँ से देख रहे हो? ट्विच से?
ट्विच से ऑब्वियसली।
ट्विच पे क्या है?
ट्विच पे वैलोरेंट।
मेरे ट्विच पे तो कुछ और ही रिकमेंडेशन में है। जीवन भाई
क्या सुने?
अभी स्टार्ट नहीं हुआ ना?
स्टार्ट नहीं हुआ बिकॉज़ आई
मैं देखो मैं आपको एक मदद कराता हूँ, आप जैसे हम दोनों का सेम है, भाभी जी ऑफिस जाती है, हमें खाना वाना की दिक्कत रहती है, तो मैं खुद कुकिंग क्लासेस ले रहा हूँ। तो आप अगर ट्विच पे जाके सर्च करो KAELLYN,
क्या
KAELLYN,
काइलिन कौन है ये सिस्टर?
हाँ ये कुकिंग क्लासेस, कुकिंग स्ट्रीम करते हैं। तो इनकी कुकिंग स्ट्रीम से मैंने कल चावल उबालना सीख लिया एक्चुअली।
कौन सी कुकिंग देख रहे हो आप? चावल तो दिख ही नहीं रही है।
नहीं मैंने सीखा है, खुद सीखा है
चावल तो नहीं दिख रही है इधर।
सीखा है मैंने।
चैट भी देख लो, कॉन्फिडेंस देखो हमारी लोंडो का। तुमने भाई पहली बार एक लड़की पसंद आ गई, वो भी टेंस की जीएफ। जय बात पाजी।
क्या लगता है टीमन भाई आज?
भाई मुझे सच्ची में नहीं पता यार, क्योंकि दोनों टीम्स को मैंने नहीं देखा कैसे खेलते, मतलब जब से नया टीम बनी है, समझ रहे हो।
बट चैट में बहुत लोग, जैसे एनालिटिक्स, बहुत सारे हमारे व्यूअर्स हैं जो फॉलो करते हैं वैलोरेंट डे एंड नाइट, वो कह रहे हैं थोड़ा वाइटैलिटी का टीम थोड़ा बफ्ड है, बट दिल से जी, दिल से जी।
लेकिन मैंने आज तक देखा नहीं, मतलब वो लोग भी कैसे खेलते मुझे कुछ पता ही नहीं, ना प्लेयर्स भी नहीं पता मुझे कौन है।
वो ही तो
नहीं, मैं इन लोगों को यही बोल रहा था कि आज पढ़ाई शढ़ाई सब कुछ, कल गर्लफ्रेंड वर्लफ्रेंड कुछ नहीं है, आज सारे पब्लिक स्ट्रीम देखेंगे बस।
और
मैं इन
उनकी
लोगों को वही
चैट
बोल
में
रहा था।
जी फाइटिंग होना चाहिए पूरा
जय बात, जय बात। मैं
विद
भी बता
इंडियन फ्लैग।
हाँ, ओ भाई टीचर देखो पूरा स्पैम। भाई मॉडरेटर डिलीट कर रहा है यार, इतना बड़ा हो गया।
क्या मॉडरेटर जी फाइटिंग डिलीट कर रहा है?
कुछ तो डिलीट किया तो देख रहा था मैं क्या है।
साले का आईडी दियो अभी डिस्कॉर्ड में बुला के बंदे भरेंगे आज कैसे डिलीट करा उसने। ओ रेड ड्रैग भाई थैंक यू सो मच फॉर द 100। सॉरी भाई, सॉरी सॉरी भाई, सॉरी भाई, सॉरी सॉरी भाई, सॉरी।
ओ भाई ये लोग बातचीत ही कर रहे हैं यार।
हाँ अभी नहीं खत्म, अभी नहीं है, टाइम लगेगा। रैकअप आया, प्रेडिक्शन मत देना प्लीज। वैब थैंक यू फॉर द 40। पहला मैप कौन सा है बताओ जल्दी।
पहला में मुझे कुछ आइडिया नहीं है, मुझे बस रॉसी को देखना है स्टेज एंटर करते हुए बस।
मैं सोच रहा हूँ मैं अपनी प्रेडिक्शन बताऊं।
हाँ
मेरी प्रेडिक्शन है पहला मैप 13-7 जीई।
यार ये
सेकंड मैप
बीच में ऐड आ रही है,
वो नहीं
बिस्किट
देखना
खरीद
बेटा।
लो, कुकिंग पेपर रोल, ये इसका कैसे हटाए इसको।
और सेकंड मैप वाइटैलिटी 13-5 और आखिरी मैच ओटी जाके 15-13 जी जीतेगा।
अरे पहले मैप्स देखते
हेलो
हैं, उसके
अनुराग।
बारे में मेरे को पता चलेगा, समझ रहे
अरे मैं पहले ही बता दिया भाई, आई एम
मैं
कमिंग
वाईटी
फ्रॉम
में देख रहा हूँ
फ्यूचर
यार।
डूड।
अब बीच में आ रहा है, ये खरीद लो वो खरीद लो।
एक सेकंड रुक जाओ गाइस, जीटी को एक काम दे रहा हूं मैं।
नहीं स्टार्ट हो।
जीटी को काम दे दिया, हो गया। ये बंदा सही में पनौती देगा भाई, आज हो जाएगा पनौती। आज देखो तुम भाई, आज तुम देखो पैंस पनौती पर, आज देखो तुम। या टीपोन भाई ऐसा ओए हो गया शुरू बे।
अरे वही तो
I'm gonna go with this guy is
Rossi.
one of the best Korean jets.
गोलू
I like
नहीं
that
है,
we just
गोलू
have
नहीं है।
his arm.
Yes.
And
ये क्या
yeah,
टेक्सचर
this guy was
टेक्सचर
the most consistent
टेक्सचर।
jet that we had in Korea
ओ भाई आ
last
गया।
year. The performances that he's been able to put up, you could always
भाई
rely
रॉसी
on
फुल
him to
नर्वस बे।
get a trade, if not a 2-for-1. Just incredible player.
Immortal भाई, कीबोर्ड वॉरियर थैंक, अभी डालूंगा।
No, 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 no. We want to just mishmash all.
चेतन थैंक यू फॉर द राका भाई, आपकी पिटाई घर से बाहर निकलने की, जाने की
कहाँ देख रहा है? तू
कहानी,
कहाँ देख रहा है?
खाने वाले दिन, गाली चप्पल पड़ने वाले दिन, स्टोरी शेयर करता है। ठीक है चेतन
यार
भाई,
ट्विच पे बीच में वो आ रहा है
Twitch
यार।
पे।
अब भाई चड्डी खरीद लो, ये खरीद लो, वो खरीद लो आ रहा है।
Who do you have?
क्यों?
अरे तो प्राइम से सबका सब्सक्राइब कर दो ना।
Actually,
Okay.
in this one.
Okay.
Yes, I'm going for Pacific
Yes,
players. This guy was
अरे
in
इंडिया में
Latin
नहीं है
America
वो।
all the way back at Champions. Occasionally, when they're competing in international
भी है
competition
कुछ?
against specific teams.
क्या है?
This
ये
guy
क्या है?
was the reason that they were in the game versus Optic. The reason that they were able.
ये क्या है?
and
ये
it's just
रोबोट
an arm.
रोबोट क्या है?
The reason they were able to win that breeze. The guy dropped 38 kills versus Optic. Okay, got
38 kills निकाले थे इसने।
incredible
He
performance.
had some
and he
good
was
usage during that flexible play.
हाँ इंट्रोडक्शन ही तो देखना है रॉसी भाई का अपना।
Okay, well, all right, no disagreement there, but now we got to figure out the chest.
भाई पंखा नहीं
All
चल
right,
रहा।
what is
What-
the
what
chest?
could that possibly
the
mean
chest
in an
can be
esports
the
setting?
tenacity, the heart, and maybe good lungs. Okay, so
Okay.
who's got good lungs, Mimi?
I don't go about inspecting players' lungs. I'm not a doctor,
could you?
but I would say someone who
टेवन भाई आप इमेजिन करो,
हाँ जी।
आप वो एक प्रो ई स्पोर्ट्स प्लेयर थे, मान लो CS:GO में,
हाँ
CS:GO टाइम पे आपने इतना ग्राइंड किया,
हाँ जी।
आप प्रो ई स्पोर्ट्स सीन में गए
हाँ जी।
और बैंगलोर में है फाइनल मैच,
बराबर।
होम ग्राउंड,
हाँ
सब चिल्ला रहे टी बोन,
क्रेजी होगा यार।
और आप अपनी टीम की जर्सी VLT पहन के, पीछे इंडिया का फ्लैग लगा हुआ है, ऐसे पीछे टी बोन लिखा हुआ है। लकी नंबर क्या है आपका?
7 ऑलवेज।
पीछे 7 ऐसे टी बोन हो रहा है। आप स्टेज पे जाओगे, माइक आपके दिया जाएगा, आप क्या बोलोगे?
अरे माइक आते ही मैं वो होता हूँ यार।
हाँ, आपको बोला जाएगा व्हाट यू गोना से टू द फैंस टी बोन बिफोर यू स्टार्ट द फाइनल्स।
ऐसे
हाँ,
चिल्लाऊंगा,
ऐसे बोलते जॉर्ज।
कास्टर भागेंगे, ऐसे चिल्लाऊंगा मैं। यार मैं क्या बोल रहा था, मैंने इनको बोल रहा था कि जैसे अभी प्रोफेशनल प्लेयर्स का लीग वीग है, व्हाई डोंट यू डू फॉर स्ट्रीमर्स लीग?
या गुड आइडिया,
सोचो
वैसे
हम-
अच्छा आइडिया है।
सोचो हम तारिक के अगेंस्ट खेलने वाले।
अगर
इंडिया
नहीं,
से-
ऑनेस्टली एक और अगर चीज है, जैसे हम सीरियसली खेलें, अब जैसे हम अभी बकचोदी से खेलते हैं,
हाँ जी,
बट deep down you know we have the potential to be
We
a
have.
esports player.
we have.
How about we grind like 12 or 10 hours a day Valorant
नहीं,
if
मतलब
somebody sponsors us?
स्ट्रीमर्स लीग इज लाइक चिल लीग, समझ?
IPL जैसा, IPL वैसे स्ट्रीमर्स का हो,
हाँ।
समझ रहे हो, हर साल हो
हाँ
और ऑक्शन हो, फिर खरीदे लोग, ऐसा टाइप्स ना।
हाँ ना।
भाई क्या आइडिया दे दिया मैंने, मेरा पहले ही एक प्लेग्राउंड वाला आइडिया
idea
चुराया।
कौन सी वाली बे?
प्लेग्राउंड मेरा आइडिया था वो।
क्या?
भाई मैंने डिस्कस किया था कि एक बिग बॉस गेमर्स का होना चाहिए।
और यार ये देखो नीचे आ रही है कुकिंग बेकिंग पेपर, इसको कैसे हटाऊं मैं?
मेरे को तो नहीं आ रहा
इसमें?
कहीं पे भी, मेरे को नहीं आ
तूने क्या
रहा।
ऑन किया है? ऐड कैसे हटाएं?
लॉक्ड इन है तुम्हारा?
एक मिनट चेक करता हूँ। हाँ लॉक्ड इन है।
मेरे को तो नहीं आ रहा।
ओ भाई इसमें नहीं है, प्राइम नहीं है।
स्क्रीन दिखा रहे, स्क्रीन में
कैसे
कुछ नहीं
करते
हो रहा है यार, पुराने मैचेस दिखा रहे हैं, उस पर कॉपीराइट आ जाएगा, समझ रहे हो? नहीं, ये आइडिया हम दे सकते हैं यार टीमोन, सच्ची बोल रहा हूँ।
हाँ
जैसे मान लो 6 टीमें, बैंगलोर की एक टीम, दिल्ली की एक टीम, मुंबई की एक
हाँ
टीम,
जी।
वैसा आईपीएल
हाँ
जैसा।
जी।
थैंक यू वैष्णव भाई, भाई वैष्णव भाई ने
वैसे
अप्रूव
तो ये already किया
किया,
है।
लव यू। हाँ वैसा रेगुलर बेसिस पे करना, बिग मतलब ऐसा लैन टाइप्स हो, यूं नहीं घर बैठे खेल रहे हैं, लैन पे हो। जैसे अगला मैच मुंबई का है तो मुंबई वर्सेस दिल्ली तो मुंबई में हो रहा है, फिर दिल्ली का मैच है तो दिल्ली में हो रहा है, एक कोलकाता का है तो ऐसे, समझ रहे हो, हर जगह लैन। और बंदे आ रहे हैं, टिकट्स खरीद के बंदे आ रहे हैं देखने। एक बार हम दोनों की चैट में बता दो, अगर ऐसा कुछ हुआ तो आप देखने आओगे। मान लो टिकट 200 रुपए की
Obviously
है,
आएंगे।
200 रुपए की टिकट मान लो।
ओ भाई फ्री टिकट, भाई फ्री टिकट।
एक बार डब्ल्यू कर दो अगर
मैं ना
लगता
इसमें
तुम्हें।
चढ़ाता हूँ ब्रेव में, तब मजा आएगा।
यस भाई, नो मत बोलो, तू स्क्रीन दिखा। अबे स्क्रीन पे कुछ नहीं आ रहा भाई, एड्स आ रहे हैं। कुछ अच्छा आएगा मैं डेफिनेटली आपको दिखाऊंगा, मैं खुद ही नहीं देख रहा screen।
बिल्कुल आएंगे बोल रहे बे।
क्या अच्छा आइडिया है ना ऐसे।
बात तो है।
टी-बोन का ऑप्शन हो रहा है, टी-बोन स्टार्टिंग बिड इज 25 lakhs।
JA fighting! JA fighting! JA fighting! JA fighting!
पिंग्स भाई आप रेंट पे रहते हो, आपको धक्के मार के निकाल देंगे, ठीक है,
कोई
हमारा तो अपना है।
प्रॉब्लम नहीं, हम 2 महीने का रेंट ऋषि सर से ले लेंगे, ठीक है, कोई सीन नहीं।
क्या क्या
2 महीने
महीने
का,
का
समझ रहे हो, वो सब अपना बात हो चुका है। आज जो भी हो
RakaZone
जाए,
अनसोल्ड।
हमको ये घर से कोई नहीं निकाल सकता।
नहीं, जिस हिसाब से यार, मेरा ट्वीट क्यों नहीं आया? मैंने तो वेरीफाइड से ट्वीट किया, ऑल द बेस्ट जी।
क्या क्या ट्वीट?
ये ट्वीट दिखा रहे किस किस का ट्वीट आया, ये सब।
हाँ गया, वो टैग करनी चाहिए भाई।
भाई हमारा तो आज मिलियंस ऑफ ट्वीट्स गया रहेगा।
क्या क्या रहेगा? मिलियन क्या रहेगा?
हम लोग का तो मिलियंस ऑफ ट्वीट्स गया रहेगा ना, ट्वीट्स।
अच्छा अच्छा, 159 तो हाँ यार, बात तो सही है यार, जो यस लिख
वैसे क्या तुम्हारा कुछ चैलेंज बैलेंस है?
ये रहा,
क्या चैलेंज भाई?
ये रहा।
हाँ, जैसा अगर
रॉसी
जीता
खेल रहा
तो
है,
मैं कर रहा हूँ 100 गिफ्टेड।
रॉसी टेक्सचर, अरे मैंने मिस किया।
रॉसी खेल रहा है। ओ भाई एंट्री देख रहे हो, शीश भाई, सोचो कैमरामैन ऐसे आ रहे हैं।
ये कौन है बे?
वत्सल कहाँ है? ऋषि भाई वत्सल।
अरे ये दोनों कौन है बे? तू है कौन? ये दोनों कौन है?
जी
ये
फाइटिंग
कौन है?
तो पता नहीं बिग्स भाई आप क्या कह रहे हो कि अगर जी जीती तो आप हम दोनों को 100 गिफ्टेड करने वाले हो
रॉसी का है?
If it's going to work.
आया तो
रॉसी
था
का है लो।
भाई वो
है, रॉसी है।
सीधा बैठा हुआ है खेलने बैठा हुआ है।
ता क्या पक्का?
But it just seems like overall, it's like everyone's just.
भाई मेरा भी ट्वीट होना चाहिए
From
इसमें तो।
tomorrow start and will surely bring a dash. अरे रुको भाई देखने तो दो. Whether it is not only date, it's an emotion. Jeba.
We
A
have
big W for Indian
Happy to
gaming
fight again.
scene.
Kudos
Kudos
to
to
you,
Anna.
Anna.
Anna, yeah, Anna, not John.
अरे हाँ
on an international stage in Valorant, and that means a ton to
यार
have.
अन्ना
भाई ध्वनि आराम से
Big in Valorant is just kind of
आज
भाभी
मैं
जी?
माइक के क्लोज हूँ, मैं माइक के क्लोज हूँ उससे ज्यादा।
ध्वनि
Right, and one of the players we definitely
मैं
want to
सुन
highlight
पा रही हूँ।
here, it goes without
अच्छा, आप सुन
saying,
पा रहे हो
it's
ना?
SK Rossi.
हाँ, हाँ।
Everyone talking to the owners, Seth, the owners are
आज
so big on
है।
this young man because they truly believe that
तू
he's
माइक
तो
का
है।
वॉल्यूम
not only
ओ
for
भाई
the scene,
F4
but
के
just
गेम
of Indian esports,
क्या भाई इन
there's a
लोगों
lot
ने?
to put on a young player.
Oh, it absolutely is, but he does have at least a little bit of international experience. Hasn't gotten to play on that stage, but he'll go all the way back.
यार रॉसी
रॉसी
को जेट से
रॉस
देते
2021
हाँ यार रॉसी को जेट देना
SK
चाहिए था
Rossi
भाई
took the world by storm, and he had myself and Paper then our
ओ
jaws
भाई
on
गलत
the
फेल
floor with some of the things that this guy is able to get away with. He was playing the jet. And was
अरे
हमने
हाँ
तो
रे
first
टीमोन
round
हमें भी चैलेंज होना चाहिए यार बिंग्स दो ना कुछ चैलेंज दो
you know, so much faith.
क्या
मैं तो
चैलेंज?
कर रहा हूँ
Also
100
why
गिफ्टेड
he's
आपस
so
में
many
करे
times
ऐसा करना है तो
because he is
एक मिनट
incredible.
Yeah, he really
नहीं।
is.
भाई
This guy
पैसा
is
नहीं है,
going to
तुम
be the
लोग अभी
face of
100
India
गिफ्टेड
for
बोल
this
रहे हो।
roster, and is
शर्म
also
आते
gonna be
थोड़ा सा
one
भी
of those very,
Loss में
very
चल
strong
रहे हैं।
individuals that we're looking at to be a player to watch.
100 हो जाए भाई 100 हो
भाई
जाए
The community as well about, you know, the team's philosophy heading
हाँ?
into lock.
अच्छा खेलेगा
क्या बोलते हो?
नर्वस तो हो रहा होगा ना उधर?
हाँ भाई
भाई क्या ऐसे
what we happen to do is we give everyone every role even I played every role
ए आया 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 आया
situations, and I would say that's a bold move, Mimi.
Yeah, I mean, the starting 5 players on this roster, 4 of them are historically Jet players. So they have really had to dig deep and teach pretty much everyone
यार
on
उसकी
this
chain
roster
मस्त है
a
यार।
brand new role here. I think the
यार
only
आज बाल
consistency
कितने
for
खराब से हो रहे हैं
this
यार।
roster was built around him, obviously experience from his time back with Xset. Here he's going to have to be the IGL that's working with a lot of players.
चैट में एक
who
बंदा
this is their
बोलेगा
first time on the
तुम्हारे बाल
international
कौन
stage,
देखने
and
आया मैं तो
also
मैच
with
देखने आया
players where they're playing a brand new role. So it's a lot of
Chain
change
इसकी।
here, but a different philosophy for GE.
Well, I'll give you a moment
Chain
to
अच्छी है
fix
ना?
your hair there, but you know what? For more though, I think on this very unique team, and I'm so glad you mentioned Aaron. Let's actually go ahead and hear from Aaron and SK Rossi.
आए रॉसी का इंटरव्यू ये तो कॉपीराइटेड है क्या
अरे आने तो भाई एक दिन की कॉपीराइट में क्या
भाई कॉपीराइट क्लेम आने दो मगर ये स्ट्राइक वाला वो ज्यादा हो जाएगा
अरे नहीं ओ तेरी
Ganesh Gangadhar, also known as SK Rossi, and I play Valorant for Team Global Esports. My role is initiator in the team. Our org name or team name is Global Esports, but we truly went global with our roster. So it's like we have a player from Canada, we have players from Korea and Oceania and Indonesia, India as well. So we might be from different places, but we're all gamers and we have similarities between us. But when it comes to cultural differences, it doesn't feel like they are from very far away. We gamers are like, we are all one. Our team have like 5 duelists. When we started our practice, we just started trying out random agents. Finally, we came to a conclusion and now our roles are fixed. But having all duelists in a team is, I think in somewhat ways it's really good because...
अच्छा हाँ इनमें से पता है ना इनके में से 4 जेट प्लेयर्स हैं
All the other things you can build.
सारे jet हैं।
Agents you can learn.
नहीं ना 4 जेट प्लेयर्स हैं
My name is Jordan.
नहीं सारे ना सारे ना गाइस जितना मैंने सुना है
My in-game name is Aaron.
सारे ड्यूलिस्ट हैं
भाई इस पे मेरे को ऐसा क्यों लग रहा है
You know, I don't think a lot
आने
of
वाला
Website
है
तो तैरता ही है
to another continent by themselves, not having any friends, not really knowing, you know, the management or anything about the organization. I've traveled a lot around the world.
आवाज
I've
सही है?
spent, you know, and worked in 7 different countries. And when I got offered this opportunity from Global Esports, it was just so enticing for me because one
अरे
thing that I'm
नहीं
really confident in my
कॉपीराइट
ability is
स्ट्राइक
to build
क्लेम
teams,
की
you
दिक्कत
know,
नहीं
in
है
and
क्लेम
outside
आने
the
दो
game, like build a family culture and just
Strike
ultimately
आया तो
improve. You know, there's very few teams I joined that we
सबका face
immediately
cam
become the
लगाओ
best in the
नहीं
world. But I've done it across 2 different games where we've won North American titles
क्या time है
and
उधर?
where we've traveled to major
Brazil में क्या time है
championships.
check करो
And I don't think it's any different in this case.
Me performing in these big events, me winning tournaments,
मेरे को
me winning
permission मिली
games
हाँ
here.
permission
It's
मिली
gonna
है
be
मगर
literally
ये
boom in
एक
Indian
ऑलरेडी
esports. It
सेपरेट
can
वीडियो
be
है
inspiring for the next upcoming millions of gamers from India. We have a huge population who likes to play games, and I am in a position where I can inspire them to play games. And
उधर 9 बजे है सुबह.
Coming into this tournament, there are many people that underestimate our team. I feel that for sure. Just gonna be frank, don't really care what the predictions are. I want to make sure that this event in Brazil, we show our best.
यार मेरे को मगर एक बात पूछनी है.
We have fun and
मेरे को एक बात पूछनी है कि Valorant में CS:GO प्रो प्लेयर्स इतना अच्छा परफॉर्म क्यों नहीं कर पाए?
क्योंकि वो लोग स्विच नहीं किया ना. उधर वो लोग अभी भी वही खेल रहे हैं. सारे स्विच नहीं हुआ है.
भाई फेस कैम नहीं आ सकता क्योंकि सारे DSLR वाले हैं. कोई चेंज नहीं करेगा, उसकी डिफरेंट सेटिंग होती है, बिगड़ जाती है. बिंग्स के पास भी DSLR है, मेरे पास भी, और टीमोन के पास भी. और तुम्हें लगता है इतनी मेहनत करेगा कोई सेकंड कैमरा लगाने के लिए? अगर वो इतनी मेहनत करते तो दूसरी गेम ही खेलते. वो दूसरी गेम इंस्टॉल करने की मेहनत नहीं करते. तुम दूसरा फेस कैम की बात कर रहे हो.
We are talking about Vitality. It's a familiar esports org for many, and it is a new roster, but they do have familiar faces.
Oh,
yeah, this is a team where their mentality was a little different. It was picking out an all-star IGL in Global and building up young, newer EMEA talent around you to try and create something new for the squad.
Yeah, I love
भाई देख रहे हो फैन 5 आए गिनती के 5 लोग.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I don't mind a development roster at all. I mean, we've seen it work in multiple esports.
राका भाई एक डाउट है.
So
आज जाया किसको सपोर्ट करेगी? अल्टीमेट डाउट ऑफ द सेंचुरी.
भाई मगर देश पहले है, ठीक है, हर चीज से.
बात
तो आज जी भाई. भाई 5 फैन थे मगर टीमोन इतने तो रॉसी भाई के लिए सिर्फ प्रोडक्शन के लिए काम आते हैं सिर्फ. रॉसी भाई, हाँ रॉसी भाई को एक वीडियो बनाते थे ना, 5 जने तो वही हैं.
Look, new roster, lots of opportunity.
Another one of these players that I think found an early peak. We talked about him earlier. He won Champions 2021. After that was pretty much MIA in 2022. So now coming back into this roster, this is a guy who has already.
क्या confusion? ओ भाई 2021 का चैंपियन है ये.
कोई सीन है भाई, 2023 चल रहा है भाई, लेट हो चुका है
भाई. ये तो तगड़े प्लेयर है भाई.
फ्रांस रेवोल्यूशन स्टेज 2. वो भी फ्रीडम फाइटर भी है ये.
क्या फ्रीडम
भाई फ्रांस रेवोल्यूशन स्टेज 2 की क्या है?
To get back into diamond, you have that grind, you have that mindset of wanting to get back there.
फिर ये मत बोलना कि भाई
for me as well,
kill
I
feed
just
नहीं
want to
दिख
see if he
रही.
can do what some of his former teammates on Ascend have not been able to do yet, which is make it through to that next round. We have seen them fall. Starzo, Zeke not being able to make it through. So far, it's only been CNED, so we'll see if he can join him there.
And then, you know, what you're going to want to lean on if you're Bone Cold there is these young players, these guys you're going to try and mold to create. Players that I think we should definitely focus on here is Mulsi, right, from the squad, because who knows, right, what this guy could bring to the table here. I know a lot of people are excited to see him take the stage.
Yeah, you had kind of 2 duos that this team got built on. 2 from the old Vitality roster and 2 from Mulsi and Destrian. And for Mulsi, he's a guy.
टीमोन भाई ये आपकी तरह लग रहा है बिल्कुल. इसकी भी हेयर लाइन जाने वाली है बड़ा.
हेलो, मेरा हेयरलाइन कहाँ जाने वाली है भाई?
मिडल रखो भाई. वही तो यार, फेस कैम मिडल में ही सही रहेगा क्योंकि वहाँ फेस कैम से आपका वो लो में थोड़ा सा फेस कैम छोटा कर दिया सो दैट यू कैन एंजॉय. राइट सेंटर में कर दिया ब्रो.
Important to note that there's a great opportunity for us to go ahead and meet this squad and get to understand them a bit more. So to get a closer look into Vitality straight from their 2 stars, Bone Cold as well as Twist.
मैं अपने आप फेस कैम फिक्स कर लूंगा गाइस, डू नॉट वरी. हाँ जी बोलिए.
क्या और 10 साल के बाद क्या ई-स्पोर्ट्स इतना क्रेज होगा जितना क्रिकेट है इंडिया में? क्या लगता है आपको?
क्रिकेट जैसा क्रेज तो मेरे को लगता नहीं किसी स्पोर्ट्स में होने वाला है
10 साल के बाद.
नहीं किसी भी और स्पोर्ट में नहीं. हाँ रहेंगे बट
बुक्स होगी, मतलब हमारी
बुक्स में किताब बुक्स में
किताब
चैप्टर होंगे. मेरे को लगता है अगर क्रिकेट जैसा क्रेज फुटबॉल का मैं कहूंगा कि कई मायने में हो सकता है अगर फीफा क्वालिफाई करा तो इंडिया ने. हाँ मगर ई स्पोर्ट का मगर यार मुंबई वाले लैंड में तो था कुछ भी कहो.
बात तो है,
मुंबई वाले लैंड में फुल क्राउड आया था भाई.
Then from Big, we picked up our future
इसका tattoo अच्छा लग रहा है बे।
as our jet player. He has this like aura of like energy around him, and he's the guy who's, you know, like in officials always like brings up the mood. Also like mechanic.
ये टीवन फाटू को नहीं मिला एक्सेस?
है भाई, वो रैंक पुश कर रहे हैं उधर, पता नहीं क्या है।
I'm Tristan. I'm from Czech Republic. I'm 19 years old, and I'm a professional player in VALORANT.
अबे 19 साल का है ये?
And I play as a duelist. I think with our playstyle we can be prepared for any playstyle we face because we.
Bings कौन सा प्लेटफॉर्म पे देख रहा है?
And I think
YouTube.
we are really well prepared.
क्या अच्छा देख रहा हो?
All stars or any like.
भाई टीम तो तगड़ा लग रहा है, देखते क्या
we have like team that is full of good teammates, nice energy.
टीवन भाई और बिंग्स भाई, वो 19 साल का है। आप 19 साल के में क्या कर रहे थे उम्र में? क्या याद है 19 साल में? क्या याद आ रहा है? 19 साल में मैं क्या कर रहा था यार? 19 साल मतलब कौन से इसमें था मैं? 12th क्लियर करी है, 12th क्लियर करा है आपने उस 19 में। चित्रांश थैंक यू फॉर द री-स्पॉन्सर। अबे क्या बोल रहे हैं भाई? 19 साल में 12th क्लियर। भाई 18th में 12th का बोर्ड के एग्जाम देते हैं हम, जब 18th के हो जाते हैं। क्या कर रहे थे आप? आप तो बाइकों पे घूम रहे थे। आपकी फेसबुक फोटो देखी है मैंने। अखिल थैंक यू फॉर द री-स्पॉन्सर। ऑर्कुट में स्क्रैप बुक करते थे। हे डियर लुकिंग क्यूट। बिंग्स भाई आप क्या कर रहे थे 19 साल में?
19 साल में मैं ब्रेकअप्स कर रहा था।
क्या ब्रेकअप?
हाँ,
बिंग्स भाई चैटी खोल रहे थे।
भाई लैंग्वेज
भाई
सॉरी
लैंग्वेज
सॉरी
अभी हम शादीशुदा है, समझ रहे? Plus,
his name is just Ion Bucky, and I know I'm going to win that game because he buys nothing but an Ion Bucky.
Oh, that sounds absolutely wonderful. It's miserable to play against. I had a teammate every single round.
भाई एक बंदा मेरी चैट में कृष्णा जी कह रहे हैं फाटू भाई ECS 1 और डोमा के साथ बूस्ट हो रहे हैं, अब नेक्स्ट स्ट्रीम में बजेंगे। क्या? हाँ।
तो मैं मोनियट 17 साल का है।
Let's go ahead and get into our predictions. You know what? Why don't we all reveal at the same time?
Sure.
How about that? Does that? And
Oh, bye! Hey!
Now that I'm done pandering, here's my real prediction. This matchup is going to be really close. We have two teams that we both know have very strong players, but don't have a lot of experience on the international stage and are kind of both making their debuts here. I don't know what to fully expect from either of these squads. I think either of them could win, and it wouldn't be a big upset either way. I probably favor Vitality slightly, but I don't know. This is going to be a close one.
For me, if they have gotten the roles figured out, I think Global should be able to take this one. I do agree that it can be close, but there is a lot of veteran players
full support
for a very long time that have experience playing on large stages, such as Bazzi playing over the Overwatch League for multiple years. Now he comes over into Valorant. He's been a cracked player.
अगर VLT गई ना,
we'll have to just see how it.
VLT गई ना, मैं खुद जाऊंगा वहाँ पे और कैमरा में जाके इस लड़की को दूंगा। इसने कैसे बोला कि
नाका पे मुझे एक डाउट है, अभी जो टीम बनी हमारी, अगर हम सब जीत गए तब हम स्लॉट मिलेंगे, ऐसा कुछ है क्या?
Exactly. All right, guys. Well, look,
अगर सारे टूर्नामेंट्स हम जीत गए, सब कुछ डोमिनेशन एकदम, तब हमें स्लॉट मिलेगा, ऐसा कुछ है?
हाँ, भाई मैं तो जाऊंगा मैच देखने, चाहे आप वर्ल्ड में किसी कोने में भी हो।
बात तो है ना?
किसी भी कोने में मैं जाऊंगा।
अगले साल क्या होगा गाइस? इंडिया में हो जाता है तो सोचो अगले साल स्लॉट मिल गया और मुंबई में
best unpartnered teams but best partner teams excuse me but top competitors from China reading
व्लॉगिंग करने के लिए रेडी है।
हां भाई
नेक्स्ट मास्टर्स विल बी नियर गुड़गांव।
सोच तारिक वारिक आ रहा है, तारिक को बुला रहा है भाई,
सब मिल गया लेकिन मैच गुड़गांव में, कैसे लगेगा?
तो अच्छा फील होगा ना, तारिक का है बैठा है
ओ नेक्स्ट जापान में यार, प्लीज ले लो यार, मजा आएगा।
अगर एग्जाम्स है बोर्ड का, ऑल द बेस्ट दीपांशु भाई। गाइस आज दबा के लाइक कर दो यार, आज मेरा स्ट्रीम डेक नहीं चल रहा, आई डोंट नो व्हाई। गैदर योर स्क्वाड। 2x पे कर दो, कहाँ 2x पे करो मेरी जान? क्या 2x पे करो बताओ? बिल्कुल सही चल रहा है।
रखा भाई?
हाँ जी।
उस दिन जब मुंबई हम आए थे रिसेंटली, किसके लिए आए थे हम रिसेंटली?
लाइक
आप नहीं थे? नहीं आप नहीं थे, शायद नहीं थे आप। जो मैं
रेड बुल के इवेंट के लिए गए थे ना आप?
हाँ रेड बुल वाले इवेंट था ना वो। हाँ रेड बुल वाले इवेंट था क्या? किसके लिए गए थे भाई? और रिफ्रेश करनी है, रुको रुको।
भाई क्यों रिफ्रेश करनी है ट्विच पे?
भाई इन लोगों ने बोला रिफ्रेश करो।
भाई ट्विच पे कहाँ रिफ्रेश की जरूरत है? कल का एग्जाम है। अरे भाई टेंस प्रेडिक्टेड जी विन वेल। वो तो मैंने उसे व्हाट्सएप पे किया था। मैंने कहा भाई जी के बारे में अच्छा अच्छा बोलना वरना भूत भर देंगे तुम्हें। अनम्यूट, गाने चल रहे हैं। हो गया स्टार्ट हो गया।
जय बात, जय बात।
अब आएंगे प्लेयर्स। लेट्स गो रॉसी। भाई प्रोडक्शन तो है।
इतनी खुशी।
आइए रोज़ी। रोज़ी में जान का टोटा।
इतनी खुशी।
अरे फाटू भाई कैसे गए यहाँ पे?
हाँ जी
फाटू लग रहा है भाई वो बिल्कुल।
ये लाइव है, एकदम लाइव है।
हाँ एकदम लाइव है भाई। मेरे हिसाब से 5 मिनट का डिले रहा होगा, 5 या 10 मिनट।
हाँ हाँ जैसे यार
मैं तो ट्विटर ही क्रैश हो गया जी पावर। थैंक यू फॉर 40।
ओ भाई आई थिंक आ गया कोच भाई।
Will it be V for victory or GE fighting? Two unknown commodities taking the stage. Unsure
Unknown commodities बोला इसने।
Could very well be an absolute
जानकारी नहीं
gigabanger,
अपनी।
you know, especially with these two
गोलू
teams.
आ गया, गोलू आ गया। क्या बोल रहा है?
इवन भाई इसने बोला अननोन कमोडिटी जी को स्टैट्स भेजूं, इसका घर जाएगा पूरा।
क्या मैं समझ में नहीं। क्या
अननोन कमोडिटी बोला इसने जी को।
अननोन कमोडिटी मतलब क्या होता है?
अननोन बोला हमें
अननोन बोला। घर जाएगा।
स्टैट्स फेंक के मारू घर जाएगा। कितने वेरीफाइड है ना, पूरे देखे भी नहीं होंगे।
Together, talking about the game plan, likely saying, let's keep some cool heads here. So all that younger talent.
Oh my map
looking like they're chomping at the bit to go into the map draft.
Map select is a complete
क्या लगता है क्या बैन
He
करेंगे?
has not played at all in the off season, and
Recent
they'll
ban
ban
हुआ।
away
Oh, by map?
Ascent. I guess
ban
that's
किया
the map that they're not so interested.
भाई
We have
कैमरामैन तो है
I
यार।
mean,
ओ
there's
भाई
so many
कैमरामैन तो है
different
भाई।
components to this team coming across from different
I
rosters
love it.
that we can't really ever get a read as far as what they are going to be going for, but they're actually going to
Split,
give a
split.
split.
That's going to be interesting. Again, we have the questions of who's going to be playing the duelist on this team. What
Split
roles
time.
are slotting in? Will we see a raise? Who's going to be picking that up? GE is a complete question mark. Vitality,
Ooh.
more of a known quantity. They've played in the off season.
Oh,
and
by
Pearl was their
split.
most played
ठीक है।
map 5 times during the off
Pearl,
season.
उसके
They
बाद।
looked fantastic on it, but that
हाँ,
wasn't
तो
the old
भाई,
meta.
table तो है
Chamber's been nerfed now. I would expect something new compositionally.
Yep. See, have either of these teams, especially for the side of GE, given that they're so new, have they been working with things like Harbor, the things that are so new into the meta?
True.
That's another question I have.
What do they inspire
I was
from
about
it
to
of
say,
Alpha?
do they feel prepared on Lotus?
Decider
And they
क्या है?
must, because they're
Lotus
flowing into the
decider.
final map.
This is wild.
I hope we
ठीक है।
get the second two maps. Anyway, this is the
G1 होना चाहिए था यार।
This series is
Split
going
जीतेंगे
to
भाई,
be
split तो है ही
very
जी का मैच।
exciting because we know about the philosophy out of game for both these squads. But what are the
हाँ
things
बे,
that are
बात
approaching
तो है,
the
बात-
game? Will Aaron bring in some of that XZ style? Do they play a slow split like when Def was calling their attack sides with one player lurking and so many 4-1s?
Let's go, guys. Let's
Or do
go.
they
Let's
come out with something
go.
new? How much will we
Stage
transfer
देखो
over
बे।
from old versions of these teams?
And I'm really leaning on Aaron as well as Bone Cold here, right? The veterans, the leaders in the field. They're going to be the ones that there's a lot of pressure on these guys, right? And Aaron knows that. We've been talking to him a fair amount here, you know, while we're in Sao Paulo, and he's just got a great head on his shoulders.
I mean,
but here we go,
look at
Prime
the
Gaming Agent
hovers.
Select.
That is the most played instance for GE. You can see everyone's a duelist player but Aaron.
3 raises on the side of Vitality as well, but Texture, okay, you asked the question.
Rossi
Was anyone going
Sage.
to be playing raise here for this team? We're on split, so of course they're going to. So Texture's
Oh,
going back to
Sage
pick him. We
लिया।
have not seen for a very long time. I looked
भाई
it up.
टेक्सचर मारता है भाई,
June
बहुत
18th,
मारता
he
है।
played it in the upper bracket in the
सामने क्या सुने,
playoffs
Cypher
against
है।
Sphere Gaming. but
Cypher
he's
है,
only played
Omen
it
है,
17
basic
times
lineup
compared to
है।
118 games on Jet.
Twistin and Molesy both on this double duelist
Sage.
composition. We saw that work so incredibly well for Loud. It absolutely dominated against NRG. For a new team, that can be difficult to shut down. I'm interested to see how GE answers.
Let's just do quick predictions real fast. Who's winning map 1?
Vitality.
Vitality.
crowd
I'm
क्या
gonna
है
go for
भाई?
GE.
Oh, the desk is
Hello?
split up here. Well, I hope that our casters are ready to go because here's the thing. We're all set up for map number 1. So let's go ahead and send it over to our casters.
Oh, Golden
My
Man
brothers
उधर
from
देखो एक बार।
the British mothers.
Heavy
We
हो
got
रही है
Brennan
भाई उधर
Sideshow.
Thank you very much, GB. Let's get into
भाई उधर से
this
ज़्यादा crowd
match.
इधर
I
है
am
जो
so
Golden Man ने
damn
भेजा।
excited to watch this
हाँ।
match in particular, Josh, honestly.
है ना?
Out of any of the first round matches, I'm not even kidding. This is the one that I've been most excited to watch. And I know
Not
you...
Cloud9 Paper X,
not
not
Cloud9
Sentinels
Paper X,
Fnatic.
not Sentinels Fnatic. It is this match right here because it is the high-risk, high-reward roster of global esports, pooling together these duelist players, seeing what can work on this big stage as well. Where
Ambitious
turn
project.
These top players into a top team.
Yeah, and then it's the ambitious project from APAC coming up against a dark horse team from EMEA. It's not like Vitality is star-studded in the sense that we all know these players, they've all accomplished so much. There's Bone Cold, obviously, who we'll talk about in a bit, but I think the actual talent on the roster is super high. I think it's interesting that the desk is split. I would say Vitality are a little favored here, but there are just so many unknowns. It's very difficult to call
अभी time लगेगा मेरे को लग
anybody
रहा है।
a strong favorite. We don't know how these
Yep.
rosters are going to perform.
नहीं, नहीं, अभी चल रहा है।
I do think if Global
होगा क्या?
Esports is able to
Hardly,
find
हाँ,
a
2
win
मिनट में।
here, it says more. It's more of a validation for their
इनका
project,
बड़ा
and it gives you
ये
hope
texture
that
Indonesia से है ना?
global rosters where you're trying to overcome
Texture
language
पता
barriers
नहीं।
and cultural barriers and getting all of your players in the same place. And you know, SK Rossi only just getting to play with the rest of his team and meet them because of visa issues. They have had to overcome so many hurdles.
Let's go,
that
Rossi.
I think a win here today
Let's go, Rossi.
would
कोरिया
be
से है?
validating for the whole project.
Validating would mean so much.
कोरिया
वॉचिंग का है वॉचिंग का क्या है भाई आज के दिन में भी वॉचिंग का है क्या है भाई सब लोग एक ही जगह सपोर्ट करना है उसमें भी वॉचिंग का क्या है भाई अच्छी बात है कि थोड़ी ज्यादा वॉचिंग है तो वो भी अपना दोस्त मित्र भाई है भाई ये कैमरा एंगल देखो कैमरा एंगल देख रहे हो
Get here in the first place as a player.
Yeah, he's such a confident guy.
इसको पता है
But when you listen to his
बच्चा है क्या
backstory, and Global Esports did a documentary on him recently that was
इसको कैसे पता है कि
fantastic. You
इसको
should definitely
कैमरा
go
आ
and
रहा
watch
है?
it. But
हाँ,
he's
बोला क्या
talking
होगा?
about how he didn't really see his parents too much during his childhood because they were working so much to put food on the table, and he just randomly decides to go to a game.
Hello, Goldie Bye.
Goldie Bye, boom, bam.
Hello, Goldie
Boom, bam,
Bye.
चालू हो रहा है।
Good enough to be the best in this cafe. Oh wait, maybe I can be the best in South India.
Goldie Bye,
Maybe I
first
can
map
be the best
split
in
और
India.
अपन
And that
defense, क्या लग रहा है?
process took so long. It was so arduous with him. I mean, making a deal with a
Defense
gaming
है ना
cafe.
13-7 लग रहा है 13-7 लग रहा है prediction दो 13-7 मेरा
मैं बोलता हूँ 13-1
13-1 ज्यादा हो गया 13-7 जी लग रहा है
इतना डोमिनेशन नहीं होगा
13-7 जी लग रहा है मेरे को टीवन तुम बोलो
क्लोज लग रहा है पता नहीं क्या सुन
गोल्डी भाई क्या आपका प्रेडिक्शन
13-10
13-10 जी
हाँ
मुझे थोड़ा देखना पड़ेगा उसके बाद वो prediction देख सकता हूँ.
It is just excitement and confidence, nothing else.
I just
Now
received
we're
a
ready to
message.
get into it. The pistol round here.
Let's
Map
go,
number one
Rossi!
between Global Esports and
वो देखा group
Vitality.
देखा
No
उसने?
time being wasted
जो
already.
watch party चला रहे
Fast
हैं
take
वहाँ
up
पे.
towards A ramp as a flash.
हाँ देखा वहाँ स्टेडियम से ज़्यादा क्राउड तो वहाँ है.
Gained as of right
पूरा
now.
electric है भाई.
Trailblazer used in response to that one. Looks like a boom bot also going to be queued.
Nice.
Taken. A call made. An aggressive one at that to try and push
रॉसी
through
बचा
the
है अभी
smoke.
रॉसी बचा
A
है.
collapse onto the
ये 10
Vitality
HP
players,
है.
but
2v2 ही है.
hold
2v2
their
ही है.
ground, they do survive.
2v2 है. मारेगा.
हाँ 10 HP है ना दूसरा
Trying to
बंदा.
find a timing, but Vitality were aware of it. Quite nice control for a double duelist comp, which would normally be playing really aggro. There's Zendo with 3 in the round. That Ghost looking so precise. And it puts everything on the shoulders of the new.
मेरे को भी लग रहा है 2 बंदे लो हैं. भाई 2 बंदे लो हैं 1v1 है.
These tournaments before.
Let's go.
Beam them down. A single clip was all that was necessary.
नहीं 1v1.
10 HP on Molsey with the
वो 10
spike.
HP है ये.
This is more than
ये
winnable.
सही है.
Aaron really slowing down this round as well. Didn't overstep
कैम ऊपर
himself.
करूँ थोड़ा सा.
Friend, the other part of this too is
1v1 है क्या?
Molsey has
अरे
a
करेगा
frenzy.
करेगा.
That's actually quite difficult to kill Aaron before 10 damage is done.
करा,
A
करा,
frenzy
करा,
frenzy
कैम
battle, you normally
उठाया
exchange
होगा.
some damage.
Contact play. Does Aaron even realize? Jumping up onto the box, trying to catch an unusual angle, but Multi missing a shot to the snake bite. Oh my goodness. Pushes Multi away for but a moment. That's a fight want to be taken. Aaron moving forwards, making a lot of noise though. Multi very aware that he's not playing there, but the positioning is known, and now a nade.
मार दे भाई W.
Running down. 65
Let's
handle.
go.
Run and gun is the play.
Let's go.
For the IGL player. Team captain.
JE fighting.
What a clutch. What a
1-0.
great way to begin. Aaron leaning on that confidence to win a
JE
1v3.
fighting.
The Red Bull clutch
JE
coming in there.
fighting.
But that was a tense pistol that could have gone
अबे
either
बस
way for sure.
अब जीतेंगे लाइन से.
And I think
भाई स्प्रे
a great map to showcase Aaron and Bone Cold's strengths, the two IGLs of either team. Because Aaron's new to the IGL role, but he used to call the defense sides for Exet. And Split was an amazing map for Exet, an amazing map on the defense side too. So this is comfort zone for
सब गए
Aaron.
में
They're also
Immortals
even playing a comp
Immortal
that
Pile
looks really similar
Mamba
to stuff
रहेगा.
that Exet ran in the past. And you look over at Vitality, sure, Bone Cold isn't on the Omen anymore, but this is the same comp that Ascend used to run when they were at the top
उधर
of the world,
बहुत
best
bantering
team in
हुई
the
है
world
backstage
on Split.
पता है.
Times have changed, metas have changed.
केतन भाई थैंक यू फॉर द 10 गिफ्टेड लव यू मेरी जान थैंक यू सो मच क्यों पीक लेने का रे टेक्सचर ऐसे जाके मेरी जान
Maybe expecting that he could have gained some control of A main, but
नहीं रॉसी भाई नहीं अपने आप आना डिफेंस है अपने आप आएंगे वो
Spectre as well to twist them now.
फिर ये
So
कर रहे हैं
Vitality didn't invest too much into
गन
this
मिल
round
गई
of
यार
this.
उनको एक
I believe just the sheriffs, it seems like, across the board, but an exchange of weapons as well onto players that might be a little bit healthier. And okay,
Nice.
Cold, he spotted. Beam down there with a wall play. Global Esports are going to be aware that this is a fake play into B. Obviously, the side already being taken. SK Rossi going to be hearing all of this, including this plan going down.
4v4 easy retake.
Global Esports to react in kind and
That's
see if they can surround.
It's a very open plant. And also, look at the deliberate cage that Sender put in the middle of the site. I assume this is for Twister
भाई
to
ये
play
कहाँ है
around later
कैमरा?
on in the post.
Bit of a kill trip there being
Oh,
played by
whoa!
Sender. Shot! You've got to be joking.
कौन से कैमरा?
Just absolutely rattling them off. One
भाई क्या
after
मारा
the
उसने
other.
वो?
There was no trade in sight, yet still dangerous task ahead. What can they do with a weaponry though? Got to hold this one down. And Neural Theft already revealing the positioning. SK Rossi moving across onto the side, but he has fallen. All down to Aaron once more. One player isolated for time is running low. And at the back of the site, the crossfire was there. And honestly, just sheer heroics.
भाई उसने जो वन टैप मारे 3 उसकी अल्ट आ गई पता है T1 सेकंड राउंड में
He's 6-1 right now. And
उसका अल्ट आया बे
on the players trying to
सेकंड राउंड
retake
में
everything there. Absolutely.
भाई SK Rossi is the first Indian player to attend an international event in Valorant.
I was watching his games, been watching him for a
History,
while.
baby, history. Inspiration बोलते इसलिए कह रहा हूँ Valorant में RR मत करो ऑल चैट पे टॉक्सिक मत बनो गेम प्ले से आगे जाओ गेम प्ले से RR से नहीं गेम प्ले से आगे जाओ मारो
ओमन मरेगा
Just containment here for Vitality. Looking to see if they can punish this play on the eco. Just trying to see if they can collect any more kills, and they're making it incredibly aware. Vitality Vitality able to just
अरे
hold
इको
these
राउंड है
off
कोई
range
दिक्कत
as
नहीं
well.
ले ले भाई खुश हो जा तू इको फ्रैग ले भाई
That's rough. Mulsi is
ले
one
इको
away
फ्रैग
from
ले
an ultimate now. And considering that this has been, you know, a weird situation where Vitality win the second round, it actually delays the rifle round by at least one. Right? Because Vitality are now going to, you know, it's going to be round 4 by the time we get a proper clash. And that means that Mulsi has an extra round to get a big ultimate online that he can use to turn the tide of that fight. So I think things are starting to look a little worrying here for global esports. If Mulsi can get in a good position, considering that they've got, you know, 2 phantoms.
शील्ड सेव कर रहा है क्या सेव कर रहा है
This next round, global need to win it.
Weaponry's
क्या सेव हो रहा है भाई
quite good. We were building up these players, Josh, as well, in this particular round as well. Sender as a player.
Haga.
He whiffed it a little bit there, but no,
दोनों
eventually.
अभी देख रहे हैं proper gun
Speaking of
round
Salah as well, who was
हैं?
coach
खुद
for
मर गया?
Vitality. And honestly, it feels like I haven't been
proper
on
round है buy round
every
अपना
time in a breakfast in the elevators. I've just been always meeting up with Vitality players and the coach as well. But
Esports चल रहा है eco
listen,
में
if you want to sound like a god on the desk, hype up Sender, because according to their coach, listen, of course he's going to say this. He said that he's currently playing like the best player in Europe.
Yeah.
His own words. Obviously quite biased.
Sounds like he's gassing his own player up, but I also think that there's probably a shred of truth to that, because Sender does look fantastic in the run-up in the off-season prior to being picked up. This is a massive round though.
SK Rossi just hoping to try and take that.
भाई heaven control ले लिया
Look at this.
Okay, so this is
much pace.
This is going to be a pinch, but I'm not sure they were aware that Aaron was going to use his ult in mid. Obviously now, Aaron and Monya are not in a great spot, but there's no boomboard or really informational tools they can use to help them get inside the pit. So,
भाई ये क्या control है भाई
backstab here because the rest of Vitality have been lurking, creeping, and crawling all the way up.
हैं ulti आ गई third round में
Slow war, but the feed of Mulsi. No one is going to be on this side.
third round में ult आ गया
A
भाई
couple of layers ahead here, but despite it mid, that is important. Twiston, he wins it versus Munyet, and he's going to be backing away with his life. Plant starting to go down now.
That's the second time that Monya's pushed through a smoke and taken an unfavorable fight.
Nice.
Bazi though responding, takes down Sender, who's been a menace in some of these rounds. Twiston is miles away from the action if Global Esports can hurry this one up, but the Sage Walls are just delaying everything.
Yeah, just a cross-section for it.
Bye.
No one really aware of it. Destrian does move over to the other side of the wall, but a double face there. Drop down onto high-low.
Nice.
Destrian had to TP back onto to try and move him out. Multi will be falling, but time running low now, and he did not know where Twiston is. Dash enabled, moves forwards. Trying to contest this one in a 1v1, but Aaron, he has to stick it. The percentage play, he needs to try and get half, and it sets up Twiston. Slam dunk win.
And just think about how different the round could have been if Twiston had been dealt with and cleared out of ropes when they knew he'd gone into there. They were
कोई नहीं अब come back होगा
Possibly they thought he escaped after he got up to heaven, but I would have thought that Global Esports could keep a better track of the Jet player there. Interesting pathing from Vitality early on, and it pays dividends.
ये कैसे कर रहे हैं देख?
हाँ भाई duelist lurk कर रहा है भाई हेलो क्या सीन है?
Esports are in a pretty horrible position here. Their comp should be great on the defense side, and they're going to be looking down the wrong end.
भाई duelist lurk कर रहा है भाई ये तो गलती है.
Despite the heroics coming out from their IGL Aaron.
रॉसी क्या कर रहा था वहाँ पे? भाई वो wall तोड़ रहे थे.
Biding their time, seeing if they can cook up anything in
कोई
particular.
दिक्कत नहीं रॉसी भाई.
One away from the ultimate.
रॉसी.
Wall क्यों नहीं डाल रहे हैं?
We believe you,
On
dude.
the other end of this round, of the by playing for an orb kill.
अरे mid control ले रहे हैं ना वो heaven control ले रहे हैं mid control ले रहे हैं.
ये ऑफ कर रहा था ना इसलिए शायद.
Are SK Rossi and Monya, right? They've for SK Rossi, he's been playing a lot domestically, but he hasn't had an opportunity like this on the big stage just yet. And those two players have yet to really get going in this match so far. Sure, there's only been 4 rounds, but both sat at the bottom of the leaderboard 0-4, and Monya's had a couple of weird pushes through a smoke. SK Rossi got caught out while he was just knifing the wall, a little bit unaware. So maybe these players need to settle into the groove a little before you see the talent being demonstrated. For Vitality, I mean, if you smell blood in the water and you realize that Global are a little shaky to start a match, you got to hammer that home.
Yeah.
कोई ना we will.
We'll see if they're going to be pouncing on that opportunity, but so far in this match, what I have been noticing is there's a lot of presence towards A main from Vitality.
Yeah.
Heavy emphasis being played from them, where they're just trying to take that A ramp control, get a player into position.
चलो कोई नहीं eco निकालो यार ये.
Changing things up too much in this round, keeping it simple for them. Paranoia, Twister moves forwards, and the one and done position is checked from Aaron. Weaker guns obviously from them. Bazzi just trying to play up behind the wall, seeing if he can get anything done, but very well executed so far.
And the defensive Viper wall actually allows Vitality to come in
round
and
कर ले भाई
worry about a
जान
lot of
तब
angles on A. So Global need to be aware of how best
Nice
to play these
retake.
results.
Nice.
He's trying
Nice
to take
trade.
the play. Texture.
अरे यार.
Tries to make the most of this one, but
कोई नहीं,
again,
कोई
just
नहीं,
can't
कोई
withstand that.
Good eco, good eco.
against the rifles.
Good eco भाई, 2 guns गिराई हैं, good
Now,
eco.
here's the important round for Global Esports again. They have
Twistin
massive
by
ultimates
full
to work with,
W.
especially
Twistin by का
textures.
tattoo अच्छा लग रहा है ना यहाँ पे जो आदमी
And I think
ऐसे कर
setting
रहा है.
texture up in A heaven almost guarantees value out of his ultimate.
Yeah.
Vitality have not been going for big B bursts, but actually Vitality's comp, one of the big reasons why this used to be a meta comp on Split is that it has a lot of variety in where you can play around the map. It's
चलो
good
भाई
for
ये
bursts
round
from both
important
sides,
है.
but it can
रॉसी
take
भाई
you
के
a
पास
little
ऑफ है.
However, texture's set up in B heaven, and it looks like Vitality this time are making a play towards mid. They'll just use Sender's cages to apply some pressure over on a ramp, and instead...
Nice.
Oh, okay.
Nice
A raw spam, yeah, straight through the smokes. Also
दिख
just
गया
trying to
उसको,
lurk
दिख
up
गया.
behind it. Trailblazing gets good.
Nice, Rossi!
Head taken clean off from Sender. Trying to catch that lurk, but obviously his positioning was
Oh,
no
भाई डिंग
prior.
दिया
And
उसने.
speaking of heads being taken off, Munyet needs to play a bit more carefully there. Paranoia, dash forwards from Twistin, a play to be made from him perhaps.
फंस गया ये, फंस गया, ये
Stuck
फंस
in this
गया.
position, and there's going to be
अरे
a
मेरा
two-stop
कद्दू आ गया
directed.
तू.
What in the Lord's name am I watching?
Bonecold's attempting to create some pressure in B with this Sage Wall, hoping
By
that
full-
it opens up the middle of the map.
भाई इसमें एक भी करने के नीचे अपन की. Let's go, मारो, घुस के मार इसको. मार इसे, मार.
Esports can completely flush out this hit.
And they know exactly where their screen is as well. Pure confidence.
रॉसी भाई
inside
मारेंगे
Global
ऑफ से,
Esports.
दिक्कत की बात नहीं है.
No wasted moments from him. Smoke across the cut. Forwards. Destrino.
अरे मेरा
There's another punish.
And what a big
Let's
round
go.
from Rossi and Monya. The
भाई
players
important
that
round
we
था ये
were
बहुत,
waiting
पता
to
है.
see anything from. 0 and 4 coming into this round, and they get 3 kills between them out of the 5.
Yeah,
With
huge
SK,
plays.
yeah, SK Rossi using the utility
Oh,
from
भाई
Bazzi to flush out
sexy
Sender
खेला भाई
early.
texture ने.
And then Monya just spamming through the smoke, gets this first kill, and then playing around the smokes quite nicely, but really like the way that Rossi has picked up the operator, flushed out Sender, and used the Sage Wall. Good utility usage, and good punish. Otherwise, Sender's going to be a menace over there on A.
Absolutely. A good adaptation. Getting the operator in his hands. In fact, switching up the positioning as well, because SK Rossi now not playing towards
देख रहे हो, ये कर रहे हैं
the
वो.
ramp area, but that is where the majority of Vitality are.
Oh भाई ये कौन सी कैम
What's
है?
the answer here? A bit of random spam coming through. Slow orbs, multi already into the back of the side. He
ये
satchels
कहाँ
up
double
on top
satchel
of the
किया
box
इसने?
actually. Holding this
कैसे
angle
लगाया
yet
उसने
still
उधर?
Aaron anchoring into the back of the site. Flash to push them
44.
back. And then they did push Aaron out wide. It was capitalized on by the Vitality players. You can see that Sender have managed to get themselves.
Plant
in
देख रहे हो
that
कहाँ कर रहा
go
है?
down.
That's unfortunate because
भाई
the retake wall is now not going to be active.
अरे अब ये लर्क बीट ही देगा भाई.
Trying to find his timing in mid is going to be so important right now, and he does win it out. If he stays alive, he's going to be causing issues for them, and still holding that close angle. Re-peek, just a little bit too late, and still it has crumbled before their eyes.
ये क्या था भाई?
Operator in the hands of Twist, and he makes the most of that one.
Yeah, even with Destrian finding success, the biggest problem for Global is the trading there through screens.
A little bit delayed.
Very delayed. And I think that that speaks to how new of a team Global are, and maybe the comms
भाई
get flustered
Tristan
in
मार
these
रहा है
moments.
भाई.
Because look, there is just nobody behind Texture. The next player is almost 2 seconds later, and it's Rossi swinging with an op. So one of their rifle players needs to get on a line there. Okay,
मेरे को लग रहा पता है वो पीछे आगे पीछे
this
हो गया.
round happening in B main.
Jump peek to
ये अगर
bait.
पीक किया ना
That's
मरेगा.
nice.
Yeah, that is quite nice. Just to set up SK Rossi onto that angle.
But SK Rossi is in. I mean, he's on such a deep line and he can't escape. Oh, he's actually using the wall.
Yeah.
That's a little weird because now he needs to reposition and get value out of the operator. Vitality are going to be playing quite quickly, so he relies on the rest of his team here to slow Vitality down.
देखा ना उसने उसे वहाँ पे?
It seems like the early game plan of Global Esports was to play heavy for that
भाई
exchange.
control mid control
Spreading
नहीं
this
खेल
opening
रहे
in mid. You can see Vitality
Mid control, heaven control easily ले रहे भाई full.
exploring. Spike in the hands of Multi. Winning around, seeing if they can force a fight, a play to be made.
और इसके Multi पे ult है.
Now.
Wait a second. Did Rossi put a terrible Sage Wall in B main that Bonkol can just jump over? Yeah,
he did. Yeah, there's a box behind
Yeah.
that you can just jump over that.
I didn't realize that he connected it to the
इसको
box
पता
so
था.
that you could just jump up. That's an experience on the agent showing there. Obviously, Rossi playing a new role.
Oh,
and that's where you don't expect him to miss. Normally so talented.
And look at this, pressure being applied to just every single direction on the map. Oh my word! Stray shot, Bazzi dropped down to 110, spray down, he is low.
Oh,
that kind of range, but Bazzi was weakened. And Aaron seems to be aware of this play that was occurring. There you go, click on ahead, and there we go. Find the kill. But it is just left up to Aaron, and might be getting a bit flustered now into this 1v2. Destrian backs away again. That kind of patience and discipline. Doesn't want to take the fight. Just makes it nice and awkward.
फिर भी इतनी दूर से लग गई.
Easy 1v1s for Aaron to be able to take to try and win this one.
And now Destrian gets a sound cue as well as Aaron goes up the rope. This is an almost unwinnable situation because Vitality just haven't given Aaron anything to work with.
Quite aware of where the positioning could be, but a
Arey baba.
fight, yeah, just not wide enough. And
well,
Shorty up close once more. I mean, Twiston was saying, listen, if you think we've been seeing shorter kills up until now, what you
19 साल का है वो 19 साल का.
भाई उनके जेट भाई क्रेजी है.
भाई 19 साल का वो बंदा है एक हमारे 19 साल में बस आ रहा तेरी माँ की ड्रॉप ये सब करते हैं.
Fantastic too, though. I think that's part of what sets all of this up. And yeah, we're really seeing. There's clearly a game plan coming from Aaron about how Global should play their defensive side, but it's the small mistakes that are really slipping them up.
यार ये नहीं समझ में आया ये क्या मारा बैट पे.
हाँ 10 HP था ना 10 HP था 10 HP था ना वो मगर वो फिर भी 10 HP कैसे गई इतनी दूर से.
Situation just scrambled them.
भाई जेट और शॉटगन नर्फ होगा देख लो.
If he puts down a better Sage wall and is then able to op in mid.
कोई नहीं यार attacking map है कोई.
Maybe that round goes differently.
डिफेंस मैप पर आगा भाई.
अरे यार गोल्ड भाई आज से हो गया अटैकिंग मैप कोई दिक्कत की बात
Global are going for a gamble stack on A, but when you don't hear anything
बट भाई
early on,
गलत ही W दबारे ये लोग तो.
अरे ये लोग ऐसे कंट्रोल ले रहे हैं ऐसे कुछ है ही नहीं.
भाई बी फ्री में
A ramp.
मेरे आते ही जीते
Fairly
ये.
consistently. Senders presumably faked it with the
ओ
cage.
भाई सिर्फ शॉटगन ने रश किया देखा वोटे भाई. उसने.
So the gamble not paying off here. It's going to be that easy plan.
एक gamble गया
Vitality.
मिड वॉल क्यों करनी है वाइपर है ना.
Just thinking about not giving away too much. Trying to go down to the spike.
भाई फ्रेंजी वाला आगे रहे ना.
As well would be quite key.
मैं क्यों ज्ञान दे रहा हूँ मेरी खुद की रैंक फ्लैट है.
Sender with his late lurk position. Shutting them all down in mid, and there's a re-swing attempt. It looks like Global Esports want to try
भाई
and
अगर
fight
वो
this
एस लेता ना
into
मेरा हो गया था.
Sender.
The Cypher ult isn't the best one in the world if you have to feed yourself into somebody. But this is going to be a very easy round for Vitality to clean up.
एंटी रहा है.
I think you can just see the way that Vitality has been
7-5 हो जाए
it
बस.
relies on pre-existing synergies between the players. So they have a bit of a core from Oglu, you know, and then
वो ऑप और शॉटी खेल रहा है पता है.
and a little sprinkling of big on the top as well.
यार ऑप क्यों यार इसमें स्टेज में.
भाई उनके पास दो अल्ट है अपने पास वाइपर अल्ट है. उनके पास एक और अपनी सेज की अल्ट है वो उठाएगा मारते.
And so it's going to be a much more difficult project to get off the floor, and I think that was the concern that everybody had with this team.
9-3 curse हो जाए.
शॉटगन देखे
You listen to the players, they're thinking about multiple seasons, but still wanting to get wins early on.
Very long-term focus with this Global Esports squad.
Much better Sage.
भाई वो फिर भी घुस रहे हैं पता है.
Allowing anybody to hop up on top of it. Looks like a fight might be trying to be taken.
भाई क्या.
भाई चला गया.
And just holding for now. Moving forward inside this Viper's pit. There's a timing taken. Does he know that they crossed? Okay. Bit of whiffage there from Sender, but did he know that they've been compromised right now towards a ramp? That space was gained. Yeah, it's a pop flash play.
Nice flash, Ray.
Nails the target, but Bone Cold was not playing in position for that one, so he does trade it out relatively effectively. And now that resurrected play, Aaron is being squeezed.
वो देखो शॉटी लेके घुस रहा है.
Convergence on either side. Bit of spam there around the corner.
मत दे भाई.
When Destrian got inside.
चल भाई टेक्सचर पीछे से आ रहा है.
Texture. Be a playmaker here on the flank.
Yeah, these positions are flipped all the way around. Just as Aaron was being squeezed this time, it is Texture going for that late flank. Players in
हाँ भाई क्या flank करता है टाइम पे.
You got to be aware of it surely that a ramp they could have been playing it. No choice to get away with it for free. The shots just going one after the other. Texture does eventually claim that kill, but
Pratham thank you for the 14.
right now.
Pankaj thank you for the 100.
Made that much harder.
Hater भाई super chat.
Rossi is using this operator and just unfortunate timing once more.
टाइमिंग हो रहा है भाई, टाइमिंग हो रहा है, सब टाइमिंग हो रहा है.
Outplayed. Vitality with nice protocols to clear out the Viper's pit. To Aaron's credit,
भाई गलत टाइमिंग हो रहा है, कुछ भी बोलो पब्लिक का.
But Vitality are always able to sneak past them or blast their way through them and then surround them on
कोई
all
दिक्कत नहीं,
sides.
कोई दिक्कत नहीं.
The raw talent as well is showcased here.
8-4, 8-4.
Twiston 16-4. Sender and Molsey also having a great game individually, just able to farm these global esports players currently. We need to see a bit more resistance.
Oh, okay.
Oh, ये देख रहे हो alt?
Twiston?
Yeah,
with the
okay.
knives as well.
Okay.
Sage wall, updraft.
Not going to spot anybody.
No plays.
Oh, almost spot कर लिया था उसने.
Yeah, could have got his head taken off, but no.
That's actually another Ascend classic being called from Bone Cold.
All the way back in the day.
I've seen CNED do that.
Yeah. So desperate times here for global esports. Got to get something else on the board. So half by round from them, so the weaponry is that much weaker.
नहीं अच्छा खेल रहा है उनका Jet.
So far on their defense side,
ओमन लर कर रहा है.
looking too good.
हेवन जाके आने का मिड ही है ये लोग.
हाँ. साइफर भी लर कर रहा है, ओमन भी लर कर रहा है, इनका जेट भी कभी-कभार लर कर लेता है टाइम टू टाइम.
With the pistol, maybe you start to have some belief. All the time in there.
साइफर लर कर रहा है.
Is he even going to think about re-clearing mid?
No, and they've just contacted all the way up behind. Not sure if they've just heard the money drop or
Extra
what, but
camera.
yeah, as he goes to re-clear it, was just so unaware. Just left out of SK Rossi. He's only got the Bucky.
कुछ नहीं कर सकता भाई.
Just full patience. Really, really well played by Vitality. How slowly they were playing that one. Not willing to give anything away.
Oh, भाई इसको देखो भाई.
That is flawless. Vitality currently so in control of this game.
Bro.
And we've actually seen Split be somewhat
attacker-sided
भाई भाई जीतेंगे. भाई 9-3 कर्स हो जाए, 9-3 कर्स हो जाए यार.
That is too that when people run the like heavy defensive comps,
भाई
they're
उनकी
not
जेट के
breaking
20
enough
किल
rounds
भी
on the
होने वाले
attack side
भाई.
themselves to equalize it. So maybe we're seeing the double duelist meta come back with people like Loud also playing it on this map. Twiston and Mossy have put on a masterclass, and I think Bone Cold's calling in general. He just understands this map so well.
Early fight for control here, and yeah, it is that final chance, Josh. The Cosmic Divide going to be used very early on here by Global Esports just to try and deny control of a lot of areas of the map at once. But I mean, Vitality, they just contact up through this, and there's going to be that paranoia.
Nice one.
They played to deny that one. Multi, the satchels were clean, the movement was nice, but he does get taken down on the high ground, and despite the fact that Bone Cold was vulnerable, he wins out that engagement. Seeker's going to be giving him a lot of information that the players found their way onto the site now.
Come on, Rossi bhai. 4v4, let's go.
Twiston holding close now below into hell. He's going to be taking first
Mid
contact.
में Cypher lurk कर रहा है
Up his angles, is it going to be
Oh,
cleared? Not quite well enough.
Where's the second player there?
Nice, nice. 3v2, throw me.
A very nice final round now. Texture does have the ult, but he rips it out at just the wrong time.
Nice, Rossi bhai.
Finding that one, still one player left alive. Destron, you can
Nice. 9-3 curse, bete. 9-3 curse.
Munya will claim the round for his
Curse
team.
activated.
3 on the board for this first half.
Lifeline. One last desperate lifeline. But unless you're on the 9-3 curse hype train, this is looking like a brutal beginning to split. 20 kills from Twiston. And something makes me think he's not going to slow down in the next half.
Yeah, this is a hell of an opening for Vitality, honestly, on the global stage like this. And for Global Esports have to really pull up the bootstraps as we head into that second half, because it's only going to get more difficult from here. But that's going to do it for the first half. Mumbai send it down to the desk to break it all down.
Thank you so much, fellas. And there you can see, I mean, Twiston, what a showing for him in the first half. They're dropping 20, but I think it's safe to say here, like, the fundamentals.
Full support मिल रहा है उसे यार, उसके साथ रेज है ना, दोनों घुस रहे हैं वो.
हाँ रे,
दोनों घुस रहे हैं वो actually.
जो पहला राउंड भी वो अकेले घुस के दो
And as we look back on one of those rounds, what I was especially impressed with were some of the game plans they built around this double duelist comp. They start this one off with Twiston diving into heaven, finding this weird trying to get into vent. His team goes back and executes B, and a bit of a blunder from Manye. He actually falls to Twiston there, pushing back through his own pit. Twiston then reactivates on this lurk and is ready to push back around again as his team is holding on this post. GE push it a little bit close on this one. Some of these players find some big kills.
यार इसकी साउंड तो आई होगी यार उसको.
Very late into this round, come back.
ये जब मेन से भागते हुए आया.
To win that one out for them. Vitality, I like a lot of the ideas we were seeing with this double duelist.
हाँ जब मेन से पड़ा तो पीछे मुंडी करके क्यों गया उसने? हाँ वही.
Completely lost track of him. It was really brutal for him. They need to step up.
ना वो नहीं है ना.
Yeah, then, you know, also for the GE side, though, I mean, you gotta give the moment to Aaron here. The guy continues to just show up and clutch in those real pivotal moments.
Sure, he has, and he has been kind of the pillar for this team. We're talking about him. He is the veteran. He's the one that has that international experience. But it needs to be more spread out amongst the rest of the roster. Right now, he's the only one in the spotlight. Everybody else left out in the shadows. He needs to be able to guide them to a strong attacking half. It's 9-3. It's definitely recoverable, but it definitely feels bad going in with that scoreline after starting on the defending side.
Yeah, on split, that is a difficult scoreline to come back with. We need a better pistol round from them. They're not relying on Aaron's clutches. GE, this is going to be difficult.
Yeah, it is going to be quite challenging for GE to climb their way back into this game. But with Aaron on the calls, hey, anything is possible. Let's see what happens. Send it back over to Brendan's sideshow.
भाई वो एंजॉय कर रहे हैं, पता है वहाँ पे देख रहे हो तुम? वीडियो क्वालिटी बढ़ाओ, कम लग रही है. भाई 1080 सोर्स है और क्या चला जाऊँ? हैं? बिल्कुल लाइव चला जाऊँ क्या अभी? ब्राजील कैमरा लेके तुम्हारे लिए. रिपोर्टर RakaZone Gaming reporting. अरे बहस क्या?
And it was Twiston who said in the interview series we did that little pre. Their team doesn't have any star players, but might be weaving a different tale possibly on the other end of this series.
भाई ये कहाँ कैमरा है?
It's definitely a dark horse team, but it may become some star players.
ये ऊपर पिलर पे
All right, Global Esports with a big engagement. They've got past
मार दो. Let's go. W हमें भी आता है बेटे.
It's good. This one out. Still Morsi tries to make the play there. Every single bullet in the clip being used as he rattles off the shots.
तू काट.
Let's get that one. Still texture.
काट.
It's a quirky position. The double faces. They all drop down. A classic right clicks. Definitely working out for them, and they know where the final player is. Twiston.
Knife हो जाए इसको.
100 health to his name. Does have that sheriff. Now just waiting. Trying to see if Global Esports will give him an easy kill. Finds the first stun, and that swing is just ever so slightly delayed.
भाई ये क्या था भाई?
Kill found regardless.
And actually really good trading there. I think the swing from Bazzi, or swinging off other players.
हो गया कर्स भाई, कर्स activate हो गया.
From Monye that came through, that looked really good. And then also Bazzi swinging at the end to shut down Twiston.
Sage div bete.
So, nice trade.
A pretty drilled pistol round actually coming out from Global Esports. Gives me a little more confidence that they could mount some form of comeback. But they have to make sure that after winning the pistol, they don't immediately fall to the sheriffs, because that was the story of the first half. Both pistols going the way of Global.
Flyboy, what is that?
Net them any momentum.
See now, just how they want to play this one, because
यार B कर दो कोई please.
There's that double phase. You can see Sender just holding from mail as well.
भाई W करो, मेरे को नहीं पता. W घुस के मारो. बस क्या?
A lot of space being gained. Now you see that satchel play. Boombot clears a lot of these angles.
भाई एरन एक और आ रहा है एरन भाई, एक और आ रहा है. गेम सेंस है. नहीं गेम सेंस है.
Get a bit of an upgrade in the form of that sheriff. So
क्या है भाई Twiston में? क्या
dealt with, but the site should be relatively free now.
और कर spam कर.
Need to deny actually. That's going to be perfectly rebounded, and you got to be joking.
Rossi by full cover.
Send it oh my word, you got to be.
By throw it, please, yaar.
Team is so cracked with the sheriffs.
Just finding so many opportunities.
Oh my god!
And they are just making the most of it. One after the other. Isolated
please,
down to that 1v1 Sender. He's Lodo. Has to nail
oh my god!
He does. All the players weakened. And it is just a repeat of that first half. Global Esports, they win the pistol round and immediately lose it to the sheriff purchase.
Bro,
it's tragic, an absolute tragedy for Global Esports.
भाई इको राउंड कैसे हार रहे हैं भाई?
With a great pistol round on both halves, but they just can't compete with this level of. I mean, look at that. These shots are absurd. The final one from Sender is just good communication that the player is weak enough, but Global Esports offering so many 1v1s, and Vitality are super happy to take them.
Something to be said as well about Vitality's composition being that much more simple as well. They can obviously focus much more on trading the team plays, individual moments.
Bone Cold's wall here is so annoying to
By
deal
peak,
with
bro.
on an eco round for Global. It takes every bullet in the pistol just to get rid of it and have any semblance of mid control.
Yeah.
And you've got a nice cam setup there that helps them control A ramp, get a bit of information, or even
Rossi
set up
की
trap
आधी HP
plays.
कैसे हुई?
The double face just
हाँ ना?
missing Destrin as he was peeking for that information. Sends out that paranoia as well. Slows down a faster play. And Vitality are swarming it now with the rest of their players, making sure that they contain that choke point that was being watched for.
But there's less than a minute on the clock. They don't control any area of the map, and Global Esports are 4-10 down. They need a sheriff pick.
And there you go. Once more.
Clean shot
Just from a straight back. Backing away. I believe the spike was dropped down to the floor as well off of that, so they know that they're at least attempting to rotate, and Twisting can hear it all. Right through sewers, making all the noise in the world. Flash play around the corner.
Oh, nice shot.
Clearing this.
Nice.
That is a whiff though, and the
That's
players
what
do
they
clean
need.
up, and there is the capitalization. Dropping down. A little bit inaccurate with the aim, yet still Multi will nail the shots and clean up the
Kallu
remaining
Telwala,
players.
thank you for the responsor.
Yeah, Global found themselves an opportunity, but again, just no coordination on how they're getting in through a choke point. It's stuff that needs to be drilled, and they'll get there over time.
13-4
But
coming.
for now, Global are really struggling
Chappal pe
to get that
chappal.
second player in
Pace
behind
मारा branch
Destrin,
पे twisted.
or even offer any utility
कितना
potential
gold
to
का
favor. I
23
mean,
मतलब?
Hey,
look,
20.
there's
23.
4 seconds before the next player swings.
15 राउंड में पहली बार whiff
And
किया
no
उसने.
utility to help Texture get into the site, and I feel like that's just been a repetition. Every retake,
चलो अपनी
every
एक अल्ट है उनके पास दो
attempt to
अल्ट है
attack.
वैसे इतनी अच्छी अल्ट
Steadily, the
Oh,
wiggle
भाई.
afforded to Global
एक
Esports
वो लेने के लिए हाँ? देखा तूने?
shortened.
हाँ
Sorry,
और
I'm just
लेने
watching
अल्ट आ गया ना
the
उसका
exact same kind of
तीन
setups
अल्ट आ
I've
गई
seen
इनकी
before on Split from teams like Ascend, teams like
भाई
Hundred Thieves.
ये ऑफ लगा के
I mean, this
बैठा है
Vitality
भाई
team
हार्ड
has
स्कोप
got
छोड़ेगा
great
ये
protocols on Split.
Taken, dropping down to ropes.
भाई ऐसे कौन आउट स्कोप करके बैठा रहता है भाई ऑलरेडी 23 किल है तेरे
The operator, but not going to be given any easy opportunities to take a stray shot.
This might
One
be
tap हो
overlooking
जाए
from Destro.
अरे भाई तेरे को नहीं बोला उसको बोला है भाई
Yeah, and he just backs away on top of it. Multi. Seems like they're trying to get a read that this could have been the B split.
अरे यूसी
पीछे भी आ गया वो पीछे भी आ गया
The wall means that he'll be able to get
उसने
back
वो
to
खा
safety.
लिया
And
damage
was
खा
done,
लिया
though, kill claimed onto
तो
Bazzi could be quite
किसने कहा
critical. He
उसका?
still has his ult in his hands.
बजर विन को ले
Putting on
रहा
top of the rope though, dodge to the side. Good info gained. Now there's 40 seconds left in this round, and it needs to be just a bit more put behind into this round. They do get these kills traded out, but the paranoia is going to be again
2v4
putting a stop to
चलो
this.
रॉसी
No
भाई दिखा दो
fast play behind it.
दिखा दो रॉसी भाई क्रिस
That
फेम
smoke, I think, eating up the flash.
हाँ,
Not even
read
clearing
कर
this
रहे हैं
corner
भाई
out
वो लोग।
effectively, dropping down to the floor. The aim
मतलब उनको
not
पता है वो
recent
एंगल
नहीं
in
नहीं
the
है
fight, so Vitality. They earn their way to that
Amazon
12th
से
round.
शिवांग
Now
भाई
one more
मतलब कुछ और
round
एंगल नहीं दे रहे
stands
मतलब
between
उधर ही
them and
आएंगे
winning this map.
मोहित भाई थैंक यू फॉर द 40
So far in the tournament, EMEA as a region has been in shambles, other than Na'Vi. But this Vitality team, definitely a dark horse. Looking pretty excellent here, though, in terms of the raw talent and the way that they understand the map. So far, at Lock-in, it's been APAC taking names, but this one is definitely going the opposite way. Vitality is so in control, and the weaponry is brutal here for Global Esports.
Yeah, you have to force up into this, obviously. No more opportunities. Looks like they're just going to be opting into that B split. A heavy take into B.
वाह भाई इसमें भी मार गया वो
The rifle spray down, just about gets the aim online. Now you're going to see that Viper's Pit. Scattered out cross through the choke point, but no one is dealing with this guy. Just perched up in that heaven position, and Aaron, desperation pushing through, but Vitality, they clean it up.
कोई नहीं एंटी
And it just looks like another day in the office for this team. We had questions coming into this series, but so far Vitality, that dark horse aura that's just been surrounding them. Looks like people weren't joking.
Vitality का था
किसने
नहीं अपना था
Feeding twist and the kills. Is
इसने
that
क्या
the
किया
metaphor there?
I
But that
think
was
second
also
map है
Global
ना अपना
Esports' pick. That was their
नहीं
map.
नहीं ये अपना
That's
पिक
where
था अपना
Aaron
पिक
feels
था
comfortable. And I don't think the
अपना pick था।
macro game plans were honestly that bad, but it all came down to the details. The devil is in the details. And
अब दो 350 मतलब 4 राउंड होते हैं
हमें वो क्या यार
250 मतलब 4 राउंड तो यूं ही दिए
Round number 2 will be coming up after this.
ठीक है वो था क्या उनका मैप पिक था वैसे बात तो है
अपना था मैक पिक
नहीं उनका
अरे उनका था मैं बोल रहा हूँ नहीं उनका था
अपना
अरे अपना सेकंड है ढंग से
नहीं ये लोग ने अटैक यूज किया था ना गोल्ड भाई
अरे नहीं रे रुक
अरे मेरे को भी अरे किसका था
नहीं अपना था गोल्ड भाई अपना पिक था हाँ अपना पिक था Which team is from India? Global Esports. भाई ये बहुत दर्द वाला राउंड था यार एंटी को जो 2 हारे ना
यार उसने बजा रखा भाई
हाँ बजा भाई उसके बाद ये प्लेट खाना वाना कुछ ओ पता है क्या वो उसने 1 सेकंड उसने करी वाला इमोट किया
सच्ची में
भाई तू बिल
हैं आराम से
भाई उसने कैसे किया इन जोन राका जोन
ऐसे कुछ किया सूप हाँ
सूप नहीं किया उसने एनर्जी नहीं थी
स्पून फीड मतलब क्या होता है वाह लेट हिम कुक इसका मतलब क्या है
गुड सूप नहीं किया उसने ये क्या आ रहा है नीचे मेरी स्क्रीन फट रही है क्या तुम्हें भी दिख रहा है
रोशी भी बहुत बजा बैक स्टेज इनसे
क्या
उनको बोला प्लेन रोक के रखो वापस जाना है इसी में बैठ के
अब भी कोई कम नहीं है प्लीज जीत जाए दोनों प्लीज
ये कैसे पता लगेगा कि अपना ही पिकता है यार
मैप अपना था वो
साइड उनका था
साइड
अभी मैप उनका है
मैप अपना प्लस डिफरेंट में हम कैसे भाई
वो लोग ने अटैकिंग लिया ना अभी नेक्स्ट मैप उनका मैप है और अपन लोग ने अटैकिंग
6 months मतलब स्पून फीडिंग की तरह इजी गेम था हाँ फिर ठीक है इजी तो नहीं था भाई फाइट दिया फुल इज दिस नॉकआउट या नॉकआउट है ना ये पूरा
स्पून फीडिंग किल्स इसका मतलब क्या है
बहुत इजी था ऐसा
हाँ क्या
हाँ
ऑब्वियसली भाई इधर ये लोग जीतते ये लोग भी बचते ये तो प्रैक्टिकल सी बात है भाई ये लोग भी चुप थोड़ी रहते हैं भी करते हैं
गोल्ड भाई वो 4 राउंड थर्स्टी के वजह से
अरे
दोनों साइड पे थर्स्टी यार इतना प्यास लगे उनको
तो थर्स्टी हुआ बात तो है
भाई मगर वो साइफर डीगल से जो मार रहा है ना क्रैक एम जो उसका
इसमें तो फिर भी टीके पिक करके एक मारा था भाई अटैक के साइड पे क्या 3 मारे तो उसने
तीन मारे थे भाई उसके पुश कर रहे थे उसने तीनों को मारा
डिफेंड में एक मारा ऐसा पिक करके टॉप करके दूसरा
हाल ही में मैच करके प्रपोज दिया भाई हाँ भाई समझ गए अब क्या सब समझाओगे समझ गए भाई इजी था ठीक है अगला राउंड में जीतेंगे ना क्रॉसी फॉर डुअलिस्ट नहीं यार वो आपस में उस बारे में डिबेट नहीं कर सकते यार वो तो ये देखिए एक का ट्विटर हैंडल है औरत चुगली करूंगा मैं उसने लिखा है भाई मगर उनका जेट कुछ भी कहो फुल डब्ल्यू टू डुअलिस्ट मैंडेटरी यार ये तो इन बारे में बात नहीं कर सकते यार वो तो टीम के ऊपर है क्या आईजीएल हुआ होगा क्या बट भाई मारा भाई उन्होंने एम पे मारा कसम से अनलकी भी रहे टाइमिंग हुआ बट मारा उन्होंने भाई अब इसमें इंडिया बहुत पीछे कैसे आ गया भाई उसमें सारे बाहर के प्लेयर्स भी हैं बाकी 4 भी तो हैं अच्छी चीज़ उन्होंने वो अच्छा खेला वो फर्स्ट मैप, तो उसको अप्रिशिएट करो, मतलब अच्छा खेला उनका, मतलब जेट ने फुल मारा। एक ही मैच था, नहीं होने वाला है। घुस के मारा वैसे एक्चुअली, उन्होंने एंगल होल्ड किए। आगे भाई
Down for Vitality because they managed to pick up a 1-0 win in dominating fashion on Split. Too soon? Let's go ahead and jump into the breakdowns though. Mimi, I think we all were coming into this high hopes for GE. We were interested to see how the experiment was going to work, but I think Sideshow said it best in the cast, right? It is an experiment. This is something that's going to take time, but that does not take away from Vitality, who just incredible.
Yeah, GE struggled in this map, but Vitality impressed me a lot. I felt like the coordination between these players was on point. Bone Cold had some great ideas as the IGL, and I felt that their implementation of this double duelist comp was quite strong.
Yeah, it really was. And Sideshow also mentioned it. Just go ahead and give him some more props.
ये था राउंड वो, ये था भाई ये क्या मारा इसने।
इनके स्नाइपर ऐसे मारे
Sheriff Savant says we've gone ahead and given the moniker. They really just are incredible performers when they have those guns in their hands, when they have any guns in their hands, really. Great consistency from GE to be able to get the pistol round, but it's just tragic that they can't get the follow-up. They can't win the anti-eco, and they just cannot build any momentum off of that. And you have to expect that, especially losing that second anti-eco round, that's just when all the gas just spilled out of the tank.
Yeah, and part of that I think is the unforced error of this team is just really, really good with the Sheriff. And part of it is, that's a forced error. And part of it is the unforced error of just GE's coordination was off. And they were giving a lot of these 1-versus-1 duels in positions where they had no business doing so.
Yeah, well, let's actually go into our Verizon high-speed moment of the match here, because of course, all eyes are on Multi and Twisted in this one. And I think that part of the reason why you have to highlight these two players here, they're coming in hot, they're showing what they're capable of doing, they're shutting down any ideas that GE might try to conjure up here in these situations.
हाँ वही मतलब ऐसा ही
yeah, I mean just
वो जो कॉम्बो रहता ना वो कॉम्बो टाइप, जैसा उनका पता है एक राउंड में ओमेन ने वन वे स्मोक डाला बीमिन पे और रेज ने नेट डाला तो बीमिन कंट्रोल किया,
who was very consistently finding himself as the last man standing. Yeah, that one clutch in the pistol. Unfortunately, we didn't see too many other ones. He just couldn't quite find their shots. They couldn't get those bullets to connect.
Yeah, this is a continuation of the story that we've seen all tournament long, where there's these debutants, the new players to the international events, come out and perform absolutely excellently.
Yeah, well then, what we want to see is players like SK Rossi really got aim that we've come to know and love from him. That's actually going to lead us to our pre-map warm-up in the Aim Lab shoot-around here. It gives us an opportunity. Words are hard today for me,
French
everyone.
mode now.
You would think
you've been talking to Carmen Core?
Here's SK Rossi. You can go ahead and scan that QR code. But yeah, we're really looking set for just some more output from him. How do you feel about him on that Sentinel role, at least in Split?
I mean, unfortunately, we didn't get to see too much. We saw him trying to push the operator into his hands, which is normally a very the operator into, but unfortunately, he was just not quite hitting some of his shots. And I wonder how much of that is going to be nerves. We've heard from other players that had their debuts back at Champions, Hong Kong and whatnot, say, yeah, when you do get up on that stage, it is really terrifying. It does shake you up a bit. And I wonder if that's the case here for Rossi. And maybe going into the second map, he'll start finding his groove a little bit more.
He's going to need to, because that first map, the defensive side, I think one of the issues is that he was not finding value with those early operator fights. They invested in it multiple times on that stage, and I don't think he was ever really able to shut down those early gambits that the double duelist comp was sending out. So the expectation very, very high for this guy. The hopes of India kind of lie with SK Rossi, so we need to see more out of him in this map, and I think there's a good chance we will.
Yeah, well, hoping so. We're going to be going over to Pearl here for map 2. This is, of course, Vitality's pick here. We have seen Vitality
पिक में मारो जैसे उन्होंने हमें भाई ये मैप अलग दुख है भाई, ये मैप अलग दुख है, पता है क्यों? इसमें अलग तरह के लर्क करेंगे, उसमें वो जो उनका साइफर ओमन लर्क कर रहे हैं ना, और कभी बार जेट भी लग करता है एक राउंड में. Could be language barriers. Language barriers.
But my point. Anyway, I don't think we're going to be seeing the chamber. I think that would be a bold move, Cotton.
It's like,
I think it's just going to be a bit more of what we have.
जैसे कास्टर्स ने भी बोला ना वो ट्रेड 1v1 ट्रेड वो ट्रेड दिखा नहीं मतलब ऐसा मस्त और जो
it is going to be interesting to see. We've seen again a couple different approaches to this map thus far at Lock, but it's been very much fixated on these B-long fights, these well-set executes. It'll be GE starting on the attack, which I think should be a stronger side for them, and they do go for a jet composition. This is similar to what DRX was running, but they run the fade over the Sova, which I question, because I feel like you get a lot more synergy out of the Sova when you run it alongside this jet, but you're right, yeah, both teams have their composition.
Either going for it would be really coming down to just who can
जीतेंगे बे जीतेंगे
let's go.
Alright, well, let's go ahead and jump into map 2, of course. Can we get a map 3? Let's go ahead and find out. Send it over to Brandon Sideshow for the call.
Thank you very much, Golden Boy. Yeah, that's the question, isn't it? Can we get to that map 3? But it all starts here on Pearl as our map number 2, and Vitality already leading the series 1-0 off the back of some, solid calling from Volko. Listen, the guy was at the bottom of the scoreboard, but it was the calls that really sailed them away to a really dominant win.
Yeah, I think Boncold's got a crazy journey as well. He made it to the top of the mountain, was all the way up at the peak of Valorant, lifting the 2021 Champions Trophy, and then dropped all the way down to play in the French leagues and the VRLs. I feel like Boncold is the Sisyphus of Valorant.
Let's go,
He pushed that rock all the way up the hill, and now he's pushing it back up again. But the struggle itself is enough to fill Boncold's heart. He's just happy with the journey and the grind. While other
let's
players
go G fighting, we believe. Let's go guys, let's go. Hype ho jaye chats mein, hype ho jaye. Nice pull.
For everything, he's back.
See a lot of util though, pushing off this opening pistol round, and
nice.
It is so important at Global Esports.
Nice.
It's exactly what they're going to do.
3v2, 4v2.
The players to back them up.
आराम से
भाई आराम से.
Just again working his way through, but finally the backup arrives. Weakened up, in fact. Aaron and Munyet would die to just one shot to the body with the Sheriff in his hands right now, so they do actually need to be relatively careful here. They do have a crossfire set up just on the back of Halls. Util's going to be bleeding away that time. The Haunt pushes him back just to the corner.
Nice!
Go, baby! So Global Esports.
Bhai, ab nahi dena, anti ko nahi, please.
Similar tale to what we saw from the previous map, where they were just winning these pistol rounds with great consistency. The question is now going to be, can they continue that? Can they actually convert it into another round on the back?
यही है strategy. 5-man push. Bhai, pura dominate karo ye game. Pura dominate.
I mean, they need to be able to convert off the back of this.
पाटू भाई
They've won 3 out of 3 of the pistols. Surely.
आपको पता है ना हमको YouTube के rights मिले देखने के.
If you look just at the mini map here, I think the danger could be averted.
मैंने उसको पहले बोल के रखा था.
बोलता है.
Completely.
Oh no. Oh no. Don't overthink.
Surely Global Esports are not overcooking it. I think this is just going to be an ace. They're taking their time early on to set up Aaron in a main.
Yeah.
भाई अब यार ये स्लो जब खेलना शुरू हो जाते हैं ना मेरे को ना धक धक होता है.
This time the Global Esports players will be just flooding into that A site.
Nice.
B main अपना प्लेयर, A main आ रहा है अपना प्लेयर आ रहा है.
Hold करो बस.
Okay. In one of the pistol rounds, or rather one of the follow-ups, we saw the retake just so many opportunities.
ना एक ने मार्शल खरीदी बस.
Gave them
वो एक ही बात है.
and didn't trade.
Playing offside here through main.
But I think this does favor the Spectre system, and the Global Esports players are so clumped up, they can't help but trade. Surely.
They're not going to be tagging off the Ashes.
अरे नहीं क्यों बाबा?
Rossi just moves forwards. They're losing a couple of players. Now the C's also claiming one of the targets there. Sticking onto the fuse. Destrian, does he get half? Not sure. No, he doesn't. Like that at least. And the spam through.
Half भी नहीं हुआ. Let's go.
A little bit all over the place. Sticking to half. No way. Not a shot in hell. But time running too low for him to make the most of that one again. So.
By almost
just about scraped through and
almost अरे यार गन नहीं मिली.
It's an expensive one for them to win.
ऐसे कौन जाता है यार?
They're going to give Global Esports CEO an aneurysm. I mean, these second rounds are absurd. The decision from Rossi to push the smoke when Munya had already used his pull. There is no chance that anybody's on the spike there. And it's, again, the small details making those rounds losable for Global. But, all right, They get through it.
By all means.
So this is not a bonus round. This is just a straight up rifle v rifle round in round 3. Everything on the line. Whoever loses this, drop back down to an eco.
So much importance now being placed.
यार ये फेड का ना जो आई है ना एटलीस्ट 2 बुलेट पे टूटना चाहिए.
Letting that util through.
हैं?
Get removed though.
भाई ड्राइव भी तोड़ दिया उसने.
अबे वो सब कुछ वही सर. It's a little bit slow and it affords Twiston the right time to strike. What a flash through. Almost the entirety of the opposing team just blind to that one.
हैं? Twiston cracked again.
भाई ये क्या मारा उसने? क्या मारा उसने वो?
3 kills claimed, but Bazzi will answer back. But he's left in this 1v2.
भाई big brain time. बाजी बाजीगर में बाजीगर.
It's gonna be difficult for him. He tapped the spike. Just try
भाई ये Twiston क्या मार रहा है भाई?
भाई उसने जेट को क्या मारा भाई वो स्मोक में? हल्का सा सर दिखा उसका.
Playing exactly the same on split too.
हल्का सा सर दिखा.
भाई ट्विस्टर भाई की स्टाइल बन गया.
भाई ये ट्रेड लेना चाहिए था. ये ट्रेड होना चाहिए था यहीं पे. भाई ये क्या था यार?
He's feasting. And because the trades are so poor from global, he's just able to take one-on-one, and another one-on-one, and another one-on-one. He always gets the opportunity to reset his spray, reset his aim, because global are just not quite sharp enough on it.
The kills end up flooding through, but then there's just a 1-2 hit, honestly. Vitality always ready. The flash repeat play, just never letting global esports regain that kind of balance. And so, push down to that eco round. With them opting into buying into that previous round, but global esports just taking their time for now. They're playing for that heavy A main control, just trying to grab some orbs, get some ults online potentially for the next one.
Twiston's going looking, hunting for the fights.
So greedy, but
also so confident, right?
I mean, he's not going to give away a gun. He's got a shorty in his blade storm, so he can afford to make a play like this. Normally. Be frowned upon. Might be donating a rifle, but
did he catch a glimpse of somebody there? He knows.
But difference है वो मारता है लर्क करके.
Right now, just being taken in that swing timing around the back. Reset there of the knives. SK Rossi doesn't.
अभी तो boost होके आए हो. आप चुप रहो. Boost होके आए हो. कितने मैच boost हुए?
So 2-2 going to be that score line early on here. Imperative now.
हाँ तो 2 मैच boost हो गए ना.
भाई दो गेम जीता ना. दाब भी जाओ ना उधर फट भाई.
They've got some big ults to work with. There's nothing really happening in that prior round, the anti-eco, but this is one where Aaron needs to cook up a strategy. They've got lockdown, they've got nightfall to work with. These are big ultimates to apply a lot of pressure. I think global esports composition.
Buy round, let's go. यार ऑफ खरीदा चोम तूने.
Because they don't have a very good way of approaching on B. You can see the spike leaning in that direction, but I think the question of how to apply B pressure has also got to be asked. Both teams, of course, run in the same comp, so.
Twiston's updrafted up onto this box ahead of time. With an operator in his hands as well, he can watch all the way down this angle. The util didn't clear him away.
It is also a dangerous position to hold because we've seen texture could.
देख रहे हो ये Astra कहाँ पे आ गई?
But okay, contact reclear now into A main. Destrian's taken. Slide off angle now behind this box. There wasn't really an attempt there.
Nice, Astra did.
The crosshair placement was good,
but
does not get the kill.
Phantom moment.
Yep, dropping down to 10 health. Someone yet survives.
अपनी Astra 1 HP है.
Just picking apart Vitality.
वो 140 पड़ा ना
feels like, and now it's on Twiston.
ये बड़वा आ भी गया इधर.
Just a bit of an ego peek there with the operator. Through that smoke, gets the 1 kill. Horn going to be spotting out Mulsi.
Nice, Molly.
अच्छा ये
look where
मेरे को लगा रॉसी भाई ने मारा.
All the way through B on the world's longest flight.
Be just aware that this could be a possibility. Angles being watched. Pop flash play as well for that reclear. And now time needs to be paid for. Yep, the flank not being watched for. Tap onto the spike, and all the pressure is on him.
Nice, Rossi!
Beams them down.
Nice, Rossi bhai.
Shorty's a strong gun, but it won't save
ये
him.
बेटे.
Now the lineup there.
कौन बजा रहा चैट में?
Mistake, but an understandable one. Great play from SK Rossi. I was worried that his flank would be either way too late or watched for, because Twiston felt like he had to read the whole time that Rossi was coming around. I don't know quite how sports got read like that, but still, Rossi coming up with the goods. That's the first round where we've really seen him take control of the game.
Salam Rossi bhai. Bye, bye, bye.
So back and forth. That's a fast play with a blade storm. You can see Texture already dashed across to take this A main control. Now that Cosmic Divide as well. So Nightfall's going to be used as a response to this one. Vitality making it difficult for them to commit onto this, and Global Esports should be second guessing this now because there's 3 players of Vitality just ready and waiting.
That is great work from Bone Cold as well. He had to use that exactly in reaction to SK Rossi's ult. So he was prepped and knew perfectly what he wanted to do.
बंदा देखो ओ भाई क्या W दबाया उसने जेट ने देख रहे हो उधर ऊपर
हाँ भी गया वो रोटेशन में
सॉरी मुझे लगा उल्टा
ना रोटेशन क्या उसने
वापस गया
see Aaron uses lockdown as a fake re-hit onto the A site to allow Global to go for this pivot, but they're making it really noisy. A lot of utilities stopping the footsteps all along. And Vitality
भी करेगा वो करके बैठा है ये देखो ये
no nuance in this approach from Global Esports.
भाई हटाएगा स्कोप नाइस शॉट रे
What a timing to take one yet.
एक वाइड स्पीक हो जाए और बेड डबल भी
no, and that spacing just not good enough. A collateral in play and one after the other. They try to take the fights, but they will all fall. Twiston, absolute masterclass in his performance, but again it's just those little
क्या कोलैट पड़ गया वो
भाई एक बात बताओ वॉल
doesn't allow them to sail away with a round win.
सीधा ऐसे ड्राइव पे क्यों कर रहे भाई
these openings a player like Twiston, especially on Jet,
बॉल कहाँ है
स्मोकर भी नहीं है क्या
वाइपर है ना एस्ट्रा है ना
and he's just
कर तो रखा है
loving it out there. Twiston's had one of the best opening games I can remember. He's 11-4 already after 6 rounds have been played. He had 20 kills at the half on split. I can't remember exactly what he finished on. But this is an insane opener.
Now a fight to be taken.
भाई फिर से quad
play and you've just got to be kidding me.
There's another one.
Yeah.
It's all through the flash.
Hello?
कितना सेकंड भाई
The word flawless doesn't quite even sum that up. It's an understatement.
And yeah, it was an eco round, but
भाई क्या दो मतलब एक ऑफ में दो कंपलसरी है उसको मारना.
A recurring theme, honestly, for Global Esports dropping a couple of these rounds just from the fact that they
जल्दी नहीं खत्म हुआ मैप
swing with enough spacing between them.
करनी है गोल्डी भाई.
Honestly, it feels like right between the elbows.
और कैसे खेल रहे देखो.
Okay, well,
sure.
Not sure how.
भाई कितनी जल्दी खत्म हुआ वो within 10.
Global need to find an answer. They still haven't found an opportunity to use Aaron's lockdown. Aaron's been playing
कोई
in the
टेक्सचर ने भी
middle
ऑफ लगाया.
of the map, trying to push and pull the different pieces that he has on his
भाई वो
chest.
देखो कहाँ चला गया
He hasn't really found enough
जाएंगे भी नहीं
opportunities to
पहुंच
get
गए
involved himself, and Aaron was actually one of the biggest players.
इधर नहीं आने का भाई.
टेक्सचर भाई आप भी होल्ड करो भाई आप भी होल्ड करो टेक्सचर भाई पूरा होल्ड करो
The other direction. Now the util's going to be sent flying through. That's going to be a prowler up close. Lockdown as a response though.
And they know that this is going to get value.
Nice.
Because Bone Cold cleared out all of A. However, Bone Cold running into Monya there. Does Global Esports just pivot back.
नहीं लॉकडाउन लगाया.
अच्छा अपना लॉकडाउन लगा ना.
Lockdown used ever so slightly later, so yeah.
अबे तोड़ दो भाई कोई उसका माँ कसम भाई 20 HP खा गया 30 HP
Down to no health at all, but players are weak.
Do they know the Vitality could be in back halls here? Do they know the lockdown?
No back halls control, and that's an immediate punish from that. He's on the heaven position. He was offered a free shot, but it just about missed this one. Are they going to be able to get this plant down?
भाई उसको फटाक से आना पड़ेगा लड़कर को.
Again, just seeing him do it, and Destrin, he's caught this flank timing. No one's watching it. So many gaps in the play. And just like that, picked apart. Munyet, 1 star, has the pull. He can disrupt this one, but so much to do for him. Good timing off it. He is smoked away though, but that's going to dissipate. And it's all on this.
They don't know where he is.
What timing can he take? Buys his time, has to hit the shots, reset one at the avenue, but it's just being stuck.
No scope मारा उसने.
भी मारा आपसे.
Twiston hitting the no scope after
भाई टरेट तो तोड़ो भाई हेलो.
हाँ टरेट तोड़ो भाई उसके लिए
लग रहा है बेसिक मिसिंग हो रहा है इधर.
कार्ड मारी भाई 70 HP में खेल रहा है वो.
Just not able to put together a round again.
अपना फ्लैंक कैसे
The
कुछ
gap
नहीं था.
that Destrian exploits is
अरे
inch
केजे इधर
perfect.
आया
He
था
got
ना
into this
सामने
position because he'd slunk
वो
his
मर
way,
गया था
sorry,
ना.
on the flank through B link. So while Bone Cold ran through spawn, Destrian managed to wiggle his way through the shop area.
भाई कॉम्स मेरे को लग रहा है कि अब थोड़ा
बात नहीं कर रहे क्या बात नहीं कर रहे क्या मेरे को ऐसा लग रहा है.
But also, Vitality are doing such a good job at just abusing all of the holds, right? It's one thing to know that your opponent's making mistakes, but Vitality are getting the punish every time.
Very intelligent gameplay from them. Another instance now where it is, of course, Global Esports knocked down to the weaker by. You can't have a repeat of that first map. If they can regain their kind of footing, but so far, obviously, distance between these rounds, 5-3 being that scoreline, it's not too wide. Still, a lot could be done.
Yeah, there's obviously chances back into this map and chances back into this series. Especially if their players were feeling the nerves and that impacted the game and they can get over it.
Yeah, flash through, Horn's quite good, lands into the back of the side, but ever so slightly mistimed.
Nice one.
Okay, Texture, let's see what you can do. First laid down, his gun wasn't ready. Util was quite good there, Multi weakened. Dropping down quite low, that's a double swing onto a high-low setup. Frenzy, just not enough bullets to make the most of it.
Next round, the most important one though for Global. It's an opportunity to get the momentum back and put a round on the board where you'll still be able to buy next time. Cosmic Divide.
भाई 15 kill हो भी गए उसके Twiston
Pop a Cosmic Divide down on B, go for the plant spot behind the box, play post plants off the back of that. There are certainly options here. But it's about how they navigate the space and make it so the Vitality aren't just stacking the side of the map.
Actually, देखो तो.
Vitality looking like they want to fight really heavily over B.
इधर वो factor नहीं है गोल्ड में, समझ रहे हो?
They see that the Astra wall is available. They're not going to be giving them easy access to the top side there of B main.
Honey, thank you for the
responsor. The brutal thing about this, Bren, is that if Twiston scares them away from B, look what Destrian's got for them on A. He's just sat in secret with an Odin.
Yeah.
Wait, double door से क्यों नहीं जा रहे हम?
Covering his head.
Yeah.
I mean, the setup.
एक भी बार नहीं गए मैं double door से वहाँ कीजे खेल भी नहीं रहा.
All the information for Sender to know that they are lurking their way through art.
या पहली बार change हुआ है. I think नहीं खेल रहा था वो double door actually.
These setups are looking nice. Nade close though. That should push them back off that corner, but they haven't broken the alarm bot. So full knowledge to be gained now. Vitality know that nobody's committed off the back of that utility through art.
And Twiston's dropped back into a more passive position where he still gets good info, and that's freed up Multi and Bone Cold to roam around the map and fill in the gaps.
That's a good knife though. We'll at least deactivate that alarm.
अरे यार ये आ गया ऑप लगाएगा अभी यहाँ double doors पे.
Holding this one. It's a flash and a nightfall. Does push him back. Just absolutely ego plays.
Nice one, nice one. Rossi भाई पीछे देखो, Rossi भाई पीछे देखो, please पीछे देखो Rossi भाई.
Drop like flies, and his timing.
Nice, nice.
But the shots just do not land still.
Nice. एक और है Rossi भाई, एक और है. Never mind, एक वो expected नहीं था.
नहीं, बोलते हैं एक चीज है, ये मॉल्सी वो बंदा है ना.
Position.
क्रिस्टल वो दोनों ही खेल रहे हैं.
So 2v4. Nice. There, the weapon just not good enough for that job.
दोनों मारो.
Good double face though. That's what we've been missing.
Nice trade. ये trade missing था, ये एक चाहिए था.
Immaculate.
ये trade हो नहीं रहे थे, पता है पहले.
I like the pattern from Global there. I think they found a really nice opening through B-Link. But what on earth was Multi doing? Flashing with his knife, running through the smoke.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's a major blunder. And so far, all of the unforced errors have been in
map
Global
में
Esports
luck
camp.
चाहिए भाई.
And that's the first round where we've
Finally
really
some
seen
trade
Vitality
trade हो नहीं रहे.
make a play and then fumble it completely.
चलो guys 6-6 half करो, let's go 6-6 half करो. अपने पास
as they went through B-Link, they pushed Twisted away. They just also got gifted the kill on Mulsi.
उनके
Can
पास
they
Astra
string
Gale
together
2 है.
this one opportunity into a decent half here? They still have this Cosmic Divide. A B site hit would be nice, but I think Sender's got the read. He's got Nano Swarms in the common plant spots on B.
Yeah. Counter knife is very nice. Going to be getting off onto the two players there, so it suppresses them and it pushes them back.
My big problem though is Global are creating no pressure on the other side of the map. Destrian has already been confident enough to just poke his head around A main. Up, yep, nothing there.
Yep.
And there's 4 players already on the B side.
भाई वो देख रहे हो?
Global need to have a bit more of a spread presence, a global presence, if you will, on the map.
अभिराज मुर्गा. Bongo, thank you for
send in your applications.
I think Pansy's in need at the moment.
Yeah.
Erin मरेगा.
Okay, so now actually Global cutting a bit of noise and offering the tiniest of noises and pressure in mid has made the defenders spread out a little bit.
But now they've got to be aware, surely, because look at this reposition. Close to the corner, Sender's there.
भाई ये corner check करना please. खुदा के वास्ते check करना वो corner please.
He does have it available. Oh, they just push forward.
Nice.
Shorty's in their hands. Right up in the air, inaccurate, still
करो
fighting.
भाई plant.
They have been pushed back.
मारो
You gotta be kidding me. You gotta be kidding me.
भाई इसको देखो भाई.
Weakening the players, still they answer back and into the back of the halls. There's just a fight being taken. SK Rossi winning it out. Let's claim that area of the map for them. Down to Destrian. What can he do here? Is anybody going to be watching for him?
भाई ये bait ना हो जाए, bait ना हो जाए अपना player.
A lot of fights he needs
एक player ऐसा लग रहा है bait
but
होगा. हैं?
all that pressure, there's no way. Good swing timing from Aaron though, but left now.
क्या हलो?
Now 2v1. Tristan is running out of time. Exchange there for rifle. Has one more cloud burst, but now a swarm. Tags onto him. 55 health drop down. A bit of random spam. Finds the first kill, but he did not get half on this defuse. Dash enabled. Aaron.
Nice one.
Let's go. Almost making the play, but Harris in the end.
Just saying 4v2 था. 4v2 था. Just saying 4v2.
Incredibly close round. But I think Global Esports has done a great job there. Their ability to get into the site and use the Cosmic Divide to get into a favorable post plan, I like that. They're finally being able to string a couple of rounds together, and this is already a good half. 5 rounds on the board. If they can push it to 6, they're really starting to apply pressure to Vitality. And you're seeing the players get a bit more confident. They're waking up.
Waking up indeed. If they can make this an even half, it'll be beautiful for them. Lovely setup. This fight is about to take place.
आइए hard scope करेगा.
Difficult right there. Then actually making a name for himself, honestly, as well as that Korean Jet player of 2023. And Twiston has been so far an absolute demon in this series, shutting him down early. It's going to be quite good for them.
Yeah, taking out the final boss in the stages.
भाई वो FK उसका कुछ गिर गया भाई नीचे शायद.
But there are other players
आना.
problematic.
वो check करेगा मगर गोल्डी भाई वो check करेगा.
Have to control
अरे
timing there was just so unfortunate. When he had dropping into his Astra form, but now there needs to be some pace. Moving all the way forward, controlling the back of this. Just beamed all the way down, nothing covering them as well from that position. Bone Cold's handed some of the easiest kills of his life. And now the lockdown.
Smoker मर गया ना.
लेकिन वो चिपक के प्लांट के लिए गया.
Oh, nice shot. Oh,
cannot quite get out of there. And SK Rossi in that 1v3. The pride of India. But with 25
Rossi,
seconds.
let's go, bro. I know, I believe, bro. You can do this 1v3.
We saw Aaron win a 1v3 earlier on to give Global Esports.
Nice, Rossi, bye.
Rossi's got the talent.
Fight being taken, but not much time left into this one. Util just being dumped through and a wall watch for that time pressure was on, and 7-5 will be that scoreline. Global Esports fighting back in their own way, making it quite respectable.
Yeah, I think that is a respectable half. That's what you're looking for from Global. Applying some pressure. If they can come out with the pistol round, follow up again, which would be 4 out of 4 pistol rounds. But if they can do it,
वो हाथ में हाथ लिए
this
चल
is still a
रहे
really
थे
close map.
वो दोनों एक ही
Now a very
स्प्रे में मर
special
गए
halftime
actually
as well. Let's throw it
Phantom
down to Yinsu, who's got a special guest for our halftime interview.
मेरा इंटरव्यू है मैं आया.
That is right, Bren and Saisho. I've got Rishi with me, the You waited a long time to see your players up on this stage. You know, how does it feel to finally see them play?
Rishi bhai so lucky,
supporting them as well.
Yes, it feels amazing. It's crazy. We didn't think we'd get this far, but here we are, playing on the biggest stage in the world.
Yeah, I love hearing you guys cheer for them as well. All of the GE fighting coming on as well. What do you make of their performance so far? That was a really close half.
Yes, it's been okay so far. I know this is usually how the team starts, so even when they're scrimming, the first map is usually the slowest, and then they pick up pace. It's looking so far so good. I think we should be able to pick up and take this map out and hopefully take it to map 3.
Oh, you have faith?
Yes, I have to.
Now, if you could, you know, talk to your players right now, give them a little bit of motivation, what would you say to them right now?
Oh, wow. It's easy. GE fighting.
GE fighting?
Yes.
Anything else? Because I feel like a couple of them looked a little bit nervous in the beginning, but they're really picking up the pace now.
No, I think they're okay. A lot of them have experience on stage before, and the people that I was worried about are Monye and Texture, because they haven't played on such a big stage before. So I think they're doing pretty good. I think now the team is just getting warmed up. They'll be good.
We're going to get to a map 3. You're promising me this. You're confident?
If not, I'll get you a jersey.
Oh, I'll take it. Okay, let's get a GE fighting at home for the fans that are watching.
Okay, perfect.
GE fighting!
GE fighting.
Yes.
And also shout out to the 300 plus people watching at our watch party in Mumbai.
Oh, okay. I love that. I love that shout out. Thank you so much for joining me. I can't wait to see what they can do in the second half, and I'm going to pitch this back to Saisho and Brent to get it on the way.
Ultimate. ऋषि भाई बोल रहे कि इधर से ज्यादा पब्लिक उधर है 300 मुंबई
That is the key, Josh. Yeah.
7-5. First pistol is important.
In comparison to that
First pistol round important.
Just watching on Split where it was very one-sided. You know, when you have new rosters being formed in this fashion, like Global Esports, talent from many different directions, different.
How are you feeling, Raka?
Well,
Team, your team is gone.
There's always a risk that they might just falter on a big stage like this.
Boys
but
playing
heading
well.
into this pistol round,
I
it's going to be
believe
so
they go
important.
match 3.
I think it's almost too much to ask that Global Esports could win 4 out of 4 pistols, but so far they've been good for it. They've had set plays, and I feel like maybe quite a lot of their prep focus has been on winning those pistols.
And,
you know, they tripped up on Split, they weren't able to convert, but that was a different map. Maybe they were in a different place mentally too. This one's really important.
And so a lot of focus being placed now onto this pistol round, but you can already see it. Waves of that utility being used. Hammered into the back of the B side, Twiston up close, and there's that Nano Swarm. Texas is trying to evacuate. He's dropped down low and does fall, but SK Rossi still alive, and he answers back. 2 kills claimed, making it that much more difficult for them, and still the flank being watched for.
Nice play.
Yeah, controlling that spray down, so watching for the flank.
Guys, by the way, if you're enjoying the stream, definitely like karo.
Bonko will get this plant off. There's not going
Make
to be
sure
any
you
pressure
like the
applied.
stream. अभी तक नहीं किया तो आप
Disrupt
बोल
them,
दो.
but Destrum with the timing. No one really watching that one.
Nice.
Now taking the swings all together. Munyet inside of
Nice. Nice.
Swing is there from Aaron.
Nice.
The team captain, the IGL, making sure that they can slam dunk once again another pistol round.
Yeah, 4 out of 4 pistols.
Guys, we are 4 out of 4 in the pistol round.
सुनो मोनेट को जो पहला चप्पल पड़ा था ना उसका मुंह देख लो वहाँ पे कैसा बना
And what a 2K from Rossi as well. This one really
मोनेट को जो शुरू में पड़ा था ना पहला
the anchoring from Rossi there was very nice. And Brent, I know we've talked a lot about Rossi, but I feel like he's just such a cool player in terms of backstory and his motivations.
We won all the
I was
pistol
watching a
rounds,
recent
baby.
interview that he had with
I was there, Aditya. God bless you,
Yinsu,
brother.
and he said that he's done well
And guys, for the
domestically,
people
but that
who
was
are
never
watching
his
it
goal.
for the first
He
time,
said,
you can
in India,
subscribe
we
as
always
well. It's
worship foreign
absolutely free
idols,
again.
foreign teams. We never had an Indian team
It
to
really
look up
helps.
to or an Indian player to look up to because we had no achievements outside our country.
Nice
SK
shot,
Rossi
Ray
said,
texture.
I need to change that.
Nice shot,
I am in a
bhai.
position to change that. This is my moment. I need
Smokes
to
नहीं है उनके पास.
I mean, that just speaks, I think, to
नहीं.
आराम से रिन भाई कोई टेंशन
the way
नहीं
that Rossi's approaching
आने
this
दो
game.
कोई दिक्कत नहीं
गए वो भाग गए.
Yeah, so
हाँ
winnable.
स्मोक बराबर था
That importance as well for
अच्छा लौट.
India as a region. We really have been hammering this point home, but it's a region that's just been, you know, marred, I think, by issues with the infrastructure as well. Just really kind of like dampener, I think, on the esports scene. But this is a massive moment. See if they can.
Infrastructure के बारे में बोला. घर जाएंगे उसका.
SK Rossi.
Yeah, can you
बात तो सही बोल रहा है
And the rest of the
नहीं
world as well.
infrastructure तो
Players from
बोल
all
भाई
over
है.
the place.
ऐसा नहीं.
esports infrastructure बोल रहा है सही बोल रहा है
Ambitious project.
अभी हम लोग बहुत पीछे हैं
Shutting down one of the biggest threats. A 3v5
हाँ
for
e-sport
Vitality.
infrastructure नहीं यार
Surely it's
e-sport
unwinnable. Even
प्लीज
with
दोनों पीक ले लो
वो क्यों नहीं रहा पीक हेलो
हाँ डबल पीक क्यों नहीं हो रहा
Nowhere near as awkward as it has been in the prior map. Already just
सब डाल दिया भाई अपने पेट ने सब
sees the horn.
कहाँ जा रहा है भाग जा एयरपोर्ट
This time,
ऐसे ही खेलने का था ऐसे
able to win out that anti-eco round.
लगा के
Not too much damage being done as well to their own economy, so a much better beginning.
काहे भाग रहे हो
I mean yeah but it limit नहीं मतलब यार इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर तो है ऐसे e-sport इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर भी है हमारे पास ऐसा कोई कमी थोड़ी है
लो आर्मर पे
है we have coaches we have
लो आर्मर पे
internet
3 प्लेयर
get a bonus. With how cleanly Texture dealt with these players, they've got a good bonus round.
ऐसा तो नहीं है
So do we see a set strat? Can they damage the Vitality economy? Can they
यार bonus round में मिल
for the
जाता
first time in this
तो
entire series, the players actually in Global Esports' hand.
अभी W करेगा देखना ये टेस्ट इन W करने वाला है देखना
A battle It's not going to be taking place just yet, but that slow take of A main control from Vitality. Have the rifles, of course. At the same time, that util being sent forwards is just bone cold alone. Just trying to make sure that they were spaced up, overlapping each other. There was potential for that spray down, but the site going to be gained. So Vitality realizing it's been offered for them. Now it's flank timing. Twiston is so pushed all the way into their spawn with the rifle in his hands right now, and it has been cleared. Where's the trade? It's not there.
Oh, that's unbelievable.
Them down and a dash back just to disengage. To play with the rest of his team in his high-low setup. Brutal to try and break through. Texture, in the midst of all of this, to manage to find himself a rifle, but 2v4, might as well try and play it. A bit of a random spam again, just onto that common angle means that Monjet's dealt with, and oh my goodness, the reactions, just dragging that one all the way down, finding a final bullet.
The spray control from Twiston and Molsey was impeccable in that round. And once again, the same as Split. This duo, this
bonus है भाई टेंशन
भाई वो आखिरी बुलेट कुछ भी जाके लगी भाई
ये वाला मारना चाहिए था पता है
And if you talk to any fans of EMEA, Twiston and Molsey,
ये वाला मारना चाहिए
they're primed, they're ready to take that next step up to the big stage and show everybody how talented they are. Underrated, but very skilled.
They have just been waiting for that opportunity to showcase what they can do on the global events, on the global stage.
दो बार क्यों भेजा भाई?
And that bonus round from global didn't actually do very much damage to the Vitality economy.
दो क्यों भेजा भाई?
So
flash play! Oh my goodness, that's a little bit awkward.
Oh, Texture didn't take a point of damage, but I don't know how.
Yeah, I mean, just about gets out of there, doesn't it? Still, another pop flash play.
Nice, Ray!
Oh my goodness!
Nice shot, Ray!
Mar, spam kar de. Helping him out, and well, the main choke point also being watched for. Texture.
वो smoke से आते ही नहीं वो. बहुत safe है.
Flawless
हो जाए, flawless हो जाए, flawless हो जाए.
Entirely secured up from Monjet, really.
चैट में लिख रहे हैं क्रिस्टन भाई को मेरे तरफ से बैड दुआ
and maybe shaking off some of the nerves that Rushi was talking about is Monjet. How many times did we see him push a smoke, take a bad fight, not be there for a trade on split? And now on Pearl, he is
oh bhai timing
in the
to
right
hai
place at the right time more often than not.
जाना आगे अपना टैरेट डालेगा.
It was, yeah. I mean, he's
टैरेट पे खेलेगा क्या भाई?
to help his teammate, sprays them both down. Second kill, maybe a bit of run and gun.
भाई पीछे देखेगा नहीं देखेगा.
Around, but no swings, no easy fights being afforded, and so a prime gaming flawless here for global esports, 8-8.
अरे बैड दुआ नहीं है, बद दुआ है वो.
बस उनका वायरलेस बॉल का चार्ज खत्म ना हो जाए बैड दुआ से.
अरे बैड दुआ नहीं, बद दुआ.
बदुआ बोलते हैं उसको.
हाँ, बदुआ.
मुझे नहीं पता था. मुझे लगा बैड दुआ.
मोनिया भाई फील कर रहे हैं यार.
अरे मुझे नहीं पता था.
अरे भाई सपोर्टर तो है.
मोनिया भाई फील कर रहे हैं.
लाइव जिससे किधर.
Flawless round working out, and now it has.
Oh यार मुझे लगा बैड दुआ. Sorry मुझे नहीं पता.
अरे लाइम जूस ऑन द हाउस है क्या गोल्डी भाई वहाँ?
Map 1 was.
गोल्डी भाई मेरा एक कॉल से राउंड डबल हो गया गोल्डी भाई.
Feel pressured to take that tax time out and decide what they want to do.
अच्छा लग रहा है ये किधर.
I think part of the decision they can afford it. So I think best option is to force in that situation, but Destrian's only going to have a shot.
Tension तो दिख रहा है.
So it puts him in a bit of an odd spot, but it's pretty fine to have your Astra.
Like करो सब guys, एक बार सारे मिलके like करो. G fighting.
Control one area, look for flanks, play the post plan.
लाइव जो आउट नहीं है.
Online for Vitality, and they're all going to be coming.
On house नहीं है.
Well, so you have that knife ball and lockdown.
Mocktail welcome drink और
one away from the no command.
हाँ नहीं होगा लाइसेंस है ना इसलिए.
नहीं वहाँ तो है भाई 400-300 बंदा है वहाँ पे.
वहीं तो कह रहा हूँ मैं वहीं पे
लाइव जूस फ्री कर देंगे.
Through the map have been
एक महीने का तनख्वाह जाएगा प्लेयर.
They just got double sprayed down towards R. I don't think that's really like something you need to change the macro game plan around.
Here's a fight that's going to be taking place. Again, the Battle of the Jets, you're going to be witnessing this head-to-head. Recall star up close. Or at least just a star popped, actually, off the back of that one. And it's
nice shot, right? Texture. Smoke नहीं है उनके पास. Let's go. ये round अपना है. ये round अपना. Textures नहीं है.
Up close, flash play as well. Let's see if he wants to try and play through this one. A dash forward.
Nice, बेटे boss.
Bas
Rossi भाई.
Might have just overcooked it, though. Tries to take the wider swing, wanted a little bit more. And he is going to be punished. And that lockdown, Texture just mistiming it.
Oh, bach gaya.
Okay, doesn't look like Texture's just going to get punished because this would be
read
wild overextension for Sender. But they might catch a rotator, retake.
Khaya,
pushing forward, just trying to take this fight forwards as a Prowler, and a whole lot of utility just jumped through.
Nice Texture! Ace ho gaya kya?
Once more,
Ace?
the Blade Storm ripped out of his hands.
नहीं एक रॉसी ने मारा ना. Let's go Texture bhai.
Wonderful response. You know, for as much as we have been highlighting Twiston as that player, as that guy, it's just been the spearhead. The entirety of Vitality just putting up monstrous numbers. Texture finally coming online and finally really just showcasing what he can do.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie, I was worried when he got caught in the lockdown, but they'd already shut down the player that could punish him. I think if Twiston was alive, he would have sought out that duel, but instead Texture allowed to stay alive and pop off. Aaron's happy with that. Texture's not a bad replacement for...
भाई बच्चे आए हुए देखने भाई.
Apparently.
As a teammate, as a jet starter setup. Have we seen Vitality on an eco?
Bhaga.
Force by कर रहे हैं यार.
We have when they've been losing these pistol rounds.
Sure.
But outside of that, it feels unlikely.
I can't quite recall, but it
nice.
feels like Global got
Nice
the best
one.
opportunity they've had.
4v2.
Monya though gets a 3K out of that position, even though he's pushed.
Being pressured there by the Stingers as well is a difficult task to really remain unscathed. So the fact that he did get 3 is quite impressive. But they have handed over this rifle to Destrian. But not going to have the players afforded for
करने दो plant करने दो कोई दिक्कत की बात नहीं है 4-2 है कोई नहीं है.
Heroics,
Please.
lurk plays maybe.
Eco round मत दो उनको.
Just to throw in a bit of subterfuge, but I believe there's an alarm before it, so they're just fully aware that he's not going to be pushing through that smoke.
And he was hoping that the smoke would draw more players to A and allow him to get a lurk off, but Bazi was watching that area no matter what.
Yeah.
Doesn't really look like there's going to be an opportunity for Vitality to turn this one around, especially with only 30 seconds, but we've seen them win some crazy rounds so far.
Dash popped off, that's in response to that.
Nice.
Star's just being placed down.
Nice.
All down to Destrian, but it's contained, taken
care
care
of.
Texture
by maar rahe bhai.
Fully aware of that one, obviously losing prior control of mid in that round, so they have taken the lead in this map. This next round now going to be so important for Vitality.
Come on, let's go.
To them if they wanted to try and swing it around, but Global Esports
Taking
on their map hip.
ये वाला round हारी Vitality तो इको करना पड़ेगा ना.
Steady lead. The potential is there.
ये वाले round हारी तो इको करना पड़ेगा तो match point पे जाएंगे.
And I think that the level that Vitality is
लेकिन यहाँ
playing
पे
at
4
is
ulti
maybe
है ना थोड़ा
slightly lower than
Monet
Split,
activate हो
but
गया अब
to me the
चलेगा.
big
4 ulti है और
Vitality के बाद 4 ulti.
stepping
वो
up,
भी crucial है थोड़े.
stepping up to the
अरे
challenge.
तोड़ेंगे भाई.
Bit of a fight happening in mid here as Global Esports look like they want to...
Nice shot, Texture bhai.
Nice shot. Again takes that tip of the spear off.
Just able to do that one online apparently.
Hey, Jet Div.
Spear just left with a stick.
Jet Div, baby, Jet Div.
Feels like Texture just removing that threat of Twiston. The guy is supposed to be leading the charge.
हाँ अब बचेंगे spoon feed.
The defensive side.
रुको रखा भाई. कभी भी हम नहीं बचेंगे. अभी नहीं.
हाँ अभी नहीं.
सबर करो. That's what you absolutely need to do. You can't allow Twiston to just have his way, which he was able to do all the time in map 1.
The Prowler does push away Texture from that angle. Now opting to play at the back of the side, but there's going to be that no command sent through. Watching for the smoke push. No one there, it's going to dissipate. Now a Cosmic Divide as well, and Texture, you got to be kidding me. You can't be trying to push through this one. I mean, can't use any abilities whatsoever. Doesn't even have a dash. Does he still want to try and take this one? Plant it out into the open.
It's a great plant spot.
Yeah.
I think the key player to watch here is going to be Monya.
This timing just being taken into mid.
भाई ये कहाँ खेल रहे हैं?
Could be a bit of a backstab play. Prowler goes through the wall as it does fade away. Monya now. Off the smokes, it's a double face, and okay, contained just that flank, that one play that was happening. Now to Nightfall, scatters his way across, but it's that 3v3. Bazi,
कर दे बाजी भाई, कर दे बाजी.
Shot, not fired, but eventually they deal with him. But has enough been done for them? The smoke again fading away. Texture slicking it now with the cloud burst, but eventually enough shots fired off into the cloud burst, and they find their mark. And Vitality, a little bit squeaky that round, but they do eventually claim it.
I think though the strengths of Vitality's post plan
यार दो
win them most of the time.
मेरे हिसाब से वहां से जहां से गन आ रही थी ना दोनों बंदों को वहां से मारना था रे निकल के मारना था मेरे हिसाब से
बंदा ने मारा यार
because without any pressure
देख वहां से कोई बुलेट नहीं आई पता है वो बुलेट आनी चाहिए थी वहां से पता है
Strike is just right in the open, right in front of them.
है हमने भी तो मारना था रे वापस स्मोक से उसी जहां से आ रही थी हाँ मारा नहीं
मैंने सेम बोला
I was wondering if anybody would try and pull that out. It is such a dangerous position to walk from when your opponent
ये क्या
has
ड्रॉप
knives.
मारा उसने डबल
For exactly the reason that we just saw. And now that jet head-to-head, that battle that's taking place
और रोडी की जाए
with these two players. Twiston. He answers back, doesn't he? Gets up.
Let's go.
Close position.
Off angle ही मार सकता है बाबा
Get out of there.
ऐसे मार दे यार किसी आउट टू अपड्राफ्ट जेट ऐसे वीडियो देखा होगा
Have the advantage there almost all the time.
भाई लेकिन फाटो भाई ये क्या था फाटो भाई
Lockdown is so early from
फाटो
Aaron.
भाई को खुद नहीं पता
Can't overheat.
वो तो बूस्ट हुए हैं अभी GCS
They know where he's going to be isolated.
Pardoma
John
भाई
is
से
going to be spotting him out. Bazzi has to try and bail him out here. Util drop forward.
Nice one
It's just perfect.
ये ट्रेड अच्छा था
Fragment nade did rebound against the wall and take out one yet, but Police Force were showing that discipline, but they have offered up the entirety of A now. This lurk timing from Sender.
अलार्म बोर्ड थे केजी ने अपने वाले
His way
निकाला
deep into the back of A.
हाँ
टीटी पे
That alarm bot though is going to be revealing.
अच्छी है ना ये
Position is compromised. So
Fight in mid. There's something going on here. Destrian
what is occurring?
clashing with Aaron. They're walking back to back.
Yeah, I mean, just right down into sewers, watching it. Timing! Needs to be the trade. Bazzi contains. Push into the corner. The position is no on the flick of the wrist is there, but is there time? That is the question. He's going to be sprinting all the way with a knife out now.
Rossi has nade.
And it's not really planted.
Rossi भाई गन हाथ में
Right out into the
Let's
open.
go!
Rossi. Safe hands from him. So
10k likes नहीं होएगा guys 10k likes होंगे तो ये मैप अपन जीतेंगे मैं लिख के देता हूँ
Something we haven't even mentioned thus far, Brent, too, is that global esports
भाई ये
were not intended to play with this roster. They were intended to play with Bronski. And so global esports have like a 7-man.
भाई वहाँ स्टेडियम में रॉसी हो रहा है सुन रहे हो
They had found the core, the
Emi
work.
bhai hai na.
Emi bhai ka ही आवाज
And the fact that they are now on the precipice of going to a third map and taking the game to Vitality, a dark horse squad from EMEA
10
with
बंदे
a
चिल्ला
lot
रहे
of
होंगे
skill on the
एक आवाज ही
roster.
आएगी एमी भाई
This is already impressive.
कितनी तेज चिल्लाते हैं
Already impressive. Global esports though need to keep their foot.
राइट अगर हमें एक्सेस
भाई लेकिन बहुत अच्छा खेला यार बहुत मतलब थोड़ा बहुत लेफ्ट राइट और है लेकिन अच्छा खेला अच्छा खेला
वामोस मतलब क्या होता है
गो वामोस मतलब गो
ऐसे करके लेट्स गो
गो होता है वैसे वामोस का मतलब वामोस मतलब गो ग्लोबल ई-स्पोर्ट
कैमरा देखो घर जाएगा आपका
I don't know what you would do in this spot. This is so tough.
It's a really hard ask, isn't it? It seems like what they are opting into is half bite. Rifle in the hands of Twiston might just be good enough.
Yeah, it's
And
a hero rifle.
Yeah, but the bunny's running so low, and there's no ultimates to work with either.
Vagos नहीं Vamos भाई Vagos ये RP का 14 Rodriguez
Offset whatever might get thrown.
उनका next buy भी है गोल्डी भाई पर
Global esports are going to be pushing up B long, but that's going to open an avenue on the map for Twiston. And
Twiston
with Twiston having the hero rifle, he's the player to watch here.
इसको सिर्फ W दबाना
Gonna be trying to carve out a path for them, but Texture watching this one operate it. Tries to go for the flick now.
Nice, man.
Wasn't watching the right angle. Still, Texture is under a lot of pressure right now, just being flooded in. And that updraft position.
Nice.
Still, how does he claim a second kill? It is even though 3-3.
But now they got rifles.
Nice.
Erin ने मारा नहीं
Weaponry around.
Nice one
to win.
Because that also gives up the entire part of the map that the spike's been planted for. Destrian has.
रॉसी भाई की अल्ट है रॉसी भाई की अल्ट है 2 अल्ट है
He's not going to meet anybody. He's going to stay alive.
Nice,
but he
nice.
can't spam the plant.
नाइस रॉसी भाई
Away SK Rossi with a flank timing, just impeccable. Bone cold, not expecting it. And this task ahead of Destrian, just to try and salvage this, it's an impossible one. Doesn't have any util. Not really watched for.
Let's go Rossi
SK Rossi finalizes it. Global esports now on the precipice. One more
Blank
round.
करके kill निकालेगा
And bringing this to map number 3.
फीडिंग क्या बोला इसने
एक मैंने ना मेन चैट की उसमें दो लड़के हैं जो फर्स्ट मैप में रॉसी का नाम चेंज करके गंदा लिख रहे थे एक अभी स्पैम कर रहा रॉसी भगवान और एक कह रहा देयर यू गो द रियल रॉसी
कैसे लोग हैं
बाप के भी है क्या
भाई ये दूसरे वाले
Don't even get us started. Big clash over B main. Massive fight being taken, and the flash is good for it. All the players just out of position. SK Rossi, he's swinging wide right now. He's being forced back and forth. The wrist and misses. Texture doesn't land the shot.
Throwny.
Right now, they've already lost it, but it is that 1-for-1.
But I think Rossi panicked a little bit. He used his ultimate in the midst of all of this. Maybe just
मारेगा
to try to keep
एरन
himself
मारेगा
alive.
अरे यार ये भी
पता है एक डिफरेंस है वहाँ ना बच्चे ही खेलना शुरू हो जाते हैं भाई वहाँ बच्चे ही वहाँ 12-13 साल के बच्चे हमें अगर टीम बना के भाई चौंड देंगे गंदी तरह चौंटेंगे हाई पे मर गया एक तो पूरा
Split them up. SK Rossi right into the corner.
Nice, Rossi! John Rossi, let's go!
One after another.
Rossi 4K. Let's go!
Representing India.
कौन बच रहा था चैट में?
करी पका
What
a
and what an emphatic way to do it at the end. Pearl belongs to
अब करना
have been knocked completely asunder there. Not expecting to give that map up. We got a game.
Let's go.
And I have no clue how Lotus is going to go. It's got to be the most unpredictable way to end a series possible between these two squads. But I'm so glad that Global Esports woke up.
होना चाहिए था बैटर लेकिन मजा आता था
नहीं जीत के बाद करेंगे जीत के बाद
Finally demonstrated what they're
हम नहीं
actually
करते ना भाई
capable
हम
of.
ऐसे नहीं
Overcoming an
उनके लिए हम
absolute
करेंगे
massive
ना।
obstacle, but we will be
हम
heading to
करेंगे,
round
हम
number
काफी।
3, and we're going to take a short break. On the other side of things, of course, continuation of the series.
क्या तो हो गया भाई उधर बुरा भाई सेक्सी गेम था कुछ भी बोलो
भाई टेक्सचर और रॉसी जो खेले हैं ना वहाँ भाई ये बहुत क्रिस्प था भाई ये बहुत क्रिस्प था
Spike carrier kill.
ये अंकिता खड़ी है क्या
अबे हाँ अंकिता भी है
राइट साइड में ट्विस्टर 1-1 बेटे 1-1 लेट्स गो चैट में ओटी कौन बोल रहा है भाई कल बेटे वही है भाई गाने चल रहे भाई है बद्दुआ तो है टीवन भाई है
बद्दुआ नहीं है वो बैड दुआ है
हाँ बैड दुआ तो है
जब से मैं बोला तब से हारे एक चैट पड़ा एक बंदे का
ये लोटस किसका है
और हो जाए
भाई
डिसाइडर है
बैड दुआ ही है भाई
अच्छा,
बैड दुआ
decider।
सुप्रीमेसी
हाँ कोई और वर्ड हो जाए टिकबन भाई लास्ट में
मुझे नहीं पता था यार बैड दुआ मुझे लगा वो
ओ भाई मेरी फोटो आई ट्वीट पे मेरी फोटो आई
बैड दुआ जॉर्ड
बैड दुआ जॉर्ड उनके मैप में मारा जय
रोसी भाई के लिए अनी भाई थैंक यू फॉर 400 लव यू
टिकबन भाई जरा कैमरे
मेरी
में
फोटो आई यहाँ पे ट्वीट पे
स्पून खिलाओ स्पून फीड कराओ
मैं कर दिया और
अभी करो
करो ना और ऐसे
अरे अर्षित जादव आपका
Your stream is delay, bro. Because हमारा YouTube पे there is a latency delay होता है.
मैं करूँगा तो.
BJ notice. Me literally sweating. Bigs भाई इराका में बिग्स की पर्ची नहीं गई. He deserve it, dude. He deserve it. अगर वैलो का कुछ ऐसा इंडियन का बहुत बड़ी चीज़ है and बिग्स टी-बोन फाटू को I think these are the 3 people who truly deserve it as a creator. So yes, I'm very happy for them.
टिबोनाई 1300 रुपीस का है हमारा नेक्स्ट ग्रुप गेम.
कौन सा? फॉरेस्ट 2 1300 का है.
हाँ
आ गया क्या? रिलीज हो गया?
हाँ
ठीक है. तो मतलब 13,000
आ जाएगा स्क्रीन पे.
1300 हायर
1300
1300
800 भी तो था.
क्या बोला गोल्डमैन? क्या बोला? कभी
अभी तो भाई ये देखनी पड़ेगी ना. वो तो भाई सबको कोऑर्डिनेट करना पड़ेगा ग्रुप में. अभी बता
टिपन भाई.
हाँ जी,
एक सेकंड रुक लो. VLR.gg मेरे को वो देखना है. मतलब ये पूरा स्केड्यूल देखना है. रुको ना.
I believe it seems like all the GE fans definitely do is they pick up a pivotal win, tying the series up 1-1. Welcome back to Contestant Round. All the way here alongside Mimi as well as Achilles. And you know, it could have gone poorly for them, but they managed.
कहाँ पे है मुंबई में वॉच पार्टी? कहाँ पर हो रही है? किस जगह?
25th. टिबन भाई.
ब्रो हाउस क्लब.
हाँ जी.
कल भी वॉच पार्टी लग रही है.
What a match that was.
It was really a great game, and it started off in my opinion.
कल होगा इनका अगर जीत गया तो आज.
हाँ ना, कल भी वॉच पार्टी लग रही है यार.
बैंड्रा में
जल्दी हारेंगे फिर.
नहीं मैं तो जा रहा हूँ 3 दिन के लिए.
तू आप नहीं खेल रहे हो PUBG टूर्नामेंट?
नहीं मैं जा रहा हूँ 3 दिन के लिए.
बस.
ओ भाई वो डुओ से भाई किसको ले भाई? और भाई हम साथ में खेल सकते हैं. ऐसा है.
विक्की को ले लो ना. विक्की रेक्स.
नहीं डुओस है ना. तो
भाई मुझे ना भाई सीरियस नहीं खेलने क्योंकि मैं 26 को नहीं हूँ भाई, इसलिए. अब विक्की अकेला क्या करेगा अगर मैं नहीं.
26 को कहाँ टीम भाई?
Huge. This is why, if you look back, he's played now 119 maps of Jet compared to 18 on Raze. He is a Jet through and through. This guy could very well be.
I've seen SK Rossi play. He doesn't even use a multi. Visualize the map in detail, rendering completely in by logical wall.
Same struggles. Spacing fell off. Our Jet player is pushing in front, struggling to trade on those B-long executes. You saw it in the clip. Every time they made one of those mistakes, it was texture really punishing, and their side execs as well were struggling against these fantastic anchor players.
Yeah, actually, you know, speaking of the anchoring, I do want to give a shout out to Aaron as well, because he has been such a reliable hand for this team every single time. Put him into midfield, he'll get you one. He puts the utility where he needs to. He's locking down these sites.
On X-Set, he only called one side of the map, only the defense. This is where this guy thrives, and he did it again. The anchoring from him was fantastic, and same from Meunier. He had a great map set.
He really did, and that was one of the more surprising things because we didn't see too much from really anybody on GE on that first map of Split, but Meunier in particular was also struggling as that second controller. It was Aaron who was really the only one who was able to get anything done, and then Bazzi as well in that second half. But yeah, what a leveled up performance from him. Constantly coming away with 3Ks, 4Ks. It was a nutty performance from this guy.
Well, and here's the thing, right? One of the things that we were really highlighting, especially
happy birthday, Ritik. God bless you, brother.
Yeah.
If they were able to win an eco, maybe there's a chance here. And they were able to find that success. And how big was that for them?
I mean, it was fantastic 4 for 4 thus far in the series, but this time they were not choking away to those rounds from the Sheriffs. It felt like they cleaned up, particularly in that second half. It was defined by a lot of unforced errors, the nerves, your first time on stage. This map was kind of defined by GE warming up and showing us what they can really do.
And that just goes back to our interview there with Rushi and what he said. He said in their scrims, they do often drop that first map. They start off a little bit slow, and then they heat up, and then they take the scrim from there. And that might just be what we're looking at
Yeah, and you know, also, well, the pride of India, right at the end of the game there, SK Rossi doing it big on the world stage, and I'm sure everyone in Mumbai was watching and losing their mind with this, because this young man, we know the skill is there, Mimi, and this was the moment where I really felt like, hey, SK Rossi, welcome to the VCT.
Yeah, again, look back at map number 1. He was whipping some easy shots on the stage, comes into this one, and individually is feeling it. And you see how much it means to him. But also, from that watch party, it means so much to Indian fans. This is the first time that entire subcontinent of so many millions of people
Imagine
has
Raka by
had
VCT
to represent them at an international Valorant tournament, and
yeah.
it is paying off.
Yeah, it is a wonderful thing.
I need like 10 years of continuous Valorant practice.
Last map here, we're going to map 3, folks, and it's gonna be Lotus. We've been talking a lot about Lotus. They certainly deserve their moment.
Indian map, अपना map है, Indian map, Indian player भी है, तो हमारे पास थोड़ा advantage.
Commodity yet again with Lotus.
I mean, it wasn't easy.
40 chance है कि हम जीतो.
Shrugging, saying like, I don't know what these guys are doing.
Just imagine you
beating each other, beating each other at the end of the map, just looking completely lost in that second half. But now we go to Lotus, and we have to once again say what is going to happen.
Prime Gaming Age Select is about to take place here. And you see what the players have covered before. Harbor from the Shrine. That could be nice.
I would like to see that one out of Destry, and it looks like if they do go through with it, it
Harbor
would be a controller answer to this map. For GE, they're going for kind of a simple comp. You see this on a lot of maps. The Omen there is a double dive with texture on that Jet. But for the other side, Vitality go for the fade raids. They're going to be good on their defense at Gambits. They're going to be good at stalling out, retaking with that Harbor wall as well. But it's a solo controller. A lot of pressure is going to be on that Harbor player.
Absolutely.
Well, here we go, folks. Map 3. One more to decide who moves forward in this competition. Let's go ahead and send it right back over to Brendan Sideshow.
Hype ho jai, guys. Hype ho jai. G fighting.
Certainly, this series is delivering so far. Yeah, this final map going to be deciding.
10k likes ho jai, guys. 10k likes or GE fighting ho jai.
Global esports so far back and forth, honestly, and now we're heading to Lotus, honestly.
एक बार सारे guys, सारे मिलके एक बार like करो और hype हो जाए chat.
You know, we had rough glimpses, I suppose, of Vitality from the off-season, but now we really don't know what to expect.
I mean, just nothing. You can look at how you expect the compositions to work, but we've seen a range of different comps have a lot of success on Lotus. So I don't know who to give the advantage to this fight.
A lot of early pressure, looks like, from Global Esports towards A main. Nice and early through the connector. The goal is to try and contain this space towards A main. An instant response though, look at this. Vitality willing to pivot, taking it. Controller B main actually, and now going to be using the wall to just rotate all the way around. Try and claim a free side onto C. A lot of util being dumped into the back of it just to clear it out, making sure that if anybody is there, they're going to be scurrying away, but it is going to be afforded now a free plan.
Nice one, yeah. Nice.
Oh my goodness! Punishing this one, still running backwards, backpedaling from center.
Bomb to chhod diya.
Was good, caught onto him there. Now this pressure is really nice. Center needs to come up with the goods and just can't quite deliver it.
3v2.
Awkward fight there, awkward engagement. And the spike's been dropped down. Vitality were getting ahead of themselves. They took their spawn ahead of time, thinking that it was just going to be offered for them.
3-2.
How did they get the spike back now?
ये मेरा वो हुआ lag.
I mean, how do you play retake? Not much util you've got available to them other than the wall.
Bad dua OP in the chat.
Bad dua.
Let's go.
All the way through, no fear whatsoever.
By winning every pistol round, dude.
Going the way of Global Esports.
second का lag हो रहा ना?
And on top of
refresh
that,
कर ले, refresh कर ले.
I feel like the way that they're abusing the frenzy is giving them so much success. A lot of frenzy usage in these pistol rounds. And the big
bomber को अकेला छोड़ दिया बे सिटी कंट्रोल पूरा पता है.
Planter completely unaware.
This guy's toast.
Guys, 100% success rate. 5 out of 5 in pistol round, guys.
And I'm not even
5 out of 5.
मतलब 5-0.
सारे पिस्तौल राउंड हम लोग जीते ये इवेंट में. सारे unbeatable.
Because Global Esports, since Pearl, just feel like they've fixed that issue.
Nice bomb drop.
Spike going to be dropped down to the corner.
Kal.
They look from bone body.
I'm
worried. You should be worried.
I'm worried again. Oh, Baba.
Going to get the entire ire of India on you as well if you keep this one up.
It wasn't my fault.
Well, kills are offered up.
Oh, quite short.
Bomb drop है ना? नहीं ले लिया bomb.
3 versus 3, I should say. And now,
But
slowing it down a little bit here for Vitality, making sure that they wait it out.
I think Vitality's composition is usually going to have
Bone
a lot
cold,
of
stone
utility.
cold.
But in these early rounds, they can't afford all of it, obviously.
अरे
So,
भाई
Global Esports should have opportunities to get much better retakes early in the half compared to late.
दो के पास गन है, एक के पास ही है ना?
The question is just whether, you know, Sender lands a headshot or Bone Cold
भाई
finds
ये
a
वाइटी रात को ही मीटी
वो
देता है
है।
भाई इसी एग्जैक्ट इसी टाइम पे मीटी देना शुरू करता है
whether Vitality have pushed deep. Because they're miles away.
They're concentrated all the way up. It's always awkward, honestly, retaking this seaside when you don't have any control of the inner workings of the map, the connectors, because you really do have to clear everything carefully. You don't know if they could have pushed up. You can see Aaron.
अपने पे क्या है रॉसी भाई
Sure, it's a slow and steady approach here. Just
हो सकता है यार
link up with the rest
ब्रीच
of
और
his team from
सोवा है
waterfall.
Time is going to tick, but Vitality again have no util, so no post-plant ability.
Flash to push them through. One player holding a water there. That's Bone Cold to the back. They want to fight this one, and the Sheriff's in their hands. Anything could happen.
Nice.
Running gun in action, but Aaron, he will win out the fight eventually.
Let's go Aaron
Drop down to 17 health, but
sexy retake.
so not as clean as we've seen, at least from
हो
Pro.
जाएगा ना defuse,
Convert those
हाँ।
anti-ecos, but it does get converted nevertheless.
There was no need to be worried.
बहुत close था भाई
There was
Of course, yes.
There
एंटी
was
को
no
जीत
need to
गए
be worried.
Guys, don't flood my DMs. It's fine.
But yeah, Global Esports, really important that they convert that one. And Aaron has been a rock for them to hold on to. It was Texture and Monye really dominating map 2. But
बस
Aaron was
5
there
राउंड जीतने
solidly
हैं इसमें
the whole
डिफेंस में
time.
5 राउंड जीतने
And
इजीली
another
जीत
pistol,
जाएंगे भाई अटैकिंग में
just
अब
like he
गंदा
did
वाला
the open split.
सिर्फ 5 राउंड
Let's see what happens here with this next round. So Global Esports not opting to buy into the rifles. It's a much weaker buy from them, just continuing the bonus, keeping it going. See what they can get done. A lot of util being used though, and that flash, oh my goodness!
Oh,
Up close,
ये क्या था भाई?
corralled into the corner, slowed all the way down,
corner
Twisted,
में फंस गया
making
ना।
a Vandal look like a phantom. One yet though up close. Oh my!
अरे!
Discipline just can't quite find a second shot.
Nice try,
Could
यार,
have been
nice
everything,
try,
couldn't
nice
it?
try,
Yeah, makes it dangerous for them though. Jumping.
Nice shot,
Rossi
Rossi.
again, there's a bit of a Marshall moment.
Oh!
Gun is quite good, by the way.
Any damage done here is actually huge. Rossi could give his team a phenomenal advantage in round 4.
So how does he want to play this one? I mean, he hoovered up the
Brawler
rifle
आ
in his
गया
hands right now with
नहीं
his
दो
Phantom.
मारने थे यार वहाँ पे
Should be
दो
playing
तो
for the kills,
मारने
like you
थे
said, Josh.
दो
Yeah, I
मार
think
जाते ना तो
he wants to be
1v2 रॉसी भाई
playing
ट्राई कर
aggressively.
सकते
I
थे
don't
बट
think saving the
1v3
rifle here is the
डिफिकल्ट
right
है
move.
विद सोवा और वो भी नहीं है आर्मर नहीं है
Looks like he just wants to take a cautious
सेव होगा
approach.
नो कोई नहीं
And that's going to
हमारा
let Twist
bonus
and
था
Bone Cold multi. That's going to let those guys off the hook.
Yeah. Maybe
एक
not willing to
exit
give them
frag
potentially
निकल
easy
जाता
kills,
रॉसी
he's too away
भाई
from his ult, so
Yeah,
doesn't
there's
wanna
always
try and play close to it. A
there is
three-
always a risk reward.
Yeah, 3 away from Bone Colds and Twistons. So.
अच्छा प्रॉलर आया
There's a
एम
lot
पे
of ways
वो
to play
टूटा
for ult ops on this map.
बोनस
But
राउंड था
still,
कोई नहीं हमारे
okay.
हमारे पास
SK
गन
Rossi
नहीं
taking the safe approach there. A Vitality, that means that they're going to be able to get a decent buy, but I think this breach flash where you just saw Twiston follow up, that clearly was not accounted for by Global Esports.
No.
So they need to adjust to that. If they're going to commit so many bodies to try and control A, you can't just allow all of you guys to get flashed and stuck in a
अरे
corner.
दूसरा भी हेडशॉट लग
That's a
जाता ना
massive
3K हो
miss.
सकता था वहाँ
Texture with an operator in his hands, though, was
उसका अगर लग
such
जाता
a
तो।
major win condition on Pearl. And here we see it again.
Yeah, might
प्रॉलर
be
पे नहीं
just
लगा
that.
वो
Once more, that is a heavy stack though from Global Esports. Look at that. Essentially leaning 4 of their players over. Obviously the connector still being played as well by or by Bazzi, I should say. And they are once again pushing up off the back of the strong. Now they did this prior though. They did this in the pistol round, so it should be
नहीं
continuing
ज़्यादा आगे
away.
नहीं
Look at
ज़्यादा
this
आगे नहीं
vitality.
मोनेट भाई
Oh, they've got all 4 of their players ready for the approach, but it is just an absolute slaughter
Nice,
back and
yeah.
forth.
हो gया
I don't think they were expecting
बस
as many of the global players to be there. Vitality have called an immediate pivot into C. But that's
Texture भाई मारेंगे ऑफ लगा रखी
he
है
wants them to run into the nano swarms.
Look at this angle. Operator in his
Texture by
hands,
Texture.
Texture. He's holding for it. The clearance is
Arre,
good. Oh
baba.
my goodness, the spacing just good enough. Still a bit of damage done there through the war bone.
नहीं मर गया मर गया
5 health.
Oh, मर गया
3v2 हाँ एक मर गया
नेट से मर गया चीज है
Damage is being done now, and it's 2v3. Still, you can't afford to give up too much. Paranoia.
काल बेटे ट्विस्टन
काल बेटे
आज सूप खिलाऊं तुझे
Down onto
इधर
that
आ
1v3. Bone cold.
भाई 5 HP में क्या करोगे भाई
Really pull out all the stops to be trying
क्या
to win this one,
करोगे
and it's
भाई
just
5
not
HP
possible.
Let's
So,
go
Global Esports.
Let's go
Really good options, really good ideas as they're heading into this defense side.
Yeah, I think that round was fantastic.
मैं सुसु करके आया ठीक है फट से सुसु करके आया ठीक है स्कोर जब तक सुसु कर रहा है 4-1 होना चाहिए ठीक है तुम्हारे हवाले छोड़ दो
driving the Vitality players into Nanoswarms and the operator on the other side. That is really good. And also, the small mistakes that we were seeing from Global before, where they would line up and give easy spray downs and not be there supporting each other, a lot of that has gone away. Almost all of it. And because of the weird situation that Vitality's economy is in, they're almost baited into force buying again. They've had 2 back-to-back rounds where Global Esports has the advantage in the economy. This is scrap metal
And
that
another
Vitality
clash,
are working
though.
with.
That's what's going to be happening here towards the A side of the map. That stun, the fault line is there. And yeah, with a bit of spam through the doors, and when an Odin's in your hands, I mean, that thing can seem like paper. Still, the fight needs to be taken. You've got to be careful. You don't want to give away too much. And what's going to be offered for them? Well, has to dodge that flash, and as he does, it creates that opening.
It's the same breach flash ruining Global Esports control over A, and it's opened up a gap for Twiston.
Oh, yeah, and just with the door opened up, that one connector, the prior fight being taken, lurks his way in. This is all but over for Global Esports. I mean, Texture's doing a lot, just very disciplined there as he just tries to slowly pick up onto this angle, even a crouch peek as well. Nade pushing them back.
भाई देख रहे हो मैं मनूज नहीं हूँ.
I think if you are Global Esports, just want to be saving.
Yeah, if they can play exits, keep damaging Vitality's economy, but this map, you can just exit everywhere.
क्या वो इको राउंड जीते?
But just to talk about this round, it actually ended up happening as well. A recurring thing that we've seen.
क्या वो इको राउंड जीते क्या?
Breach flash that's not being dealt with when they fight over that.
Semi.
It's
I think
devastating.
Vitality's
3 जन का proper buy था 2 जन का
main pressure.
They have a lot more utility that they can throw into that area. Yeah, and also. I feel
खेलना नहीं
like
जीत जाते.
whether it's players getting blinded or players having to.
चलो guys 10 के likes बनते.
That breach flash is ruining them. And it might be something where Texture wants to free cloud burst
भाई बनाएंगे.
भाई उधर खेलने का ही नहीं
just so that
आगे जाके
so that when
हर बार मार रहा है ट्विस्टन 2 बार मार.
he doesn't have to worry about it. You just saw it there in the replay. It blooms kind of really high in the defender's sight line, but you could cloud burst that. You can predict the timing of it.
It's difficult.
Or alternatively, have somebody
3 अल्ट है यार हमारे पास उनके पास 4 अल्ट है.
from kind of the A
ऐसे
side
रीटेक
position so that they're
हो सकता है हमारे पास
they can swing,
क्योंकि
but
केजे
the
और
angles are awkward.
ब्रीच के अल्ट है अपन पे.
So we step ourselves now into this round here, round 6. Swing off the Prowler. Oh, that's dealt with. Twiston. Felt like there wasn't too much else behind that one. Maybe just a little bit late with the stun that should have been coming, but
I like this.
भाई मैं लकी तो हूँ. मैं लकी तो
It is working.
मैं लकी हूँ. मैं ऐसे ही चुपचाप बैठ के बस देखूंगा.
saw Cloud getting good usage of it actually earlier in the tournament. A couple of Guardian kills, but it's an interesting round because the ultimates are building up on either side. A lot of tools to work with. You might start to see some of them offloaded.
ये राउंड
3
चुपचाप
players
कुछ
on
नहीं
the B
बोलूंगा.
side, and if Bonecall gets his breach ult in there, those guys will not be able to hold on. It is a tiny choke point though, so risk reward maybe not quite in Vitality's favor. Wow. Lockdown being used here seems strange to me because Aaron's still going to be able to back up and pop his nanoswarms off.
It's quite interesting.
And he has a counter lockdown, so is this all just a fake to hit B with the breach ult or the nightfall?
Looks like there might be a pivot in play yet. There's a nightfall. Moves them back. No more audio cues from Munyet. And there's a rolling thunder. That's used in response. Global Esports pushing them back, but still pushing their way through. Aftershock into the corner. It's going to be causing it to be a little bit more awkward, and time is running so damn low now. The wall's still blocking off these sight lines. Plant's going to go down, and no one really disrupting this up close to the wall. Texture does cover it.
What a shot.
And it has to be Heroics. It has to be now. One after the other. The double swing, not spacing themselves out, and it is just crumbling before them. What was an opening, what was an opportunity for Global Esports to at least turn that in their favor? It just crumbles. The same errors we were talking about in map number 1 just rearing their heads there.
Oh, and that's a 4v2. A 4v2 retake, I think, where it all just fell to pieces. Texture did such a good job at hitting the first one.
हाँ बे 4v2 था पता है.
But then this kind of
अरे वो बैठ के आया क्योंकि वो पीछे था ना.
From Buzzy is
Sender ने मारा.
No bueno.
Yeah, not too good, but
set Sender up for a 4K. Holding on, and Vitality now powered up.
So forcing Global Esports down to that eco. Texture one away from his Blade Storm.
कोई नहीं eco अब तो.
It's a heavy stack over towards A. This time, not willing to fight over some of that A main pressure, so they've realized the mistake prior. Like, okay, well, we don't really have the util to go pound for pound and try and fight for that control, so
Backstep. यार वहाँ पे एक को मारना था.
The rest of the map is so
Guys, ये YouTube क्या है भाई?
wide open. You see this positioning being played by Aaron. I mean,
क्या lag होता रहता भाई मेरा इसी टाइम lag होता रहता ना इंटरनेट ना कुछ.
Give it up. He does hear that util being used.
पता है 2K पे होता है मैं 2K हटा रहा हूँ guys कल से.
Uh-oh, the spike is returning over to A. Global Esports haven't moved an inch.
As he's holding his fall line, I think. Maybe off a bit of util, but revealing a couple of these players, fault line, and a nade as well.
Okay, the pivot into B here makes more sense to me, I think.
Yeah, a lot has been showcased so far, I think. Global Esports making it quite obvious that they've stacked this, and now...
T1 आप 2K stream करते हो क्या?
Hit to B, especially with the Cove, it's going to be blocking any potential damage. Obviously, the position
मेरा सही
in
चल रहा
the
है.
first place, but I'm playing for this retake. I think narrow sight lines, narrow angles as well. Could see that the pistols get a bit of work done. Dart pushes the players back now. Vitality feeling the pressure. It's definitely on. Shorty right up close and personal. Still twisting. Lurks his way around and no one is dealing with this guy at all. Shorty in play.
कोई नहीं चलो.
That's going to be that slam
Eco था
dunk.
कोई
Looking
नहीं
like
eco
it
था.
could have got a bit
सही है
dangerous, but
सब.
no. Vitality win it out. 4 players remaining alive.
हाँ eco था बस.
And I think at this point in the game, after 7 rounds have been played, Vitality should have a really good read of how Global Esports are playing their defense. And this is
Eco
where
no issues.
a good attack side caller or a good coach is going to be able to give you a lot of other good ideas for the rest of the rounds. And something
retake
that
without
strikes me
smokes.
is that Twiston hasn't been double blast
ये
packing.
बज रहा है ये viewer भी बज रहा है वहाँ watch party वाला.
Players do that
10 बंदे हैं घर जाएंगे इधर.
I mean, Jing comes to mind, but there were a bunch of other people doing it.
Yeah.
But
attacking
he
side
has
में
his
है
raise
वैसे भी
on.
side 5
There's
कर देना.
only really been
वही 5
in the
man.
C side early on. I feel like that's incredibly abusable. And Global Esports have taken a
3-3 हो गया 3-4 हो गया क्या?
3-4
अटैकिंग साइड है बात तो अटैकिंग मैप है यार.
And I'm
5 round चाहिए बस 5 round.
defensive plan doesn't look
नहीं हम
too
मारेंगे.
bad, but they're putting a lot of resources into fighting A lobby and they're still losing that. So that weakens the rest of the map whilst not even allowing them to hold A lobby.
Yeah.
It's not like it's not a bad idea, but they don't have the tools to really execute the plan.
Well, one of the best looks that they have showcased so far, at least, is putting that operator in
देना
the texture. Because honestly, one of the weaknesses of Vitality's comp, I will say, is that this Harbor, this solo controller, you can't smoke.
मेरे को लग रहा है 6-6 लग रहा है मेरे को.
And fake that you're pressuring A main. So an operator is really powerful from long sidelines.
Counterpoint. What if SK Rossi on Sova ops?
I mean, that is okay. Hello, India. I'm ready for it. Let's go. I mean, sure. Why not?
Very unusual. He's probably going to have to send out a recon dart early for some control and then operate. But, I mean, look at Vitality. I think they're going to go for the play that I talked about. Double blast pack with the Razor into C.
Util being dumped through, so control of A. Immediately pivoting. They know that they're pushing up a lot of the player base. Now you can see a lot of the team of Vitality. Dumping a bit of utility through, and now you see it reckoning in a showstopper. Great combination. Clears out the side entirely. And this ult is a little bit
really
awkward there from SK Rossi. Yep, dashing away just to avoid that showstopper rocket that was
दोनों यूसी हो गया
right towards their spawn. But
and one of the problems is, I mean, if SK Rossi had ulted as the plant was going down, then maybe they don't get that one off.
Timing. Oh my goodness.
Oh, सुना नहीं इसने?
It's all just a bit hidden, isn't it? Monyet, will he be able to be aware of this? Not quite. Sender's reflank has just been brutal for them. Backstabbing them. Moving forwards though, Aaron doesn't deal with this one. Now how does this retake happen? A lot of util. Aftershock into the corner. SK Rossi moving up. Has the operator. Does he suspect the player is close? Time is running low. Texture trying to stick this now. The raw spam, the random spam. Trying to go for the quick scope. Half onto the defuse. No one's dealt with Twiston. And he was just that extra layer that they needed.
Okay,
good execution from Vitality. Nice post-plant play as well. And Global Esports finding it very difficult to retake with an op in the hands of kind of setup here makes it really difficult. That post-plant spot that is miles out in the open.
Hey, Oman.
And they're able to get that plant down because
यार हम
there was
retake
nobody
में
on
ना
C.
smoke ही नहीं भर रहा हमारा
See
Oman को survive करना पड़ेगा.
rounds.
Monet को
I
survive
think you're
करना
probably going to
पड़ेगा
see something
रे.
similar here from Vitality. If they try and go towards A and they meet too much resistance, pivot C, get a plan.
Yeah, they just want to fight over this one. Again, the double flashes up into the top corner. This time, no texture.
Nice.
That's the Blade Storm, and yet backing him up. Paranoia now, going to be ripping through, and it does land on a couple of the targets. All that util being dumped forwards. You're going to be able to win out this fight. The question is, can they fight and claim over this next rifle? Destrian's there, just trying to take the battle to them, making it awkward.
Yeah, they trade a kill but get 2 rifles for it, so it's still good for global esports. Double Vandal, 3v3 retake. Vitality are favored for sure, and they've got nice post-plant positions, but it's winnable for global esports.
It becomes really hard to try and clear out.
भाई एक सेकंड रुक जाओ रोसी भाई आपका वो आ रहा है
headshot angle though, there's not going to be a re-swing. Start push back now. Has to be aware that there could be a push, but time again starting to run low. These post-plant positions, they got to know that there are a few players there.
अरे timing रे!
Someone needs to start sticking this. Where are the protocols? Where are the layers? A tap onto the spike, but it's just so difficult to try and win out. Left up to Aaron.
Timing.
We'll claim a rifle in the middle of all of this one.
भाई वो वहाँ देखता हूँ उसे एक पिंग मिलता
Tallied
है
up now for Vitality. They're going to be the
Bigs में क्या गलत हो रहा है Bigs में जरा बता दो.
हाँ?
And this is where global esports needs to change up the defensive setup. I mean, you can't just do the same thing every time and expect it to work when Vitality have got the read. I think you need to be more pressure. Maybe you fight Sun this round. Or maybe texture opts towards C this round. Or you go for, you know, a stack towards B and play retake A. I don't know, there are different options here. But the point being that they need to shift. Vitality have got the read currently. And so you see it happen actually. And it looks like texture is going to be set up with the operator on C. But they've still got the Killjoy utility behind that. Might have been better off putting Aaron on B. But this is a new team and I'm sure Aaron's scrambling to come up with the adjustments.
Nice shot.
Oh my goodness, Bazzi, given the timing, you can't still be taking that fight though. He does back away with the aftershock. So
हो गया एक kill. Texture low
vital target as well in the form of Twistem, but an instant rotation now by Vitality. They noticed that early utility wasn't being used towards A main. Chances are they're not playing it, but SK Rossi gets some really good mid-round information, and that drone spots at least 2 of the players.
And there's 3 players ready to defend A.
Yep, swarming back onto the site. Operator, texture pushing forward, that's a risky maneuver. Yeah, mistimed, risky timings, and there was a gap into the smoke. The spam is just not being afforded, is it? No angles to really play for, and the operator's going to be salvaged, picked up, backed away. Global Esports forced to save for another day.
Vitality looking clean. I like the pivots as they move around the map. I think one of the big things that Bonecold's done well here is make his team quick to react to things. When they realize that there's pressure in one area of the map, they're very fast to immediately group and hit somewhere else. They're not trying to play the clock, they're just trying to play the rotations. And make sure they get easy access to sites. Global Esports had the read though, it just... Vitality overwhelmed them as that sloppiness came back into their play.
Yeah. Trying to play retake there. I mean, maybe it's different if texture ends up landing a shot. This could be really dangerous. With a no scope, even save the weapons into it.
No, that's brutal.
Yeah.
Absolutely brutal. Not only do you lose all of your weaponry, but Vitality didn't have to use their Breach ultimate or their Killjoy ultimate. They still have 2 enormous tools to win another round.
भाई KJ ultimate पता कब से है?
C on B, you know, wherever they want to use them, maybe a
नहीं दूसरी बार है पिछली बार उसकी KJ ultimate में मारा था ना
अच्छा
steadily gaining a lead. Obviously the map has found itself to be quite attack sided so far at lock-in.
Yeah, so
could bode well I suppose for global esports, but
how many
honestly,
rounds do global esports need?
Yeah, I mean
4 in the pistol?
4 in the pistol I think might be the minimum, but we'll see. Still early days, still a new map, a lot of unknowns, but half buy, that's what global esports have been forced down to, and it's pretty obvious this pressure. That's a paranoia, but doesn't catch all of it. And the Horn has to be dealt with, which resets the aim of texture. He can't even get a kill out of it. Nano swarms. Down low into the corner, that nade. Aaron forced out wide. Doesn't pay for it with his life. Could spam the common angle.
भाई Harbor देख रहे हो तुम? Harbor actually
quite interesting though. He has managed to lurk his way into
4-5 angle hold करके रख Harbor actually पता है?
But all this util just slowing him down. Lovely siege just to delay this one. Phone call as well. Right at the back. Angles are being watched for and played for. Even that lockdown, but no, they just wade right into that common angle.
And I think at this
यार जब
point,
रीटेक में ओमन
the defensive idea is reeking of desperation.
वही 2 राउंड और चाहिए 2 राउंड नहीं एक ही राउंड निकाल सकते हैं हम आखिरी राउंड है
Very half-baked.
Going 8-4 attacker side.
Attacking side
Needed more time in the proof.
Inside है भाई attacker side.
Sad deflection.
भाई ये राउंड तो चाहिए एटलीस्ट भाई ये राउंड चाहिए सच्ची में
This round, their dominance in the pistols might be able to carry.
पता है मेरे हिसाब से मैं वाली बात तो कोई होता नहीं कुछ बोलने वाला बट फिर भी अगर हमारा ओमन रीटेक पे बचा हो ना तो एक एरिया स्मोक होके
Yeah, already to flash over the top. Texture dashing forwards. There is a dart in play. No one was dealing with this one. And yet again, okay.
Bazzi used his ult.
Yeah, that was an ult to push them back. I mean, have to use the smoke, I suppose, just to.
लो अपनी अल्टी एफडी हो गई
You can see the players have already taken up all this space. The spike though out in the open. Bazzi just needs to contain this. But they could be anywhere right now. Nightfall now being used for a fight towards A main. Smoke's going to be fading any minute now. The fight being taken and won right now. Global Esports.
Nice.
They shut that one down. Have to be aware. Bazzi backing away.
Nice.
But now.
हाँ लर्न कर ले भाई तू लर्न करके निकाल अपने बॉट में खेल बैठ के
Yeah, I think the spike being down made all the difference.
इंजरी कर सके मैंने 8-4 बेबी
You get the rest of the map. Normally not a good trade, but when the spike is down and there's nowhere to
ये क्या कर
go,
रहा था
Global Esports have the advantage. Good double face, making sure Sender doesn't have a problem.
अबे देखा ये लोग पास स्पाइक था लेकिन फिर भी देखा ये स्मोक डाल के फिर एंगल खेला
Winnable for Global.
The potential is there. Like we said earlier, it is a bit more of an attack-sided map from what we've seen so far at the tournament, but probably going to need the pistol round as we head into that second half. That's going to be the big question. But before we even get into any of that, the first half is done and dusted. So let's send it down to the desk.
भाई ये पिस्टल राउंड प्लीज इंपॉर्टेंट वाला जीतना है
अरे पिस्टल तो
Thank you so much, fellas.
Confident 100% 100
there for Vitality, especially at the closeout, Mimi. I mean, just undefeated until we got to the half.
Yeah, GE really struggled to shut down on their defensive side, and I think a lot of that came down to the read on the game and the way that they were playing towards A long. In I think like quite a few of the first 5 rounds this half, we saw this squad going for a lot of these early long fights, but against the composition that has been brought out here for the side of Vitality, it's really difficult to win that. You have the harbor wall to cut off the team, you have those breach flashes to re-push in.
भाई harbor बहुत important है इसमें ये तो देखने में
so many of these gaps that Vitality's mid-round was really good at exploiting.
Yeah, I mean, the mid-round movement that we're seeing here from Vitality has also been fantastic. Just getting a sense of where these players are positioned from the side of GE. You saw that shift. It was a thrifty attempt coming through from GE. They're all stacked up on that A site, and they just get a sense of that. Immediately cut through, get onto B, get that plant down. It was fantastic. You want to take a closer look, though, at Twisted, who has been impressing. Wasn't sure how he was going to look moving over to the Raze. I actually had to flip back, and I saw that this is his most played Asian, actually, of all time, overtaking his Jet. His Jet looked very, very good on that first map. Was curious to see if it was going to be him or Molzy picking it up, but so far he's had a pretty strong performance on that attack.
Yeah, and on the defensive side, the gambits you can have with this race is really good. It's again going to be a stronger comp at fighting A long. You can fight early space in B. You can get a lot of value out of that nade. But here is where push comes to
काँप रहा है डर रहा है
डर तो है
काँप रहा है देख रहे हो नेल बाइट कर रहा है
भाई को जो बैड दो मिला है
5 out of 5 on pistol rounds thus far. They need to win it again here. This 6-1 will be the most important.
Life से नहीं मिला monstrous Brent making a mention of how so far in this one we've been seeing a lot of success on that attacking side. Let's see if that still remains true here for GE, and the pistol is the way that it all kicks off.
Yeah, they had found that magic in map 2. Now the question is, can they claw this back and pull off something that I don't think Vitality was prepared for in this series? Let's send it back over to Brennan Sideshow.
Let's get back into it now. Final map of this series between Global Esports and Vitality.
Let's go.
Culminating in quite the display.
Stat
again. 5 for 5 so far for Global Esports.
देखा जब मैंने बोला था
कॉपी पेस्ट किया बेबी bit of a play coming up.
Bro, यार बिंग्स भाई आप तो बहुत अच्छे एनालिटिक्स हो मैं
आप तो हैवी एनालिटिक्स
हो बिंग्स भाई मैं कहां स्टॉक्स वीडियोस क्यों नहीं डालते आप बिंग्स भाई
इट्स वेरी रिस्की
बिंग्स भाई आप ये बता सकते हो फाटू भाई कब शादी होगी
मिनिमम 5 years more
Flooded through now into this B site. Sender Oh, this smoke is just a little bit off in terms of the angle. Tried to take an early fight. Doesn't know if they pushed him. Backed away.
Boost के मार रहे, boost के मार रहे.
They don't quite claim too many more kills, but Destro falling is a big one.
This is wonky now, though, because Vitality control every other part of the map. They're going to ambush Global Esports.
The reflank.
Nice.
There needs to be some plays being made, and guess what? One yet steps up to the plate. Hands him an easy kill in the form of Bone Cold.
Oh, boom ke aa gaya.
Is everything, but doesn't buy his time. Just bangs away one ball, and it does the job.
Oh, flanks on flanks for Global Esports.
The IGL just doing the most right now.
हाँ भाई, twisty नहीं हो रहा क्या? अरे नहीं हो रहा क्या? खिलाऊंगा
Flawless. Beautiful stuff, and it's
6 out of 6 flawless. अरे नहीं हो रहा क्या?
Even in his final match.
मेरे हिसाब से ये कोई भी टीम ने नहीं किया है अभी तक. हाँ ना? कोई भी टीम ने नहीं किया अभी तक.
Their pistol rounds at a minimum can make matches happen.
एक बुलेट थी उसके पास.
Head coach and Aaron, the IGL, have cooked up some really cool
हाँ,
stuff.
नाच रहा था ना.
Flank play was good. The push into spawn was a nice idea too. It's not simple. There are layers. Okay, are they aware that Twiston went for this push before? Because Vitality are doing the same thing again.
Close stun. Batty looks like he wants to clear it. Yep, stunned.
Nice trade, Ray. Nice help.
काहे आ गया रे? काहे आ गया रे?
A lot of patience.
देख लिया रॉसी भाई ने. देख लिया कहाँ छुप रहा है.
काहे जा रहे हो?
And that one worked a treat. So good play from Global Esports to clear that out. What is this? The Harbor Circle of Doom.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of angles, I suppose, that a player could be waiting in out of, but
भाई flawless चाहिए, एक भी करने के नहीं
Paranoia
चाहिए.
rips across, so
आइए रॉसी भाई.
it's going to be too troubling for them.
क्या है 2-3 एस हो चुके हैं.
There we go, nice and easy. Another flawless. Prime gaming at that and keeping all those weapons going.
Yeah, this is an opportunity for Global Esports to have a really dangerous bonus round because they have just hit them with the prime game and flawless. I feel like any opportunity the global players have to get their confidence up is going to be dangerous for Vitality. We saw that momentum build on Pearl and Vitality could not stop it. Obviously the halves flipped here. Global now has to do it on the attack side rather than defense.
आ गया भाई तुम्हारा lucky charm आ गया है.
Vitality is so good at punishing this, and look at that, the nade was actually landed intentional for any sort of player that might be TPing behind that wall.
Yeah, it was actually a C's nade as well. There was a crazy lineup from Mulsi.
Yeah, so that's a set play, anticipating that Monyet on the Omen will be TPing across, but no one deals with the haunt. Lights him up through the wall, and it offers that easy kill, but
अब देखो अपना स्मोकर ही मर गया है.
1-for-1.
भाई ये स्मोकर मर जाता है यार, वो दुख है पता है.
Interesting dynamic on Lotus. Whoever controls this A segment of the map.
चाहिए रे भाई. क्या रैंक गेम है क्या?
So the Vitality players don't have any info about whether they could be going through to B. They're having to hold very
भाई केजे ने रीड किया पता है, भागा वो पीछे.
From our point of view, we see that Sender might well be under a bit of pressure.
Free orb मिल जाता तो एक.
Bounces into the back of the site.
हैं?
It's going to be broken, and there is a wall in the face of some of these players. An instant pivot now, though, moving their way into B.
Another gorgeous lurk timing there.
अरे timing!
Oh yeah, timing.
A second too early.
Yeah, the timing just slightly off, and as util, the Bone Cold is just offering out to them. Is doing quite a lot. There was a cove to block off that angle, but again, feels a bit awkward once more. A bit of panic maybe just being injected into this round, and Sender could just anchor this fully for them. Turret dealt with right at the back.
भाई ये turret पे ही बैठ के खेलता रहता है पूरी game.
It's down to SK Rossi. But Sender again, just that off angle. Perfect crosshair placement.
ठीक है, bonus.
Damage done on the bonus. And remember that is the goal for Global Esports, is to keep Vitality honest.
Game खत्म से होने से पहले अपना बम मिला चाहिए. Red Drive by डालना भाई. मैं कहीं नहीं जा रहा. मैं कहीं नहीं उठ रहा.
It keeps things suppressed on the Vitality side. But you do have to be putting important rounds on the board, and this is one of them. Can A-Ring get an ult off and get some kind of lockdown play going, perhaps? SK Rossi with an operator, the attacking Sova op. I haven't seen this since Prime Wardell days.
Oh, Mara!
Angle watch, Sender. Either trying to go for a jump pick or what, we'll have to see that in the replay, but now you're seeing all this pressure onto Bone Cold. No one was watching that angle but the Dark.
Nice trade, nice trade.
Nice.
Just slightly there.
वो मारना था बे उसको।
Site going to be gained.
भाई मत मरियो मोनेट भाई, तू मत मरियो प्लीज भाई, तू मत मर, पूरी टीम बैठ कर, मगर स्मोक्स चाहिए भाई बाद में। मोनेट भाई स्मोक हो जाता तो एक सिटी पे।
Contacting in. Might being taken. Twiston opting into this. Oh my goodness, and the fault line, Twiston. Oh my word, did he get detained there? Looks like just couldn't quite satchel his way out of there, but there's no punish. Still, the plant goes down. Leaving Twiston alive might be a costly error.
But it is a safe plant, which is a bit more difficult to work with. You can see Aaron's in a spot to swing up
Into
Monye.
the corner, Prowler as well. Monye needs help. He's going to be TPing away, actually. Just backs. Now, control of water is going to be so important to just hold this one. Sees into the back, double swings there. It's beautiful. And a season to two just lined up. Vitality. They cannot be stopped. The moments like that just getting so dangerous. I said it. Twiston was detained, but they just did not want to try and push it to punish.
Yeah, maybe that's going to bite them. But I mean, the Vitality's retake there looking so good. That duo that has just been so stellar in this match of Twiston and Mulsi. The duelist duo, if you want to call it that, but obviously Mulsi playing Fade here. But the way that they're syncing these things up, the C's, the nade, the swing timings, they have got such great synergy between them.
Magnificent.
And that puts Global Esports firmly on the back foot.
Yeah, this is a really rough.
यार चार बंदे
Terrible stuff. I mean,
वो ही प्लांट क्यों नहीं कर रहे?
SK Rossi picking up a hero rifle.
So it has to be the playmaker. Vitality though pushing forwards. It's a heavy take towards the front side of B, and any attempt of a punish is just offset immediately, losing two players. It's a pivot though. Global Esports moving forwards, and still the rifle in the hands of Rossi needs to be the playmaker. But a difficult site for them to take. Fault line into the back of it. Plant position is there, but the wall blocking them off. They need to move past this. Playing forwards deep onto the site. Rossi wins the first duel for them. First step of the miracle plan. Tries to take the second with a wider swing. Dealt with. Flash timing ever so off. And Bazzi with just a classic.
Flash लेके पीक लेना था एंटी। हाँ जी क्या हो गई?
I love that play with the Harbor
I
Cascade.
won't recommend that game.
Using the Cascade and the push out of B is so good there. It blocks off the long sight line where you might be able to get punished by somebody in spawn. And it also, if someone tries to swing through it, they're slowed. So it's really difficult to help this player that gets stuck on the right. And Texture tries to help, but he's just so labored and slow. Going through molasses. Global Esports are going to take a timeout here as they ponder what to do. Now, SK Rossi's hero rifle hasn't hurt their economy too much. Texture still has the blade storm available. Global are going to be able to get a full bar. But if they don't win this round, it is game over. It is goodbye India.
अबे तो 4v2 था ना?
This is the round that everything
हाँ 4v2
even if Global get to a
more on 3v1
all of the retake ultimates are available.
sorry 3v2 था लेकिन
I don't know how you cook up a
जब एक डिटेंड इतना ऐसा लिखा है वहाँ पे एक डिटेंड तो किसको मारना ये पता भी था उनको
नहीं वो सीन क्या हुआ उधर स्मोक भी डाला ना स्मोक से उसके मारा तो थोड़ा
तो फिर भी एक तो डिटेंड ही है ना है तो 3v1
अरे स्मोक था एक डिटेंड था पर उसने सैचल मार के लास्ट में हो गया पता नहीं था
अरे लेकिन सिटी में ही है वो तो पता ना
हाँ सिटी में तो है पता है वही है ना
तो उसका दूसरा बंदा भी मार के था
अरे तो 3v1 है
3v1 है उसके पास चाहिए नहीं
फट बच जाओ आप रैंक पुश करो
I think those are the two best options for getting value out of your jet.
स्मोक ना होता तो
but
उसने स्मोक किया ना
डिटेंड वाला बंदा दड़ मारेगा
minimap and this looks almost exploratory towards B early on. Maybe they're planning to use a cloudburst and connect with their C players.
But again, SK Rossi has been afforded this operator.
It's strange, isn't it?
So much faith being placed into his hands.
But it's not just faith. It means that he's going to be disconnected from his team and can't use the recon or the dart to set up Twiston. They're splitting their win conditions, and it might be a compromise that hurts them.
Moving forward, slow and steady.
भाई वॉल्ट लेके बैठा है.
To name it a game in a rolling thunder. They want to punish this one, and SK Rossi the nade into the corner. Can't move anywhere, still alive for now. Where's going to be dealt with? And he is finally the spray down.
दिमाग लगाया भाई उन लोगों ने.
Vitality grab hold of the tempo, never allowing Global Esports a moment to imprint their pace on the map.
अपन अभी भी जीत सकते हैं. सी खाली रखना है.
You're seeing it. Live in the flesh now as a player.
Nice man.
A critical kill for
By
him.
Aaron.
Late lurking into mid. finds his mark.
He's been good on them, hasn't he?
These lurks have always found value from Aaron, and it's a better...
मजा अब जब जाना था तब जाना था अब मजा अबे अब क्यों
He's pushing forwards into it.
भाई जब जाना
They're just trying to fight
क्यों भाई
deep
जब
into the play and
जाना
dash forwards to try and disengage here. YouTube being held, a bit of running gun, and somehow Aaron wins that one. It is so damn awkward, but it's down to that 2v2. Wall blocks the sight line, Cove as well. It needs to be spammed for. The Blaze Storm just not catching it, and Texture forced to spam, forced to try and find the fight, but he can't do it. Stuck all the way through, and Vitality find themselves now on series point.
So many opportunities for Vitality. Any mistakes from Global Esports?
भाई जब जाना था तब नहीं गए जब नहीं जाना तो दोनों जाते ना
The buy doesn't look its best, but they're still going to have rifles. One last desperate run for Global Esports. But Vitality look like they've done the important work already.
Yeah, I mean, this is them in the driving seat and more. 3 big ultimates to their name. The util combos this time layered into A main, doesn't grab any kills. Dash forwards, Manel actually sticking this ultimate as well. He's TP'd into the back line. Position's known though, Multi's going to be backing away. And he does dodge that paranoia, but it's creating an awkward timing right now. What does Multi want to do, holding the edge of this smoke? Meanwhile, Global Esports not wasting any time with this kind of pressure. That's going to be the aftershock, pushing them back out of the way. Fight needs to be taken right up close and personal. It is traded though, but still Vitality going pound to pound. And it's all down to Texture. A 1v2 to keep his team in it. Just to try and survive. Texture up in the side, dashing forwards, dodging that showstopper. He knows where the positioning is. Spike in his hands, a tap of the plan, needs to force the fight, but a doubled up position is there. Vitality safe hands for them. 13-6 at the scoreline. They have sent Global Esports home.
Global Esports definitely made them work for it, but it is a win on the board for Vitality. I think both teams demonstrated some really cool stuff in this series. Vitality's split looked really well thought out. A lot of good game plans coming from Bone Cold. We saw set plays on Lotus from Vitality. The breach ult to isolate SK Rossi in those final couple of rounds was really good. And Twiston, Mulsi, Sender, the individual talent is there. But also, when you look at Global Esports, there were so many doubters who just thought this team was a ragtag bunch of people thrown together at the last minute that didn't have a hope. And I think that they've proved people wrong, despite the loss. Taking a map in the manner they did, and showcasing that they still had what it took to push Vitality. I think this was a decent opener for Global Esports, and something that they will definitely be building on as the year goes on.
That's always been the goal for a team like Global Esports, is long-term focus, high-risk, high-reward project with them picking up so many duelist players, but I think you can see glimpses of success here. But ultimately today, it is Vitality who are on top. Vitality who reign supreme, and this is a dark horse team heading into this tournament. I think they showed glimpses of really well thought out stuff, moments of sheer brilliance as well from some of their star players, Twiston and Mulsi in particular. Yeah. Really setting the pace in some of those rounds.
Yeah, remember those names. Twiston said earlier that they don't have any big names, any big stars on the team. But that's just a matter of time. Yeah. This team's got talent, it's got skill. And look at the figure down at the bottom there in the middle, Bone Cold. How far will his journey go this year? He's already been up to the top of the mountain, and now he's back pushing that boulder once again. But Vitality should not be underestimated. I know that this was still a close game, but they've got upside. I spoke to Bone Cold and he said his goal for the team and Salah's goal for the team as well is to be a team that you hate to go up against. Someone that when you see them in the bracket,
वो थोड़ा ऐसा लगा कि डबल माइंडेड था वो लोग को जाना है नहीं जाना है जाना है
and that's what they're looking to do at Lockdown, is build that reputation for themselves. First step, first step is winning this match right here.
They have done that. Definitely putting the pride of EMEA on their back as well, you know, after some unfortunate early exits on the other side of the bracket. But yeah, this was a fantastic showcase, I think, from this team. My MVP, take your vote here, Twiston, Multi and Sender. Great options for it.
Yeah.
You're going to ask me who I want?
Who do you want?
I would take, I think you'd have to give it to Twiston.
Yeah, I was
right?
thinking the same, yeah. I think just the way that his jet performed, he did get shut down on Pearl, so he didn't get too much value on that half. I think that was actually one of the big win conditions. If your win condition is shut down Twiston and you get the win, probably means Twiston's doing pretty well.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, that's going to do it for the first series of the day, but guess what? Don't go anywhere. There's even more Valorant action happening on the other side of this break, so we'll see you in just a few minutes.
क्या सीन भाई अब एलिमिनेट हो गई ना
हाँ कैसे तुम लोग पूरा देख रहे हो कि
मेरा हो गया
एलिमिनेट हो गई ना वैसे जी फ्रॉम द VCT
क्या तू राका और भी देख रहा है
और किसका मैच है
अभी 2 मैचेस और है
हाँ 2 हैं मगर किसका है
RRQ उनका क्या मैच
वही तो
जाते यार थोड़ी सी
ट्विटर पे वो तो है 100 का मैच सुबह है
भाई ये टॉप 3 टीम है भाई यूरोप की लिक्विड से भी आगे ये टीम वाइटैलिटी नंबर 1 नावी सेकंड फिनेटिक थर्ड वाइटैलिटी है
3 राउंड्स याद रहेगा लेकिन
हेरिटिक्स के भी नीचे है भाई ये मतलब ऊपर है
VLT का कब है टीबॉन मैच
अब हमारा लीग होगा ना
हाँ हमारा डोमेस्टिक है ना
हाँ डोमेस्टिक लेकिन उसमें भी है
राका भाई
की टीम ऐसा कुछ है
दिल्ली में है लैंड दिल्ली में
हाँ पता है दिल्ली में है सारे लैंड
बेबी
भाई टॉप 3 टीम थी ये वर्ल्ड की यूरोप में
वाइटैलिटी
हाँ
अबे नया रोस्टर है उनका भी भाई
क्या बोल रहे हैं देख रैंकिंग में VLRGG में
अभी तो नया रोस्टर है उनका पुराना रोस्टर टॉप टीम थी ना
मुझे तो वही दिखा रहा है
भाई जो भी है भाई वेल प्लेड यार GE यार फुल रिस्पेक्ट यार अच्छा खेला
हाँ ना
जीत जाती यार पता है ये भी जीत जाती है वो जब स्मोक में घुसना था तब नहीं घुसे 2 राउंड तो
जब नहीं चाहिए था तब घुसे
कोई नहीं एवरीथिंग असाइड्स वेल प्लेड यार एसके रॉसी
4 बजे को और तगड़ा मैच है 100 थी उसकी
भाई कल है भाई मैच तो सेंटिनल्स
कल है सेंटिनल्स की मैच
हाँ भाई
किसके अगेंस्ट है
सेंटिनल किसके साथ है
सेंटिनल्स वर्सेस पता
नहीं है भाई कल
चूतिया कल ही है सेंटिनल वर्सेस फनाटिक मेरी जान
कल सेंटिनल्स वर्सेस फनाटिक रे बाबा कल ही है ना वो वेट कल मतलब आज 24th को है
हाँ मतलब आज ही हाँ
ओ भाई मैं कर रहा हूँ भाई करनी है कितने बचे हैं
बोस्टर डेरेक एल्फेयर क्रॉनिकल और लियो
भाई मुझे तो नहीं दिख रहा है भाई VLRGG में
सेंटिनल्स में है टेंस पनकाडा सैसी
10 captured G in 1 first round let's go
10:30 को है भाई मैं मैच पढ़ कर रहा हूँ
हेलो क्या बोलते हैं एक सेकंड
मतलब आज
हाँ 10:30 को है मैच। हाँ 10:30
भाई देखेंगे ना, मजा आएगा यार।
भाई ये होती है हिपोक्रेसी।
टिमन भाई, ये कोई टाइम है लाइट जाने का यार? रोहिणी में लाइट इस वक्त जा रही है, बताओ यार।
क्या?
हाँ दिमाग खराब हो रहा है।
कहाँ पे लाइट जा रही है?
मेरे यहाँ पे भाई इतनी रात को 1 बजे, दिमाग खराब हो रहा है।
Shazam tweet।
एकदम टाइम पे लाइट गई यार राका भाई, 2 घंटे हो गए।
क्या अभी गई?
हाँ अभी गई, 2 घंटे हो गए पर।
Shazam।
भाई शज़ाम ने जी फाइटिंग ट्वीट करा है भाई, देख रहे हो? लेट्स गो
क्या
बेबी।
कर जाएगा?
घर जाएंगे।
है ये तो म्यूजिक
के
खुल
लिए
गया।
भाई कुछ भी बोलो।
क्या स्पेलिंग है गाइस शज़ाम की? एक टीम स्पॉन्सर कर लो, उसमें मुझे ले लो, 4 में ढूंढ लूंगा। सुपर चैट के वैसे नहीं है, गेम पूरा आता है। राहुल भाई ठीक है, क्या रैंक है बाबा आपकी? इतना इजी होता ना तो फिर बात ही क्या थी भाई। टू शज़ैम। भाई मैं बहुत ही दुख में हूँ भाई, बहुत ही दुख में हूँ भाई, बहुत ही ज़्यादा।
भाई सब लोग ट्वीट कर रहे हैं भाई। हेलो इंडिया एफएनएस ने भी ट्वीट किया।
हाँ
आज थोड़ा बनाया हमने। हाँ
किस किसने ट्वीट करा अभी? और
भाई एफएनएस ने भी ट्वीट किया, वो तो ऐसे भी इंडियन ही है।
हाँ
तो है आज थोड़ा डैमेज तो करके आया।
जीतते मजा आता रे, जीत ही गए थे अरे ऑलमोस्ट।
3 राउंड महंगा पड़ा। वो फॉरवर्ड तो होना ही नहीं चाहिए था, जहाँ पे टेक्सचर ने इतना बढ़िया 2 मारे ना, वो तो होना ही नहीं चाहिए था। और पता है कितना छोटा छोटा एक वो राउंड, पता है जहाँ पे रेस देख डब्बे के पीछे बैठा था, पूरा रीटेक तक वो चेक ही नहीं हुआ।
हाँ वो
और
जब रॉसी आगे जा रहा था।
हाँ वो लोग कैसा वो डब्बे के बाद बैठ के फिर वापस यू मार के आते। हम लोग को 3v2 में ओमेन वहां से टिपी मार के गया और फिर वो अटक ही गया, वो वापस ये साइड से नहीं आया, दूसरा एंगल से क्रॉस फायर रखने। सब एक ही एंगल से आ रहे थे और वो लोग एक ही एंगल मारे जा रहे। थोड़ा बहुत लेफ्ट राइट हुआ भाई, मतलब टाइम लगेगा। अभी भी हुआ ना यार, पूरा 5 मैन पूरा हुआ ना, इसलिए शायद
आज पूरी नाइट गेमिंग बनता है मेरा तो मन कर रहा है।
भी है साथ में। हाँ वो तो खेले ऑलरेडी, उनका तो पता है।
अरे फिर भी रे यार, बस इतना क्लोज आके
वो जो मिस कॉम से ना दिख रहा था थोड़ा, समझ रहे? दिख रहा था वो तो सेकंड मैप में भी दिख रहा था, लेकिन सेकंड मैप सोलो स्किल्स पे भी वो लोग ने बहुत क्रूशियल राउंड्स निकाले।
बट क्या खेला जाए यार, कॉर्ड तो मेरी डाउनलोडेड भी नहीं है। कॉर्ड में तो बतेरी अपडेट है, क्या कर रहे हैं लोग?
भाई ट्विस्टन ने क्या मारा भाई,
भाई ट्विस्टन भाई जॉड है भाई,
सब वॉच पार्टी कर रहे हैं।
मारा भाई,
वॉच पार्टी।
डैमेज अच्छा था, कुछ भी बोलो। हाँ
वैलो ही हो जाए, वॉच पार्टी नहीं। अरे यार एक तो मेरा ये नहीं चल रहा, क्या दुख दर्द पीड़ा है रे।
होता है
वॉच पार्टी यार,
ट्रेंडिंग में चल रहा है जी फाइटिंग।
लोको पे करते हैं और क्या है, लोको पे करते हैं, गाने वाने चलाएंगे और क्या।
चलो रे स्टक हो गया रे पूरा है
क्या स्टक हो गए?
पता नहीं मैं पूरा स्टक हुआ था। चल रे मैं जा रहा हूँ। चलो
गुड नाइट,
बाय
मैं
बाय।
चलता।
चलो बाय बिग गुड बाय
बाय
टाटा
बाय एवरीवन, गुड नाइट।
बाय गुड नाइट।
लोग हो जाए। नो वैलो आरपी तो दिन में करा बाबा, और कितना आरपी देखोगे भाई एक इंसान से है, और कितना आरपी देखोगे। आ जाओ गाइस, लोग को चलते हैं, गाने वाने सुनेंगे, चिल विल करेंगे, थोड़ा मीम्स देखेंगे। आज शॉर्ट मूवी हो जाए, थोड़ा माइंड फ्रेश करने के लिए शॉर्ट मूवी हो जाए। आ जाओ गाइस, लोको पे शॉर्ट मूवी देखेंगे, कोई शॉर्ट वीडियो कुछ ऐसा टाइप देखेंगे। आरपी मत बोलो भाई प्लीज, आरपी आज बहुत कर ली भाई। लिंक देता हूँ, बिना किसी इंट्रो आउट्रो आ जाओ, दुख दर्द मिटाएंगे, फिर थोड़ा वैलो भी खेल लेंगे। थोड़ा माइंड फ्रेश करते हैं, बहुत बीटी हो गया। वैलो भी हो जाए ओके, विदाउट एनी इंट्रो आ जाओ, दुख दर्द मिटाएंगे। लोगों पे स्पैम हो रहा है, ठीक है। थैंक यू सो मच फॉर ज्वाइनिंग इन दिस स्ट्रीम, अ वेरी वेल ट्राइड जी, यू मेड अस प्राउड रॉसी भाई, यू मेड अस प्राउड नो मैटर व्हाट पीपल विल से, बट द प्लेस वेयर यू एट, लोग ड्रीम करते हैं और आप वहाँ पर हो, इंडिया को रिप्रेजेंट कर रहे हो, वो ही हमारे लिए बहुत बड़ी बात है। यू आर द फर्स्ट इंडियन गाय टू रिप्रेजेंट इंडिया ऑन अ इंटरनेशनल स्टेज इन वैलोरेंट, सो हैट्स ऑफ टू यू। यू डिज़र्व बहुत 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 कुछ अभी लाइफ में। यू मेड अस प्राउड नो मैटर व्हाट पीपल से, या फिर जो भी हुआ, वेरी वेल ट्राइड जी। अभी ख़त्म नहीं हुआ है, hopefully this is the start of Indian e-sport at international level. We tried best, ऐसा नहीं वन साइडेड नहीं लगा मैच बिल्कुल भी, it was close। एक मैप हराया भी हमने, और सेकंड मैप फर्स्ट इवेंट था विद द टीम। होपफुली बहुत हो, आई होप ऐसे बहुत सारी टीम्स निकले, बहुत सारे गेमर्स निकले, नॉट इन जस्ट वैलोरेंट, अदर गेम्स टू, और दिस इज जस्ट द ओपनिंग, ठीक है। चलो फटाक से आ जाओ, लोको पे थोड़ा चिल करेंगे, फिर थोड़ा कुछ देखेंगे, ठीक है। थैंक यू सो मच, और लोको पे जा रहे हैं विदाउट एनी इंट्रो। थैंक यू सो मच फॉर ज्वाइनिंग इन, लव यू गाइस। लाइक कर देना इफ़ यू न्यू, सब्सक्राइब कर देना। लोको फटाक से आ जाओ।
Baby, can you pray?